This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where every week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, latest film and TV scoops, along with our latest movie or show review. And we're doing all three today. And we also go over what we're getting into next. We are host Cheryl.
And Jay.
All right, this week we watched Marvel Zombies. Yeah. We watched Alien Earth season finale, or in Jay's case, last 3 episodes, because he had to catch up. And our movie of the week, One Battle After Another. So Jay has hit me with some trivia from one of these. So hit it.
Sure. So it's going to be One Battle After Another trivia.
All right.
Very easy. One of the actors in One Battle After Another was not an actor. Who was it?
Was it Jungle Pussy?
Okay. Technically, but that's not it.
I just guessed because
she's a rapper.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not the right answer?
No.
Everybody.
They were in the movie. They were throughout the movie.
Yeah.
They are not an actor. Now, you know who all the actors are. So
yes.
Who else was in the movie that's not an actor that was prominent in the film?
But Tiana Taylor's an actress.
Okay,
that ain't the right answer then. Throughout the movie.
Character who was throughout the movie, had multiple scenes with multiple different characters, but is not an actor.
Not an actor. Was it the Native American kidnapper guy?
No, he was an actor.
Okay. Putting an animal in this movie?
You're in the ballpark of like caliber of character in the film.
Okay.
It was not a major character.
Wood Harris is definitely an actor. Was it the I don't know. Is it the guy he talked to on the phone? No, not anybody he talked to on the phone?
Mm-mm.
It ain't Fitz.
No, it is definitely not Fitz.
Was it one of the guys at the table with Fitz?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm literally almost named like
definitely a character in the movie.
In the movie.
It's frustrating.
It ain't Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
Obviously. Okay, hold on. I want to guess.
Okay.
Frustrating character in the movie that was not an actor.
It was prominent throughout the entire film.
That was prominent throughout the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
There were no animals in this movie.
No.
I don't know.
No?
No.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
James Jim Ratterman, who played Lockjaw's second in command and chief interrogator throughout the film.
Really?
Is not an actor. He is an actual security consultant for Homeland Security.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so they hired an actual expert, Homeland Security interrogator special agent.
I wonder if he really be talking to people like that then.
Yes, that he is a Homeland Security and special interrogator.
He probably was like
retired. He's an ex-retired one, but that was his actual profession.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay, to make sense.
He was good in the role.
I was going to say, he probably was like, this work. This how I act at work.
Yeah. He was good in the role.
He was.
Yeah.
Okay, he was good.
He's a natural. Yeah.
Literally. Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but also, did he really be talking to people like that? Now I'm kind of like, I'm conflicted.
An interrogator. Probably putting people in corners.
He probably, I mean, he didn't, I guess he didn't say anything bad per se, but he
threatened them.
Yeah.
He threatened everybody.
He acted like an interrogator for sure.
He was going to arrest those kids for nothing.
He was, so right. He was, dang.
Yeah.
Dang. What's his name again?
James Jim Ratterman.
Okay, James.
Yeah.
I see. I'm glad you retired. Because you was kind of wild with your questioning just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little. Okay. I would have never. And you're right. He's in through the whole movie.
Yeah, yes. He's through the entire film.
He's into the entire film.
Yeah.
It has some interesting scenes.
He did.
Interesting.
And he lived.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't really in no line of fire, I guess, anyway.
No, not really.
Because he was doing the interrogation, right? After the fact. Interesting. No, never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, is there a pet dog in this that I missed? Like, was it a rat or something? No. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right. So that wraps up our trivia that I got wrong. And did you see how Jay said it was easy? And I was like,
well, I thought it would be easy because everybody in this movie is a name, so it would be evident for somebody that you didn't know would be the person.
And it's not like I forgot he was in the movie. I guess I was just too stuck on I don't know. My brain was misfiring.
You're fine.
Now let's get into the rest of the episode. Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
All right, so we don't have any like movie news, like for real movie news. They mentioned like the Social Network movie that came out that's getting like another title, but I was like, I don't really care about that. So we're gonna skip that. But
it's made even weirder by the fact that nobody's coming back. So
yeah, skip. But the trailer park is max capacity. People was parking on the grass and hiding kids in a trunk to get into the drive-in type of situation. So we have a lot of trailers to talk about, and we have a couple bites of Buncha crunch before we get into our triple show TV movie review. So let's hit it off at the top.
All right, let's dive into this. Well, not roll into the trailer park.
Be beat. We already here.
First stop on the trailer park is for House of Dynamite. This is the second trailer. This is going to Netflix. Stars Rebecca Ferguson, Anthony Ramos, and Idris Elba and Greta Lee.
Pause. Now, was Idris Elba also not in this one?
No, he was in the trailer. You watched the trailer?
I did. Where?
Yeah.
Where was he in the trailer?
He's like in a shot. It looks like he's on a plane.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I blinked. Clearly.
Yeah. He's like on a plane. It looks like he's like looking at a computer or a phone or something.
Okay.
He's definitely in this one.
Well, he narrates this whole trailer. Most of this trailer.
Yeah, he's like in a shot of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I blinked.
So it is about a foreign government. We don't know who it is. They have not been identified yet. Has launched a nuke.
Couple nukes.
And they are headed to Chicago. Rebecca Ferguson is in the war room, and she is trying to stop the disaster. And it looks like we're just going to see a lot of different perspectives as everybody races to try to figure out who did it and how to stop it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of like, people have launched nukes against us. If we launch it against them, we could like kill innocent people, like unknown, not unknowingly, but like, innocent people are in the line of fire.
Right.
And they're trying to decide like what to do. But I think I saw a couple tidbits of good reviews on this. So
yeah, at the film festival circuit, I think. So
yes, a few weeks ago, they actually going to put it in theaters for a couple weeks, but I don't know if we're going to be able to catch it in theaters because there's so many other things coming out.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to watch this though.
Yeah, it looks fun. Next stop on the trailer park is a good one. This is The Astronaut. This is a sci-fi thriller that is coming out this year, surprisingly, October 17th in a couple weeks. But the same weekend as another blockbuster.
Black Phone 2.
Yeah, so that was a choice because Black Phone 2 is being like hailed as like one of the best horror movies of the year already. So
yeah, I don't know why they decided to do this, but okay.
This movie is going to star Kate Mara and Lawrence Fishburne. And Gabriel Luna, who plays her husband, I think. Okay. What is this about? Kate Mara plays an astronaut who has returned to Earth from space. But however, she thinks that an alien has followed her back from space and is stalking her.
Everybody thinks she's tweaking, right? Because she be in space, and she is sequestered by the government in like this house to like decompress or whatever. Yeah. Now, one thing I found interesting in the trailer is that at one point the house has like alarm system or whatever, and the house says lockdown mode, and I was like, now why would the house need a lockdown mode if she in the middle of nowhere? And then the trailer like, there's no houses next to you for miles, peace and quiet. I'm like, now why would
security system
for who
in the middle of nowhere? You're seeing strangers.
Listen, but she an astronaut and it's a government facility. Why do I need a lockdown situation for a decompression chamber?
So the trailer does a couple things. The trailer implies that she's crazy, so maybe she's hallucinating an alien. The trailer also implies, one second. It's a short in my headset.
I need to buy another one. I might need to buy another one.
It also implies that the monster is real and is stalking her. But I think the alien's in her.
Okay, because
she's the alien.
Interesting.
Because there are scenes where it looks like she's doing it, but there are also scenes where Gabriel Luna also clearly sees the weirdness.
Yes, her family sees it as well.
So it could just be her. I think the alien could be in her.
Dang, that's gonna suck. Yeah. I do hope it's an actual alien. I hope it's not a mind game.
Yeah, she might be like possessed by an alien or something.
Okay, I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
The trailer starts off where she's already crash landed in her rescue pod, so I assume we're gonna get a flashback to see all the events that took place before she had to crash land back to Earth.
We'll see with the budget, if the budget allowed for that.
And when they rescued her helmet was cracked open. So maybe she got exposed to something out there that put the alien in her or a parasite in her, and she's seeing it. But it's not actually in physical space. It's like in her mind, but it is still doing stuff.
Yes. I hope this is an actual physical alien and not one of the situations where she was crazy the whole time.
This reminds me of a really, really good movie that I liked called No One Will Save You.
I've heard this. I've heard about this.
With Caitlin Dever. And it was basically about, she lived in a town where she was hated.
Okay.
But her house she was literally being stalked by an alien, a real alien.
Okay.
And nobody around would believe her.
This was a horror movie?
It's like a horror thriller.
Okay.
But nobody would, we're not really scared because the aliens were like science aliens, like literally globular head aliens.
Those freak me out, so go ahead.
But basically, the whole movie takes place over several days in her house. Each night, the alien comes back to like visit her, and each night she like does Home Alone traps to like fight it off and save it. Well, actually, I'm gonna spoil it because it's really good.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
What happens is she's stalked by an alien. She kills it the very first night.
Wow.
And then each night they keep sending another one to figure out how the heck she keeps killing them.
Oh, dang.
And the aliens are like different. So and nobody in town will believe her because she's hated in her town because she ended up causing like an accident that killed a kid. Oh. So she's like a pariah.
Okay.
And nobody will believe her.
She decided to stay.
Yeah.
Now, why did the aliens come for her specifically?
The aliens came for her specifically because she was a pariah and they knew that she was isolated. She didn't have any friends.
Why did we just... Oh, the man in my basement. I was like, we just had a situation like that.
Yeah, but the plan was for the aliens were going to take over the whole world. But they were starting with like her house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, that would suck.
Yeah.
Nobody believe you, and they keep sending copies.
I'm gonna spoil
like,
it.
leave me alone.
It's really, really good. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's really, really good.
I mean, I would still be interested in what the situation, how she does the Home Alone situation.
Yeah. So basically, she kills it because she thinks it's a home intruder and it's an alien.
Oh.
And
it looks like an alien.
And she thinks it's over, but the next night the aliens come back to get the body, and then she realizes it's more. And then they think that she's interesting. Because she's been killing them.
And they look like the fake aliens.
Yeah, they look like skinny body, big head.
Watch that on the daytime.
And they're like her height. They're like 5'5" or something.
Okay.
They're not all
they're
super
human
big.
size. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, child. That does sound good, though.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I hope this has the same element of like actual alien and not like she's mentally unstable.
Now, this alien looks kind of like the aliens from Quiet Place, but we don't actually see it. We just see it like standing in the shadows. And that's why I also think it's in her mind.
Yeah, because we don't get like a finger or nothing.
It's always like behind a mirror or behind
we get birds.
Frosted glass or something.
Birds are acting weird. And you're like, okay, them just birds.
And it seems like it only comes at night.
True.
Yeah.
We'll see. I am interested in seeing this. This is actually going to theaters October 17th. So I'm curious.
If it doesn't do well because of
being on the wrong weekend,
that means it'll probably go to streaming quickly.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
This is being released by Vertical, which I believe
Vertical does these type of movies.
Yeah.
They're known for these like sci-fi, out of body, out of mind kind of movies.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to check this out. So hopefully, if we got a lull somewhere, we can slide this one in.
Next up on the trailer park is For the Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This is a horror thriller remake that stars Michael Monroe, who we just saw in Longlegs. And will we be seeing
Michael Monroe? She's about to be in.
Why am I drawing? Will we be seeing They Follow?
Hold on.
No, you won't see that.
No,
you won't see that.
I had to think about that.
No, you won't see
I ain't seeing that.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who
you almost got me.
I don't know. The last thing we saw, Birds of Prey.
Ahsoka. She was.
She was in Ahsoka. Mary Elizabeth Winstead from Ahsoka, whose husband is Obi-Wan, and Martin Starr, who plays one of Peter Parker's teachers at Homecoming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right.
What is this about? It is a remake of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Martin Starr are new parents. Well, I think she's married to Raul Castillo, who's the other guy.
Yes.
But they are new parents. Micah Monroe has been hired in as the child's caretaker, nanny. But she is crazy.
Yep.
She has plans to get rid of the parents so that she can steal the baby.
Yes, and this one she's just trying to get rid of mom this time. And then the original, what happened was the nanny was actually the wife of a husband who killed himself because he was doing crazy stuff, and she became a nanny for like one of his accusers. Okay. So I don't know if that element is in there or not. They didn't really show that in the trailer, but basically she's same thing. She's trying to take over the family. There's other kids, and she's trying to sway the kids against the mom and all that jazz. Micah Monroe looks like she's playing this role perfectly.
Yeah, she looks good.
By the way, cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. We got the whole she trying to be a seductress and all that, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead is kind of like, no, don't you see what's going on? And the husband's like, I don't know what you mean, because the husband's always stupid in these situations. So it looks like we have the same thing going on. This is not going to theaters. This is actually going to Hulu.
Yes.
So it'll be a Hulu special. They're releasing it at a good time.
Looks like it'd be more thrilling than Man in My Basement.
Yeah.
Which was a Hulu theater special. This should have went to theaters.
Yeah, true. And it's the perfect season. It's coming out on October 22nd. It's like perfect spooky season time. Rocks the Cradle is like a cult kind of classic situation. So I'm surprised they didn't just throw it.
That's where Orphan came from.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just throw it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Decisions. But I think I'll watch this to see if they like modernize it in any way.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be entertaining. The runtime on it is not listed yet. So
can't be that long.
No, it can't be that long.
You can only do a seductress, crazy woman for so long. For it's kind of like, okay, y'all, kill her already. Like, wake up, kill her.
Next up on the trailer park is for Welcome to Derry. This is a horror series that is coming to HBO Max.
Horrific series.
This year in 2025. The exact date is October 26th.
Now, the spooky season situation.
Who is it going to star? It is going to star Bill Skarsgård returning as Pennywise. But it will also star Taylor Page, who is the main actress, and James Remar.
Yes, they are. So this follows a family that moves. So this is a prequel, from my understanding, to the It movies, which I have, of course, not seen because I'm not crazy. And they have moved into a new neighborhood. And I don't know what year it takes place, but it's definitely kind of
1862. 1962.
I was about to say 18.
I think it's 1962.
The 60. So black-white relationship situations is there. Racial tension is part of this. But I guess a kid gets kidnapped and crazy things start to happen.
Yeah.
So and then Pennywise. Now, why does it look like in the trailer Pennywise comes from a meteor?
Pennywise is an alien. You didn't know that?
What?
You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
It is sci-fi. Pennywise is an alien from space. Yes.
Why he look like a clown?
He's a shape-shifting alien. It's like the Thing.
You're kidding.
It is the Thing.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's a shape-shifting alien from space who transforms into your fears. You didn't know he's from space?
Listen, I'm watching the trailer, and I cannot wait to go over this because I have questions.
It is Goldira
he
from Think of
Monsters. I was like, is there a meteor?
Yeah.
I almost text you like, did they turn this into sci-fi?
Yeah.
He's an alien.
Yeah, it is from space.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, Stranger Things, sci-fi, all of that comes from this type of genre.
That's wild. So the It movie that they remade was like remake of It. And then the It 2 was about the kids that grew up. Right?
Both were a remake.
Okay, and then this is a prequel before we get to the kids.
This is going to be the only original thing that they've done since its inception.
Gotcha. This is crazy to say. For me,
it's funny that you didn't know he was an alien.
That is.
I mean, but you don't watch it. So.
I don't. I had no. When I tell you, I had.
On the surface, it just seems like a killer clown.
Are they retconning like the dude in a costume? Like, why is he coming from space?
Killer clowns from outer space.
I literally was confused.
Yeah.
Second, this actually looked pretty good, and I was like, "Ooh, can I watch this?" Because clowns don't bother me. I'm not bothered by clowns.
Yeah, and he's not always a clown. He's whatever he manifests as whatever the victim's fear is. He's a shape-shifting alien.
Okay.
So his most common form is Pennywise the clown, because most kids are afraid of clown. But when he actually goes after people, he transforms into different fears. One in the original It, the girl feared her dad.
Okay.
Because he was abusive, so he would just portray her father.
Oh, Oh, interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, because in the trailer, he's mostly just shown as the clown. He as you just heard me say, he falls from a meteor, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And he popped up. I was like,
that's funny.
I was so confused. You should have seen my face. I was like, this don't make no sense. Yeah. And then we get some good shots of Pennywise and some kids getting taken and putting in the smoke and dark and all that. And I was like, this actually sounds kind of good, but. And I'm not afraid of clowns, which I was kind of like, I might be able to handle this.
Yeah, that was the thing about it. He wasn't always a clown. He would be as different stuff. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. I might attempt to watch this.
Okay.
Like, I ain't going to watch it live because it's going to probably come on at night. But during the day, I might check it out.
The first episode will tell you whether or not you can stick out the rest.
You're right. I mean, I sat through the trailer and I was like, oh, this is
I'll support Taylor Page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So TBD if Cheryl actually watched this, but Cheryl did not know that it was a.
Next up on the trailer park is for Wicked for Good. This comes out November 21st. This is part 2 of Wicked. Mm-hmm. This is the second trailer for this, and this is going to star Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
This is the last trailer. They said it was the last. I'm like, y'all ain't fooling me. We getting teasers before. Don't come out till November.
Michelle Yeoh, Jonathan Bailey, and our fave
Jeff Goldblum. Yes. This looks as good as the first one.
Yeah, it looks as good as the first one.
People were saying this one I guess is not as happy or as
people
warm
are
and cuddly.
Divided about the first and the second one.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently we get more serious in this one. Yeah. Which by the trailer I was like, I don't know.
But they built it up in the first one. Like the politics and the disappearing of the animals and losing their voices and stuff like that.
And we're getting I guess Dorothy and the crew in this one. There's some alluding to certain characters turning into other characters. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it because it might be a spoiler. I have not read the book. Yeah, or I've not read the play, so I don't know exactly what happened.
This movie is putting all the pieces together for Wizard of Oz to take place.
Okay.
But Wizard of Oz takes place during this movie.
Yes, because we get that house going and all that. So it must be like in the...
It was funny because it was a picture of Elphaba standing in front of the house, and the caption said Elphaba and Nessa in Wicked 2.
Oh. I mean, that is Nessa down here. We already know who Nessa is.
Feet wasn't even in the picture, but it was just like, oh, that's not nice.
Right. I mean,
she's under that house.
Yeah, she definitely under. I mean, that's why she got upset, right? Yeah. So
and she's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes.
Which one died? East.
Yes,
East died in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Oz tells them to go find the Wicked Witch of the West. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
WWW.
Yeah, this will be a smash hit. People are gonna see it multiple times.
Probably make more.
I'm curious if it will.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it will. I think they spent so much promoting that first one that they don't even really need to promote as much for this one. They just like, y'all, it's coming out the 21st.
It's going to come out. It's going to get a sing-along version. That's going to come out a couple weeks after it comes out. Yep. And then it's going to go back in the theaters.
In like January.
Actually.
No, March.
Yep, it will. After like the holiday fallout. And when the only thing else is going to be Anaconda. They could easily eat that up.
Well, that and the fact they're going to probably put it back out for award season. You know, refresh people's minds and whatnot. So I'm actually looking forward to this one.
It won for costuming. So
it did. And I think people are waiting to see if it gets the bigger awards with this movie.
Good luck. There's a lot of other stuff coming out. It's going to have to go against Sinners.
It is.
Sinners costuming.
Yes, I think there's going to be quite a bit of overlap between this and like a Sinners in terms of not the acting and the kind of movie before like costume and stuff like that.
That'll be Ruth's third.
Cinematography, probably score and all that. It's definitely going to be some overlap.
I hope Ruth wins again. You know why I hope Ruth wins again?
Absolutely.
Because Ruth won twice for Black Panther, and if she wins for Sinners, it'd be from a leftover Black Panther outfit. I mean, leftover Blade outfits.
Right. Be like, these are literally Marvel costumes.
Winning for MCU stuff.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be great.
I would love it.
She's from Iowa.
I would just be like, yes, 3-peats. Let's get a 3-peat going. I mean, I'm about to start campaigning for that.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to Wicked for sure.
Next stop of the trailer park is for Avatar: Fire and Ash. This comes out December 19th. I forgot this comes out in Christmas.
I don't know how you keep forgetting that.
Anaconda needs to worry about this.
Yes.
Although, I don't know. I would like to see Avatar and Wicked go head for head.
No,
I don't know. The sing-along crowd is
now. I know we always say Disney don't play, but I think Disney's smart enough not to go against Wicked. I think they might be like, we ain't.
What's Wicked?
Wicked is WB.
WB
or
Universal.
Everybody's saying
WB's the GOAT now.
Child. WB getting one good year.
Now they're the GOAT,
and everybody like this is the greatest studio. Like, do y'all still forgot who run WB?
It's like if you just search your own tweets from last year about WB, you realize you're contradicting yourself.
Right. The DCEU was not that long ago.
It wasn't.
And they started with Mickey 17.
Y'all were just questioning James Gunn.
Right.
Now he's the GOAT.
My fault. Universal is wicked.
Oh, there's definitely no competition there.
No,
Universal can't take Disney.
They can't, but I feel like Wicked is its own golden goose that they probably don't want to mess with.
Anyway, Avatar Fire and Ash comes out December 19th. It's going to star everybody from the other Avatars. What is it going to be? It's a continuation of Avatar
1 and 2.
There is a new tribe, the Fire Tribe, that wants to spread their fire across the world.
Sure.
I don't know, the villain.
Pandora.
The villain seems very basic. Like
this movie,
the fire chick.
The plot line is, listen.
It is. I'm like,
it's basic.
This is very backwards. She seems backwards. Which is sad.
What do you mean by backwards?
Like, her motivation seems very backwards.
It's just regular.
Like, fire came and burned my people, so now I want to spread the fire across the rest of the world because
I did catch that.
Because when the fire burned my people, the gods did intervene. Yeah. I'm like, this is backwards.
So you should hate fire. You should be like Ice Queen.
I was like, right? Yeah, exactly. This is backward.
So is that the next movie, like Ash and Ice?
There's supposed to be a different tribe in the next
Frozen?
one. Yeah.
It's Frozen too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Listen, I've not seen Avatar 2 because
it seems like the military guy is like taking advantage of her backwards mentality.
Yes, he is. He's like, if you want me to spread your fire, you need me. No, she don't.
I'm like,
she don't need you.
This is so backward.
Why does she need you specifically?
But also, it looks like outside of that doesn't seem like the most interesting thing in the movie to me. I mean, it's going to be the action. That's where the action is.
It's going to be the visuals.
No, the interesting part about it is apparently now they figured out how humans can stay on Pandora.
Yeah, they doing a little changalang thing. I don't know what it's
and now
called.
they don't have to wear Spider,
yes.
who's Ethan from Scream 6, doesn't have to wear a mask anymore.
Right.
But it's funny because Jake Sully tells Neytiri, like, oh, what happens if humans can continue to breathe on Pandora? There will be no more.
I didn't get what he meant by that.
He was basically saying, I'm American. I'm from Earth. I lived in America.
Right.
Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
When they came over. Right.
Okay.
The first thing they did was eradicate the natives when they figured out that they could live over here without dying of famine.
Right.
So they're going to do the exact same thing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what the first one was about?
Yes.
Okay.
The first one was Pocahontas.
There's a
Dances
meme
with Wolves, however old you are.
There's a meme of an older guy in like a flannel shirt,
mm-hmm.
and it says Avatar 1 and 2, and then he gets a Christmas gift. It's the same flannel shirt he got on, and it say Avatar 3, and I'm like, that's true.
You know what's funny?
Movie.
It didn't.
Looks good though.
The trailer didn't generate any hype, and I saw people commenting saying like, oh, it's been too long, nobody cares. And like, y'all say this every time these movies make $2 billion. All
right, y'all ain't convinced me. Y'all gonna go see it.
The moviegoers aren't online.
Right.
This movie's gonna make like $5 billion
because it looks. I think it looks good. Like visually stunning.
It stays at the top of whatever the effects can do.
Because they give James the money. They be like, James, do whatever because you're going to bring us $2 billion. Mm-hmm. I do whatever you want, sir. We don't care.
Yeah.
But it's the plot line's going to be like, we don't care about the plot. We're here for the visuals.
But Avatar does prove that beautiful gowns is enough.
Yes.
Yes. If you make the gowns pretty enough.
If you put beautiful gowns with a good brand name, $2 billion. Yeah, and the brand name being James Cameron.
I don't know why people are acting like nobody's going to go see it. You can be disinterested, sure, but you'll be there.
Oh, you're going to see it.
I won't.
You're going to see it in like 4K, VistaVision, IMAX, 3D, X3D, 4DX. Yeah. Like, everybody's going to go see this movie.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be the most watched movie in all time.
It might.
Yeah.
It might, because I don't know when 4 and 5 are coming, because apparently there's 4 and 5, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he gonna run out of tribes here in a second. You have to make up some new.
How old is James Cameron?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Because 4 and 5 has got to come around after he does his Hiroshima.
Well, remember he said at first that somebody else could do 4 and 5, and then he circled the block back around and was like, "Nah,
it could only be me."
Thank you. He was like, "Actually, no," and he shouldn't. Don't hand it over. It's too late.
James Cameron is 71 years old.
Okay.
So not being ageist, but I mean, ask people like
Martin
Francis
Scorsese
Ford Coppola.
Or they're like, I think it is Ford Coppola who was talking about like, we only got so much time. Like, we 80.
Francis Ford Coppola's like, I have dreams. I still have things I want to do.
Right.
But, I mean,
time is of the essence.
I mean, if you could push it out, sure, but it might be safer to. It might be better.
To give it over?
It helps franchises when you switch up the directors. It gives it different flavor. I don't think people are attached to James Gunn as much. I'm James Gunn. I don't think people are attached to James Cameron as much as they are just attached to the brand at this point.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
And you can give it to like what's our fave? The creator.
Yeah. Gareth Edwards.
Yeah. Give it to Gareth Edwards.
Yeah.
Why not?
He could at least bring it under budget.
And he can make the visuals pop. And that's what we're here for.
Avatar 4. This is Avatar 3.
Yeah.
2025. Avatar 4 is slated for 2029.
Good God.
Yeah. So it'll be 76.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
He could get an assistant if he needs.
I can't make a movie now. I'm in my 30s.
Hello.
I don't have the energy.
I can't write a book.
Hey.
You give me some resources, though. I can do anything you want.
Right. Next up for the trailer park is for Greenland 2, The Migration. I don't know why. Every time I read this, I think of The Land Before Time. The Migration.
Okay.
I don't know why.
That's fair.
But
cult classic.
Greenland 2, The Migration. This is a sequel to the original Greenland that came out in 2020. If you don't remember it, because you were on lockdown, because this came out during COVID. So we probably
It was a COVID movie, for sure.
This is planned to come out January 9th. 2026. Who is it going to star? It's going to star everybody who lived in the last one.
You say that like we watched this and know who that was.
That includes Marina Baccarin, who we last saw in Deadpool. Gerard Butler. When did I see Gerard Butler? You saw Plane.
I did not see Plane, but I know he was in Plane.
Okay.
I heard it was good though.
Olympus is falling.
Probably.
What was the French one?
London.
When they killed Angela Bassett. London.
Was it London is Falling?
Yeah, that was the last one I saw. Oh, wait. No, I didn't see his cop movie.
No. Den of Thieves?
Yeah.
I didn't watch those.
Okay, so.
Skipped.
London is Falling.
He was in Gods of Egypt.
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to star Roman Griffith Davis.
Law-abiding citizen. That was the last thing we saw him in.
That was the last thing we saw of him?
You didn't see Law-abiding citizen with Jamie Foxx?
No.
It's a good one.
Okay.
That was a good one.
It's also going to star Roman Griffith Davis returning as the son. Where is Roman Griffith Davis from? We just saw him.
Did we? Mm-hmm. The son looked familiar to you?
Yep.
Roman Griffith Davis.
He played Curly in The Long Walk, the first one to be shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looked. His hair not curly. It's not curly in this.
No, not in this movie.
That's what threw me off. I was like, his hair was actually curly in The Long Walk.
So everybody's returning. What is this about? The plot is actually pretty interesting. Cheryl didn't see this, and she actually loves disaster movies. So a little bit of background for Greenland.
I have something to say when you get done.
Greenland came out in 2020. It was pretty much stuck in development because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so it didn't get to go to theaters and went straight to video on demand. So most people ended up seeing it directly from their homes. What is it about? Greenland was about a meteor shower was coming to hit Earth.
Fallout style.
Gerard Butler worked for I think some branch of government, but they were chosen to go to the bunker to be saved. So they are journeying across the world to make it to, I think it was in China. It was in Asia, I believe. The bunker.
Don't matter when it
hit. But they're journeying across the world to make it to the bunker. They make it. The rest of the world on the outside dies. The survivors stay inside the bunker. The migration picks up 5 years later. They cannot stay in the bunker forever. It's time to go back into the surface to find food and resources. But the meteors are still falling, and geographical storms have taken over the entire planet. And they find that the only habitable place on the surface of the planet to live is in the crater site from the meteor.
Lush and green.
Because it's below the storms, and that's where the atmosphere has returned to normal, and the grass has regrown, and they got fresh water.
And animals.
So they're traveling.
Are animals there? What are they going to eat? Don't ask.
They didn't show any animals.
They didn't show any animals.
So they're traveling to the crater.
Yes. So I don't know how I missed the first one because this is definitely something I want to watch. This is giving me Moonfall.
Yeah, we saw Move On theater, so we should definitely see this one.
This feel like a Dolby situation, to be honest.
And we ended up watching Geostorm at home, so.
Yes.
And we enjoyed Geostorm. It wasn't great.
Listen, these are not the movies I go to because I care about the plot.
No, they're loud and abrasive.
These are the movies I go to because I want it to be obnoxious, loud. I want the best, most obnoxious CGI that you can find, what you see in the trailer.
And I want them to make a complete fool of science.
And everybody. I want everybody to be stupid.
You're right.
I want all the people to just vanish because they decided they want to go to the beach when there was a storm outside.
Yeah.
Foolishness is what I am here for.
Yeah.
I hope they put this in Dolby because this feel like a Dolby adventure.
Yeah. This, I mean, we saw Moonfall in Dolby, and that was the right choice.
Ooh, my eardrums was hurting.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I came for.
So we'll definitely be seeing this.
Putting this on the calendar. Okay.
I'm actually excited for it. So this comes out in February.
No, January.
Oh, I'm sorry, January. Yeah.
A month early.
So.
And January is usually a quiet movie month anyway. So I was like, yes, we got something for January.
I guess the only thing that'll still be out is Avatar and Anaconda. So.
Something else comes. Bone Temple comes out in January. I don't know if it's the same weekend though.
Oh, interesting.
Let me see. Skirt. January is. It comes out the 6th. No, so it doesn't come out the same weekend. It actually might be one of our first reviews for January.
For Greenland?
It comes out January 6th, 2026. And 28 years later is like 2 weeks later.
Cool. So this year we started out with Conclave, so we're switching it up.
Yeah. A different type of conclave.
Yeah, different type of disaster.
Right. Not of the religious tone.
Next on the list is The Bride. This comes out March 6th, 2026. This has been made forever.
Yes, it has.
Because everybody has already seen it. Because we've been hearing reviews about it forever from movie insiders. This is going to be directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, who we love. She was a better Rachel. She was only in one movie, then she got blown up.
Was she a better? Yeah.
She was better than Katie Holmes.
She
got more to do.
I thought about it for 2 seconds. Was like, I don't know why I'm thinking about it.
She was.
You're right.
She was a better Rachel.
She was. Sorry.
This comes out March 6th, 2026. Interesting date.
Being in March?
March 6th.
You talking about our mom's birthday?
Yeah.
Will she know what she's seeing when she come up that weekend?
So we have an activity.
Right. Now she gonna listen to this and be like, I'm not gonna see that. Yeah, you are.
Sorry. Actually,
this right up her alley.
Your mother's favorite author is Mary Shelley.
Oh, well. We good then.
Yeah.
We good.
This is going to be set in the 1930s Chicago. Frankenstein's monster asks Dr. Euphonius to create a companion for him. They give life to a murdered woman as the bride, sparking romance, police interest, and radical social change. Now, something else that I saw that was very interesting in this synopsis is...
I like the different take on it, I guess.
Where is Frankenstein? Where's Dr. Frankenstein?
Maybe it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Because Jake Gyllenhaal plays.
They have Christian Bale listed as Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is the monster.
Yeah, there's always that weirdness, right?
Yeah.
Like, who's the monster?
So they're
who's
calling
the doctor?
him Frankenstein in the movie.
But is he Dr. Frankenstein? I don't know.
Dr. Euphonius, I think, is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Annette Bening.
Oh, is she Dr. Euphonius? Interesting. So then who is Jake Gyllenhaal? Is he Dr. Frankenstein?
He don't have a title.
He doesn't.
So they might be keeping some of this.
Peter Sarsgaard is supposed to be playing some detective, and Penelope Cruz also stars in this as Myrna, but it doesn't state what her role is.
Interesting. Because, in the Frankenstein movie by what's his name?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
Toro.
What's his name?
Oscar
Isaac is the doctor, and then
Jacob Elordi is the monster.
Is the monster. In this situation, it sounds like there's because you're right.
Well, it says 1930s, so maybe he's long dead.
Okay.
And
you're right.
The monster's immortal.
Right.
So
it does say Frankenstein's monster.
So maybe he's already killed Frankenstein. This takes place after that original story.
I could feel that.
Interesting. It looks fun. It's going to be shot in, I guess, it's like noir.
Yes, it's more like a black and white situation, and a little pops of color.
And it seems kind of like a mix between like a Bonnie and Clyde and a Joker Folie à Deux without the music.
Agree. Yeah. Because she's kind of like, who am I? What am I? What is going on? And he's like, don't worry about it. Just follow me. take my lead, and he's like beating people up and stuff. And it's like, she's kind of like, do I want to be a part of this? Do I not? I don't know what's going on.
This is probably like the third Frankenstein movie we've gotten in like the past 5 years, because Poor Things just came out in 2023.
Oh, you're right. Poor Things was kind of like a Frankenstein. Yeah, there's been it seems like every so often Hollywood picks a character and makes like 5 movies about that one character in a short time span. And Frankenstein is where we are right now.
But we're closing off the monster trilogy. We got the Dracula, we're getting Werewolf, Frankenstein, and now the Mummy's coming out. So
right. Did Nosferatu have Frankenstein in it? No.
Nosferatu didn't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. It could have, but they were like, let me leave that alone.
It could have existed in the world. I mean, honestly, Werewolf could exist in the same world as Nosferatu. It's being made by the same person.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So
I like the different take on it.
Yeah, I like the take on it. Mm-hmm. It seems like it's going to be more focused on the bride. We know Frankenstein's story already.
Right.
So,
and I think Christian Bale's going to do good as a Frankenstein.
Christian Bale's a great character actor.
He is.
Yeah.
He's kind of crazy.
It's amazing.
But that's good.
Next up on the trailer park is for The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Baby Yoda's back.
Is a well-anticipated film from the Star Wars universe that is coming out May 22nd, 2026. It is going to star Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian and the puppet as Grogu.
Right. On the poster it says Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin. And then it says Grogu as himself.
Yes.
Like, y'all know that man's name, that little thing is Baby Yoda. Why y'all playing? Why is y'all playing?
What is this going to be about? It is going to be a galaxy-hopping adventure about something we have no clue what is going on.
Hijinks and shenanigans.
We have no clue what's going on.
The trailer doesn't tell us exactly.
I will say, though, that the trailer does look like an extended episode of the show, which isn't a dig, because we've said for a while that you can't tell the difference in quality between a Disney series and a movie these days.
2 things to say about that. Mm-hmm. One, I agree with you. Mm-hmm. But people took that as a negative.
You can't tell the difference anymore.
And they were like, it looks like a long episode of The Mandalorian. It's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah. What were you expecting?
It's called Industrial Light and Magic.
2, people were like, I saw a tweet where somebody said, it's amazing to me how a movie is supposed to have an upgraded quality and it looks just like The Mandalorian. I was like, sir, have you seen The Mandalorian? It looks good.
It's so funny that now they're saying the Mandalorian movie looks the same quality as the show, but when The Mandalorian first came out, they were saying The Mandalorian is the same quality as the films. Which is it?
Looks like a freaking movie. Yeah. The TV show looks like a movie.
Is it Uchiwali or One Mic?
It's literally
like
pick one.
The complaints are a circle.
The Mandalorian was one of the best looking shows. Like despite how you maybe felt about the show, I liked the show. I think season 3 was kind of it's okay. But it looked good.
It looks the exact same as Andor. The difference is Andor has more like clean ballrooms and white suits than the Mandalorian does. But it's still industrial light and magic. They're shooting it on the same volume. You can probably see Gillian Anderson's dusty footprints in the same spot when they're filming it. So
I just don't. People are interesting. People who said that the trailer, like, it doesn't show the plot. It literally shows them going through hijinks and shenanigans.
Yeah.
But that's literally what Mandalorian was about.
Every episode.
So people were like, oh, this is not the trailer you want to release and it doesn't look good. It doesn't show much. And then you had the other side of the internet was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. And I was like, what? But once again, the internet's not a real place.
The movie's going to be successful.
What they did not do, which I'm glad they didn't. I thought they were going to age up Baby Yoda. And I was like, no, too early for that. And they didn't. He looks the same. He googles and gagas the same. Yeah. He got more powers, it looks like, obviously because he's in training, right? But I was like, no, they need to sell them plushies and whatnot. They're not edging that baby up.
They can't. At this point, they set the precedent with Yoda. He's $1 billion. So it's going to take forever for Baby. Din Djarin will be long gone by the time Baby Yoda's a teen.
I'm fine with that. Listen, Baby Yoda, Stitch had his run. But Baby Yoda about to take over.
I'm interested to see who else is going to cameo in this. When this was first announced, they were talking about how the Mandalorian Grogu movie is going to be a convergence of all the series.
Okay.
But I didn't really see
Ahsoka, I guess, because she's
in a different galaxy.
She's stuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Forgot she's stuck.
I mean, whatchamacallit is back.
Who?
The guy that they got out from the other galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Is that different time periods? I can't remember.
No, it's the same.
Same time period.
So is Thrawn out?
Oh,
does it take place during they're in the same time period, but when does this movie take place?
Hold on, are they in the same time period? Because this is when Luke
Ahsoka was in Mandalorian.
She was. Thank you.
But we just don't know, like, when does this take place, before or after the last season of Ahsoka? Is Thrawn out?
Right.
I feel like Thrawn would be a bigger issue.
You're right about that. This has to be after season 3, though. I don't know where season 1 of Ahsoka and Mandalorian season 3 exists on the timeline. So I can't
that's the question.
That. Okay.
So, and we didn't see a villain in this movie. Well, I don't know. Is Rota supposed to be the villain?
Probably.
The Jabba the Hutt son?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're going to get like a super sleek new villain that we ain't seen before.
Interesting.
Hijinks and shenanigans. That's what we're here for. This about to be a 4-quadrant movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They about to sell all the toys, the plushes, the Funko Pops, the water bottles, the old wallers, all of that. And I might buy me a couple. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so that is the last stop on the trailer park. Let's dive into this bunch crew.
Only 2 bites to crunch this week. First one is there is a I'm GLADYS movie in the works. Zach Krieger is confirmed. If you don't know who Auntie GLADYS is, she is the crazy chick from Weapons. This will obviously have to be a, spoiler alert, prequel. She did not make it out of that movie, and people asked for it. So I guess we don't complain about things like this.
I know what I want.
What?
A scary version of Agatha all along. I want GLADYS and I want her coven. I want the other witches, and I want to see her do more than just regular like hypnotism.
What else she
magic.
was doing?
What else?
What other skills did she
have? With your bowl of water.
I mean, her bowl of water is pretty deadly.
Yeah,
but I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to see more witchy stuff.
I just think it's interesting how certain movies are allowed to have prequels and sequels, and certain movies are not.
Yeah.
So we're not complaining about this one, but we complain about something else. But whatever, I would be interested in watching this.
Yeah, I'd be interested in watching this.
For sure. Sign her up. Get her before she get committed to something else.
This is gonna come sometime after the Resident Evil film. That takes priority.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that movie's gonna be a breakout.
That one will probably be like the best one. Because it's had some misses.
You're right.
It seems like he knows what he's doing.
But it's a cult. Don't those movies have like a cult following because of the games?
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
They do, but it doesn't work when all the other adaptations have been great.
Okay. You got to build back the trust.
But we're back in the video game movie era.
Horror is obviously doing
and
great.
And horror. So.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's a twofer.
I'm TBD for that Resident Evil movie.
Next scoop of crunch, Marvin Jones III has been cast as Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. What do we see him in last?
I don't know. But we heard him last because he voices Tombstone in the Spider-Verse movies.
Nope, think again.
Huh?
That's not where you saw him last.
Tombstone or the actor?
The actor. Shadow Force. He was one of the hitmen. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was. He was. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I am interested in who else they about to move from the series, animated stuff to live action.
Yeah. It seems like this movie's just gonna contain most of his gallery of villains.
I'm not mad about that. Yeah. Everybody on the street level. We are on the street.
So they're giving you everybody on the street.
Underground. Okay. We are riding the train.
They're putting all the street level villains in one movie.
Then the next one gonna be like in space.
Yeah. Oh, the next one's Secret Wars. So literally in the multiverse.
Right. You're right. You're right about that.
So they're like, we're giving you everything you want now.
So y'all can shut up.
Right.
Stop complaining about everything. Listen, if we gonna move somebody else from animated to live action, go ahead, call up Coleman Domingo.
Bring in Nico.
Yeah. Just bring the whole cast.
Norman would be great.
Of the animated series from Spider-Man and just move them on into the live action. I will not complain.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would write a letter of thanks, actually.
Yeah.
So, Spider-Man Brand New Day. There was Tom Holland and another stunt woman had a little accident. So they paused production for a little while.
Okay.
But they've started back up. He good. They haven't said anything about the stunt woman. Hopefully she is also good.
Okay.
But they have started filming back up and whatnot. So it sounds like everything is still on track to still come out. Because our first was like, they about to delay this.
Yeah.
But I think we're still good.
Good for them.
We're still good. So I'm sure we'll have more casting news about this movie as it gets leaked and or announced.
Still don't know who Sadie Sink is playing.
Nope.
It's still under wraps.
I did see something today that there's a rumor, I don't trust nothing unless a trade or Kevin Feige says it, that the main villain is supposed to be a shape-shifting woman. I don't know who that is. I don't know enough Spider-Man lore to know who that is. Exactly. Crickets.
I mean,
it could also be, it's a rumor, right? Because it also could be made up. Who knows?
A shape, like a gender bent version of Chameleon, like
maybe.
from Craven.
And that I don't know.
The only shapeshifter
in the Spider-Man
Mystique.
No. Don't be putting no X-Men where they don't belong.
We
already had the whole conversation about her being Jean, and we were like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I don't know. They didn't say who. They just said
shape-shifting woman.
It is, like I said, it's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. It is not, a trade has not confirmed it.
Okay.
They also had never came back and confirmed that Florence Pugh was going to be in it. That kind of came and went. They were like,
They were also rumoring it was going to be Negative Man because they keep seeing Japanese symbols all over the set.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Once again, rumors not confirmed.
Yeah.
I hope they keep something under wrap before this movie comes out.
Cool.
Something. But yeah.
All right, so that is all the Trailer Park and Bunch of Crunch this week. We're going to take a short break and start with our first review, Marvel Zombies.
This week we watch all of Marvel Zombies because there's on 4 episodes. It came out September 24th, 2025. Creators behind this are Brian Andrews and Zeb Wells. They have worked with Marvel before. They're mainly, Brian is mainly a storyboard artist. Okay. Kind of like Eyes of Wakanda, where the guy was a storyboard artist and then he was the creator for show. Which I think is kind of cool how Marvel does that. They kind of use people that have done other work and kind of let them do a show. Pretty cool. Casting characters of Marvel Zombie include, I'm not going through everybody because everybody named mama and their cousin and their daughter is in this. So I'll hit the highlights. Miss Marvel, Riri, Kate Bishop, Friday, Okoye, Eric Brooks, Blade. So Blade is Moon Knight in this. Mm-hmm. He's a hybrid.
It's Blade Knight.
Mm-hmm. Melina is in this. Black Widow's. So the Evie from the Mummy. Mm-hmm. The mom is in this. Not mm-hmm. Natasha.
Right.
Other Black Widow. Because I read it like, hold on, that doesn't work out. Yelena is in this. Red Guardian. I am reading everybody. I'm just gonna keep going. Shang-Chi is in this. Katie, Jimmy Woo. Who is this? Oh, Shang-Chi's dad is in this. John Walker, who I missed. I don't remember John Walker being in this.
Some of the characters look the exact same.
Was that not Captain America then?
Like John Walker and Zemo kind of look the same.
Okay, interesting.
And Captain America kind of. So
who was the half thing in the suit? Who was that? Captain America?
I think that was Captain America.
Okay, so I totally missed John Walker.
Yeah.
By
so the animations, the faces look kind of similar.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Zemo's in this. Wanda. We have Spider-Man, Ant-Man, mm-hmm. Thor. We have who else do I want to name? Valkyrie, Khonshu, and that's about it. Oh, T'Challa's in this. Rocket's in this.
Yes.
Hawkeye, who else will name? Thanos, Jesus Christ, the Wasp, Ghost, and apparently the Watcher made a non-speaking bro, which
probably in the background.
Was he?
It was easy to miss the Watcher.
I must have blinked.
Yeah, I
was multitasking while I was watching this. Not out of not enjoying this, but it was kind of doing work. It's all right, so we gonna keep rolling. Runtime. So like I mentioned, this was only 4 episodes. Each episode was only about 30 minutes, so this is like a 2-hour situation. Ratings wise, since it's not in a movie theater, we don't have like cinema score and all that jazz. Rotten Tomatoes, though, critics got it at a 65 and audience has a 79. Now add an asterisk to that because there's not a lot of reviews, like official reviews. So that's kind of skewed, but the audience seemed to enjoy it more than critics. Surprise with that. So the plot, now I think we might have messed ourselves up because we did not watch What If season 3. And there was apparently a zombie episode in that.
No. I mean,
no.
We watched What If season 2. So
right. But
and that explained what happened.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, because there was a zombie episode. So the premise of Marvel Zombies is it's set in an alternate timeline. Obviously, this is not canon that we know of yet. Mm-hmm. Wink, wink.
It won't be canon.
Where What If Zombies is where a virus has turned most of the world's population into, guess what? Zombies, including some Avengers, and this follows the survivors of the zombie outbreak who are trying to stop Wanda from taking over the world. Yeah, essentially, as Wanda typically wants to do. Although she just wanted her kids back before. In this timeline, she wanted everybody. Yeah. Jay sighing because he has thoughts. So I don't think we really need to go episode by episode. Let's just talk about maybe likes, dislikes, highlights, and that general feel. You want to go first?
I just want to say that nobody's allowed to say Wanda's not the problem because she's the problem in multiple universes. So Wanda
is the villain.
Wanda is the problem.
I like Wanda the villain.
Yeah, you can like her, but you can be honest that she's the problem.
Yeah.
In every universe she's in.
It's funny because I like the plot twist in this, or not plot twist, but Wanda shows up. You see her in the posters and stuff. She's obviously zombified, but she shows up as her regular self. And I was like, is this a copy?
Because I guess she clearly still has her mind.
Yes.
Which is weird.
She's still Wanda.
Yeah.
In both versions.
Yeah.
It's not a situation where she's like good Wanda and then zombie Wanda's like bad. No,
She's
the Heifer
Wanda.
is the same person in both bodies. And she can flip back and forth at her leisure, which is like typical.
She can just warp reality.
Typical Wanda, right? So overall, I thought the series was fun.
Yeah.
It was a quick watch. I think I enjoyed it a little more than I thought I would for some reason.
Okay.
And I'll get into some little notes of why that is. I didn't expect as many. This is stupid. I know. I didn't expect as many people to die as they did. I know that's goofy. That's goofy. It's a zombie movie, right? But in every episode, like 5 people die.
Yeah.
And there's like every episode centers around main characters, like main Marvel characters that we've seen in other stuff, and they die. Yeah. They don't make it. I was like, hold up. There's too many people dying in this, but it's a zombie show. Yeah. That's what's supposed to happen. I like the Riri Kate Kamala dynamic. That was cute. It didn't last long due to certain circumstances, but it was cute while we had it. And I liked the setup of how each episode was kind of like a different point of view of what happened during the apocalypse.
I was not. I thought it was. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun show.
You keep saying that.
If you, I don't, because I don't want to be too harsh on it.
This is our podcast. We can be as harsh as we like.
Fun.
Okay, but
however, I didn't need this. and the only reason I say that is because I feel like this is just a
timeline to nowhere.
It's a spin-off of the one What If episode from the first season where they did the zombie episode of this universe that is just going nowhere. Like the whole universe is dead. The universe is never going to be restored.
But you don't like the multiple things happening in alternate. But you said this particular timeline, like everybody dead. So what are we doing?
I put down specific. I said this reminded me of, because we just saw The Long Walk. I was like, this reminded me of Big Reed said it's about enjoying the moments. Like this whole thing is pointless. It's about enjoying the moments while we're here.
Okay.
And that's just kind of how I felt watching it.
Okay.
I do think it was well written. Like,
yes, agree.
They gave everybody a lot of things to do.
Yes.
It was a very detailed plot. They had to come up with all these different scenarios.
Agree.
To put all these people in.
Yes, and give them something to do.
A good use of such a large cast of people. It kind of felt like an Avengers movie in that sense.
I will say that this made me a tinge more excited for Doomsday, because we're going to have that same like large cast of people. Jay is having a face.
For me, it made me worried.
Why?
It made me worried.
Why?
This is written really well. Doomsday isn't written as well as this. I'm going to be upset.
Fair. So you just have some caution about Doom. Listen, in Russo's I trust. So I'm not worried.
I definitely trust the Russos.
I'm not worried about it because I feel like they know better than to jack up an Avengers movie. They can do whatever they want outside of Marvel, which don't be panning out. But when they in Marvel, they know to lock it in.
I definitely trust the Russo brothers. My issue with this show isn't the show. I don't think there's anything wrong with the show. Okay. My issue with this show is that
where it fits among
this was very well written.
Yeah.
And created very well.
Yes.
Had a very good plot and a very good use of characters.
Writers on this.
And I'm wondering why that's not being applied in the rest of the MCU.
It's different segments.
Like this is where all the effort is going.
I don't think that's true. Because you have like Fantastic Four. I just think that everybody can't work on everything. So you just get varying quality depending on who you pick for what project.
I was just upset watching this because I'm like, this is really interesting. And they're giving everybody a lot of stuff to do for this really intricate, detailed plot. But y'all can't crack a 1 hour and 30-minute Blade movie about just vampires. But y'all have a zombie apocalypse with radioactive waves in space and a witch who's a zombie who can change.
I will say, watching this, I was like, y'all could have just made this Blade. I did think that. I was like,
so what is the issue?
This could have been the Blade. This literally could have been the Blade movie.
When they're like, we're having trouble nailing down Blade, I'm not watching this like, so what is the truth?
I have a tinfoil hat theory of why Blade is not working, but I'm not getting into that.
What is the truth?
I'm not getting that. I'm not getting into that. But I feel you on that. I don't disagree.
I don't have an issue with the show, but watching the show made me angry about the rest of the MCU. Like, what's happening?
That's fair.
Why was Captain America only an hour and a half long?
Or, I mean, to be fair, I felt like Fantastic Four was too short.
Yeah. Why was that too short?
Yeah, and I think Thunderbolts nailed it in terms of like length and story, but you're right. You're right. With the other two movies, it was kind of like, why was the... Yeah,
and I get that it's much easier to make something animated than it is to make something live action because you don't have to work around the schedules of participation of people. But the thing is, y'all can't even get like good live action stuff written.
Yeah.
So, but this was written, like, you can't get Blade written. Not like the rest of the stuff that's come out isn't good. I've enjoyed everything that's come out for the MCU. But it just made me wonder, like, this was written really well.
Yeah.
But you can't nail down an Eternals follow-up, and you can't nail down a Blade follow-up. Marvel's was short. Captain America was short. Shang-Chi, we're still waiting on.
Yeah, you that is a valid concern.
Just wondering.
But let me can I ease you just a little bit?
Okay, I'm willing to be soothed.
Brian Andrews is also working on Doomsday.
Okay. So now, finally.
Yeah.
Somebody woke up.
Marvel is if I will say anything about Marvel and all their things I may have nitpicks about, I feel like they're in a season of learning. Okay. And a lot of the projects that we are seeing now was in a season of just doing. So they got to push all this.
We're doing catch up. We're the Nielsen's.
We got to push. They got to push all this other stuff out, and then they gonna be like, okay, y'all, we back on whatever we want. And we are not those people that think like Marvel slide. But no. we are allowed to have criticisms about things, and that's a fair criticism.
The only reason and I'm usually not this critical about stuff, but the only reason I'm critical about stuff is because I think that this was done so well. Yeah.
You seeing a difference in
we haven't been getting what we've been asking for, but we're getting this, and this is connected to nothing, and it's going nowhere.
I got you.
But we're getting this, but we're not getting the actual stuff we're asking for.
I feel like Marvel gonna start moving them resources because they getting they're getting the same feedback.
So hopefully,
just from you.
I did put in a note. I said it is fun. So if people really want a season 2, they should get it because people shouldn't get things that they enjoy. But I would not be upset if they stopped doing this. I would not be upset if their energy goes elsewhere.
If we don't get a season 2, I would not be surprised because they said, I think Kevin Feige or somebody and Bob or whatever, we're kind of like, we had Disney Plus and they told us we need to put stuff on Disney Plus. So they like putting out stuff. And I think, as he said, they didn't spread stuff too thin. Yeah. So the quality or the effort, I won't say, we say both, quality and effort was just getting spread all over the place. Yeah. And I sound like a good chunk of that stuff went to the animated department versus maybe in all the movie department. The guy who runs Marvel Animation, I cannot think of his name right now. Sorry, I apologize, sir. He said they also had a Strange Academy and a Nova series that was in the pipeline. And I think they probably got axed because they were probably like, listen, it's too much. Yeah. We can't. Not that everything needs to connect, but we need to put the same amount of effort into everything, and we starting to spread out a little too much. Yeah, so,
I liked it. I thought it was fun. Name? It just made me upset in other areas because I'm just like, it made me worry for the next Avengers film because I'm like, this is a peak usage of these characters. If you can't match these characters in the live action in a universe where it matters, that's kind of disappointing. But also, Wanda was used really well in this.
She was.
But y'all can't find anything else for Wanda to do in the rest of the MCU.
I feel like Wanda keep coming up because she is coming back. Hopefully. That is my Delulu thought.
Hopefully.
That's my Delulu thought.
But I did think the sequences with all the characters who've never interacted before in the MCU was really good, like with Shang-Chi and Yelena, with Kate and just everybody.
Zemo and everybody.
Yeah. Zemo and everybody.
Oh, Lord, Zemo's here. Something can't be right.
New Asgard, the Sokovia Queen twist. I liked those things, how they combine all the characters that we've kind of been wanting to see, but we never got to see like interact with each other.
Right.
I do think that on the other side of that, I mean, it's just hit or miss. The emotional stakes of the sacrifices did like hit.
They had to move so fast. I was like, y'all moved on from that real quick.
The deaths in the, I mean, because it's the apocalypse, I guess.
Yeah, I think Alexi was the only one who did it right. Everybody else was like, oh no, gotta go, zombies coming. I was like, that person's dead.
But I mean, these aren't the characters, so.
Right. These are not our mainline characters.
And that's a good thing. Like, there's no stakes in losing anybody here because these aren't the characters. These
which makes me wonder. One of my notes was, are we getting a season 2? And if so, who's left?
I think they have enough to do a season 2 because they're basically just going to do WandaVision again, but set in the zombie apocalypse. They literally just did WandaVision again. Yeah,
but these people are actually dead.
Yeah, but
who left? Bucky? That's the only person I don't think showed up. Oh, you know what? Bucky, Monica, all the X-Men. Is that who's left?
Somebody said Monica could still get her powers because if they still make it to space, Monica still has to cross through the barrier.
I mean, I'm assuming Monica is still Monica. She's just not zombified and they ain't found her yet.
Did we see Monica use her powers?
Monica wasn't in this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The next season will have to include the people we haven't seen who I'm assuming are not zombied.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying Monica could still get her powers because if they go to space to do the thing, then she would still have to pass through the barrier like she did in WandaVision to get her abilities. And that's how they get a Captain Marvel in their universe or whatever.
Okay. That makes sense.
That would be cool. But I don't think it's going to connect to the rest of the MCU because of the carnage.
Yeah. I mean, you could, unless you're right. Zombies is just a totally different alternate timeline. Yeah. Trying to connect it to a main timeline not gonna make no sense. So this is for kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
A lot of kicks and giggles, but it's still kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
So those are my non-spoiler thoughts.
Okay. What else do I want to say? We got some twists. The twists were cool. I already mentioned like if it's a season 2, who's gonna be in it. It was nice to hear the OGs do their voices. Some of these people we haven't heard or seen.
It's nice to hear Wanda again.
I was like,
nice to hear Chadwick.
It's Wanda Maximoff, y'all. It's Scarlet Witch. We ain't seen or heard her in a long time. Yeah. So some of quite a few of the OG actors came back. So it was nice to hear that. And I think that was all. I'll save who was my favorite for when we get into not more spoilers. I think that's all I got for non-spoilers.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go into spoilers for this. Pretty much, and tell you who all died in 3, in 2, and 1. So my notes are actually organized by episode.
That's fine because it's way too many characters.
It's way too many characters. So it took me a second to realize. The opening episode is with Kate, Kamala, and Riri. Those are the survivors, and they are trying to avoid Hawkeye, who is a zombie, and they're trying to get this tracking device to Ohio. To get it into space because they're trying to get the Nova Corps because the Nova Corps are going to come save them. In the apocalypse and save everybody. So that is kind of the overarching plot of the movie. And then we have Wanda, who is a zombie superpower, and she's amassed this army of the zombies, people who've been zombified, including the Avengers. And Okoye is kind of basically her first in command, who's leading a zombie army to basically go stop Kamala from doing whatever she's doing.
Right.
So I did not realize that. So Friday is in this, but Friday is a bear head. And I was like, why is Iron Man a bear?
Yeah, because he's dead.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, in the first What If episode when they explained that Hank Pym brought the zombie virus back from the quantum realm or whatever, and he bit him. And that was how they went.
Yeah. So Friday's a bear head, and I was very taken aback by that.
But cute.
Friday is her own person, though. Yeah. Because there's a scene where, so in the first episode, Kate gets it. I don't remember how Kate gets it. Kate gets it, and Riri, we think gets it. Yeah. And Riri is basically Friday is Friday for Riri. Yeah. In this, and Riri gets caught up in like a zombie fight or whatever, and Friday takes Kamala and takes her to a safe place so she can keep going. And Friday says, "I gotta go back and save Riri," essentially. So I thought that was good. I thought that the storm that we got in first episode was Thor. It's not Thor. And for the longest, I was like, what is Thor up there doing? It's actually Icarus and Captain Marvel. Yeah. Battling it out. And they are so caught up in, it's two people who can't be defeated. I like how Khonshu, or what's his name? Blade Knight. Yeah. Explains it. He was like, it's just two super powered beings who can't be defeated fighting each other until they notice, what you doing down there? And then they try to kill you. And then they go back to killing each other. I really like that because he called it like the land of the dead gods or whatever.
Yeah.
And they literally just battling it out back and forth. Captain Marvel zombied Icarus is not? Or is he also a zombie?
He's also a zombie.
They both tearing each other up, but they can't die. So they literally are just fighting for all the time.
I don't know why Wanda's letting that happen.
She like, whatever. Well, she keeps them occupied. Because if they kind of came to, they would be like, girl, what you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I guess so.
Hold on. So they are fighting each other, but it looks like a good battle because you got two super beings just going at it.
Yeah.
I really like that at episode 1.
Yeah.
And then what else? Half Captain America nasty. He's only half a body. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Like he comes out of somewhere and then he leaps to go fight Red Guardian and it's only his top half. I was like, this is disgusting. And he gets smashed.
It reminds me of the scene in The Mummy Returns and Rick is fighting that half mummy on that bus.
Yes, he looks like
and it's swinging around on the poles.
He looks like that. His bone like sticking out the bottom or something. Red Guardian ends up smashing him to like bits.
Yeah.
Also nasty. But in this one, who also dies is Melina. She sacrifices herself. So we lose Kate, Riri, and Melina, and Captain America in this one.
We get a good fight between Blade Knight and Ghost.
Yes, so Ghost gets it.
Ghost was killing were those Black Widows?
Yes, those were widows.
The widows. Because they didn't have gauntlets. So I was wondering. I was like, where are the gauntlets?
Yes.
They usually all have their own pairs.
Because Lexi's like giving them a speech about, fight or whatever. And she tear them up. Yeah. Tear them up
they
good.
Didn't last at all.
And Blade slices Ghost up like sushi.
Yeah.
I was like, this is nasty. They do a good job of gushing.
Yeah.
And sound and all that with blood.
All right, episode 2. This is basically picking off in a different location, but it converges back with Kamala because we get to see the outbreak in San Francisco.
Yes.
With Shang-Chi and Katie. It looks like it starts at the PIM Tech.
I didn't get that at first, but yes.
Because I was like, where are these giant bugs coming from?
Giant bugs and giant zombies.
What does this have to do with zombies?
The bugs are on the building, and my note says big birds and bugs.
Yeah, when it started, I was like, now what does this have to do with zombies?
I was like, are they aliens? No, they're just bugs.
But I like the twist. It came from PIM.
Yeah.
But they were still dealing with the zombie outbreak. So it's Shang-Chi, Katie, Wenwu.
Shows up.
And they escape with the FBI agent Jimmy Woo.
They accept with Woo and the Shang-Chi's with the mask.
Oh yeah, the death dealer.
Yes, death dealer.
Death dealer. So they end up flying out and meeting up with Kamala and Yelena and the rest of the survivors
and
at a New Haven that's been set up. And I think by Zemo. Yes.
First thing, Wenwu sacrifices himself for Shang-Chi.
Which is fair.
That's how he gets the rings. That sucked because I love Shang-Chi's daddy. And I was like, he's here for 5 seconds. Boo! But as soon as Zemo, I actually have a note that has a curse word in it. But it was like Zemo's butt.
Yeah.
But as soon as he's on the screen, I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. So Zemo is in charge of they call it the City on the Sea, which is the freaking raft. I'm like, also not good. Zemo in charge of a raft. And just 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
So it ends up being a trap. Zemo is trying to sacrifice them all to get across the sea, and they ended up getting attacked by
zombie Namor. Yeah, he was like, oh, you guys said you were here to protect and do whatever you can, so this is how we feed the zombies to get across the sea.
Yeah.
And they just shoot them out to the water. And I was like, of course Zemo would sacrifice people for such a thing. That makes sense.
So you want to go down the list of everybody that dies in this episode?
Let's see. So Shang-Chi's daddy, Wenwu. Actually, I don't have... Denise, who was the crew of Shang-Chi, the black girl, she died. I saw it. I was watching for Denise.
Who was she?
I think she was just part of the crew.
She's like a new made-up character?
Yes, I think she was part of the crew, Shang-Chi's crew. But I was watching her because I was like, where Denise at? Denise got by a zombie, I think. And we also lost Yelena. She sacrifices herself
and Walker. Namor killed Walker.
And Walker. So that's another 4.
Yeah.
I did not see Yelena dying this soon. But when she did, that was touching because Lexi has now lost the mom. And now he's losing Yelena. And he's like, what the heck? I did not come here for this. I don't want no parts of this. So that is who we lost in this one. And the big thing. Oh, are the zombies bulletproof?
Namor is bulletproof.
Oh, that explains
That's
it.
why I was bouncing off.
They was
I
like,
don't know what the rest of them are.
Namor,
I think it's just the Namorites. Or whatever they are.
Namor was getting lit up, and I was like, why is he not dying? That didn't make no sense. Okay, so Namor is bulletproof in this one, and I think they kill Namor as well.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Namor also gets it.
Him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Namor also gets it in this. So more death and destruction. But our heroes make it to the next destination.
Yeah.
Less people.
So in the next episode, episode 3 picks up from the spin-off episode from What If.
Yes, this was one where we get Spider-Man and T'Challa.
Spider-Man, T'Challa, and Scott Lang with the cape.
Yes.
Right when they're arriving with Thanos and his zombie horde.
They did not explain. I was confused at that. I thought that was Doctor Strange for a second. But it's Scott with Doctor Strange's cape?
Yeah, they explained in a What If episode that Scott got decapitated. They put him in his head.
He's in a tube.
And he's just got the cape flying. That's how he moves with the cape.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott's just a head. Yeah. It's just a head. But in this one, like you said, we get the replay of Thor coming down in Wakanda. They're trying to save Wakanda from getting zombified, but they're not doing very well. Thanos gets all of it. He's still coming for the Mind Stone in Wakanda. He ends up getting it, but T'Challa sacrifices himself to get Thanos down to the core of vibranium.
Yeah.
But doing that releases like a bunch of energy from the Infinity Stones. And this is where we find out we have Super Hulk. Actually, his name is Infinity Hulk. I don't know if that's this episode or the next episode, but we learned that the Infinity Stones released a bunch of energy and kind of destroyed a bunch of things. They didn't cause a zombie apocalypse, but it did destroy a bunch of things, getting all that energy out.
Yeah.
And then what else do I have is that this is where they go to New Asgard. Asgard is in there kicking it, minding their own business. This is where we get Valkyrie, who's like, what y'all doing here? This is a place for guys. But then Khonshu was like, come on, girl, let him in. Yeah. So she do. And this is where we also lose Death Dealer gets it. Then Jimmy gets it.
Yeah. And Zemo.
Zemo, he deserved it. Zemo deserved it.
But the
twist is that you explain it, because I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
So they get to New Asgard. Right. Valkyrie's the standing queen, because Thor's out of commission again.
Thor's just chilling in his chair, depressed, right? Like he was at the end of Infinity War.
And Valkyrie's like, oh yeah, we've been saved by the Queen of Sokovia, and Zemo's like, Sokovia has no queen. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, Wanda's here, because there's nobody else. There's no other woman we know from Sokovia. So Wanda shows up in her normal form.
She just float down like an angel, like, hello guys.
And I instantly got it. I was like, oh, Wanda's in control of even being zombie Wanda, because what in reality is she's also created a hex inside New Asgard where they think they're eating food, but they're eating zombie pieces.
They're eating people.
So she's infecting more people in New Asgard.
So Kamala is, throughout the whole episode, Kamala's like the lead, quote unquote, because she's got the transmitter. So Wanda's kind of like, Kamala, you don't want to like go to the transmitter and fix everybody. You want to help me, right? And Kamala's like, no, you're actually crazy. And Wanda's like, I'm not a liar. I'm telling the truth.
Serial manipulator Wanda.
And she, like exactly how she did in Multiverse of Madness, where we thought she was in a cherry blossom field. Lies. She's actually in like death and destruction.
Or when she was trying to tell America, like, don't you want to die so I can have my kids back?
Basically, she's like, don't you want to sacrifice your friends so everybody else can live? And she's like, that don't make no sense.
Don't you want to?
You're lying. You are a liar.
Like, no, Wanda, I don't.
She sounds so sweet while she's saying it. And she looks like regular Wanda, so she don't look like zombie Wanda. And then when obviously her wig get pushed back, we get zombie Wanda. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you normally look, ain't it? Yeah. So that was a good play and good writing, because I was like, Queen of Sokovia, who the heck is that? And then she just floats like, hey, it's me, remember me? And it's like, oh God, that's not right. So we get a lot of zombie death here. So here we lose, I already mentioned Jimmy, Death Dealer. Thor snaps out of it for a second. But he does help fight Wanda. He doesn't die in this one, right?
Yeah, no, not this one.
Okay, he doesn't die in this one. Who else do we? Oh, and then we also get the fact that they do make it to a ship. They get up to the Nova Corps, and they're like, hey, they here to save us. We all good.
And in true Nova Corps fashion,
they said,
because the Nova Corps are nobody's saviors.
You're not getting out of here. The Nova Corps has been sitting up there the whole time.
The Nova Corps has always been bad. Even in the comics, the Nova Corps is selfish and awful authoritarian government.
And I like how that scene plays out, because they send out the beacon or whatever, and they're like, well, how long is it supposed to take? And they're like, could be a long time. And it comes back in like 30 seconds. And Valkyrie's like, that don't feel right. Because even if they were light years away,
it shouldn't be this close.
It should take a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So Nova Corps was like, actually, we here as a quarantine.
Yeah.
Y'all can't leave.
Yeah.
So they had the whole 3 episodes. We're thinking they supposed to make it out into space. Nova Corps is supposed to save them. Actually, Nova Corps is keeping them from leaving.
Yeah.
So they got to go back down to space.
Yeah.
And Nova Corps just be like, bye.
Yeah.
See, you still ain't getting out.
Always been awful.
You ain't getting out of here. You got to go home. You can't get out of here. So, and that's kind of where that episode ends, I think, is where we found out Nova Corps actually is not there to save them. They're there to keep them in quarantined Earth.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then last episode we get is, well, this is where we learn about Infinity Hulk. So all of the Infinity Stone energy ends up like radiating out. They need a way to contain it.
They didn't explain how he got the stones.
Thanos?
No, Hulk got the stones after Thanos fell
I think
into the
it was
vibranium
just
core.
energy. They said that the stones radiated all when T'Challa went down there with him and sacrificed himself. The stones blew up and they just emitted all this energy.
And Hulk sucked it up.
And
I know why. Because they said in the MCU that the stones are made of gamma energy. That's why they needed Bruce Banner to track Loki.
So Bruce Banner sacrifices himself
and
absorbed all the energy of the stone. So he's like, it's funny because they call him Infinity Hulk in the captions. And in my notes, I put Infinity Hulk before they put it in the caption. I was like, hi, look at me. I knew what stuff was called before they said it. So he's basically Infinity Hulk. He's like glowing and glistening, all the infinity energy. And that's really what Wanda wants. Wanda wants to get the energy from the Hulk to take over the world. She don't care about no transmitter. Yeah. Because at this point, the transmitter is nothing.
Yeah, because she knows the Nova Corps ain't going to save them.
She ain't worried about Nova Corps.
The road is her kingdom.
At all. She's like, leave me down here, actually.
Yeah.
I'm fine. So Wanda's trying to get to Infinity Hulk, and we basically get a big old a zombie versus whoever's unzombie fight. Essentially in this. So mostly everybody else dies.
Yes.
In this. They're sliced, diced, smashed. Even Blade Knight gets it.
Yeah.
He held on.
It's like fried by like the bridge.
Yeah.
The
Frost
bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Frost Giant. The Frosty Bridge from Thor.
I can't think of the name of it.
Y'all know what it's called.
Yeah.
Quite a few people actually get that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thor takes out a lot of people.
He does. Yeah. He does. So that ends up happening because what Wanda does is, so all the people that we lost in the previous episodes, they don't just die, they turn into zombies. So Lexi's back, Thor's back, everybody who died is basically back. Except Kate and Riri are not back as zombies. So come to find out, I said Blade 2, cancel it. I was very upset when Blade Knight got it. And then Wanda actually tells Kamala, like, look, girl, you gonna let all your friends die or you gonna let me take over? And Kamala's like, she young, she don't know what to do. She does the thing that she's not supposed to do, which is trust Wanda. She shakes Wanda's hand or gives Wanda her hand. Wanda has now touched the Hulk, so she's got the power. She wants Kamala to join in. They do the unison or whatever. The unity, essentially, is what happens.
The unit mother.
Exactly, because Wanda's mother, as we all know.
The unity.
And then it flips to a different scene. It goes black for a second, flips to a different scene. And Kamala is now back at home with Riri and Kate. And they kicking it, going to get Boba like nothing's ever happened. And Kamala's is basically freaking Westview. Kamala's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be back. And they looking at her like, girl, we don't know what you're talking about. Right. Let's just go eat. And then it starts glitching. Yeah. Wanda's taking a nap or something. And what's actually happening is she's stuck in a Westview and Riri is trying to break through to Kamala to tell her that it's not real.
How does she hack it? What does she hack?
She's Riri. She's special and she's super smart. So Riri is still alive. We don't see Kate, who I think might be still alive. We don't know. We don't see Kate.
We didn't see Kate die.
We also didn't see Kate as a zombie. I don't think.
Nope.
I don't think. We did see Hawkeye. He was already a zombie. I'm not sure about Kate. But Riri's still alive. She's trying to get through Kamala. And then it goes off.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It ends on a cliffhanger.
It does.
Which I was like, you're going to hear this complaint again in this episode. Having a cliffhanger for a series and not telling me if I'm getting a season 2 is diabolical.
It's weird.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It should be blasphemous and outlawed.
Because we don't live in a world where things get a cliffhanger just because the director didn't want to finish the story.
Yeah. So we don't know how this story ends. Some people said that they didn't mind it. Like, if this is where it ends, this is where it ends. Because, it's an alternate timeline.
It didn't end. So that's not a statement.
Right. It's a middle.
Yeah.
We literally. It's like making a sandwich and you just got bread and cheese.
It's like somebody watching a movie and somebody else walks in, just unplugs your TV while you're watching it. That's not called an ending.
And you're just kind of
like...
That
just means somebody turned it off.
So what happened here?
Yeah.
So we don't get a conclusion. Kamala is clearly stuck in a hex.
Yeah.
Wanda has taken over. Riri has survived. There's still the zombie apocalypse outside of whatever the hex is, obviously. Wanda's army was too big anyway. They were going to lose. Period. Because she had the entire population of Earth as an army. And it was like, I don't know how y'all thought y'all was going to win, but nice try. I don't know.
This is one of my complaints.
Go ahead, hit it.
When will we be free of the Wanda hex? What else do y'all know how to do with Wanda
besides
and
putting her in a hex?
She is a hex in Westview. Her child is hexing people in Agatha all along. Now she is just hexing people in the Zion. It's like, what else does she do? Is she GLADYS?
She more powerful than GLADYS.
Maybe.
I give her that much. Here's my complaint. We are getting too many things that are not finishing.
Yeah.
So Agatha all along ended technically with a cliffhanger. Like, what is next for that? Ironheart, big old cliffhanger. Yeah. What is next for that? Marvel Zombies, cliffhanger. What is next for that? If we gonna make these shows need to have a completion.
Well, and also none of these shows have a completion, but Kevin Feige and executives talking about reducing the amount of them.
Right.
So you're not completing things, but you're also talking about not making more of them.
Exactly. They reducing quality over quantity. That's cool, but you need to finish what you started.
All the stuff you're putting out don't have no endings.
Like even we are still waiting to see where the heck the 10 Rings is gonna show back up in the movies. We got a lot of connecting threads. I know y'all got a lot of good ideas, but y'all need to finish the ideas that we have started.
Yeah.
So either give me a season 2 or don't be putting stuff out with a cliffhanger.
Or write an ending.
Or y'all could have made this 8 episodes and just made it an ending.
Yeah.
Why did it need to just be 4? Why is the creators of this saying, oh, you guys need to watch this so we can get a season 2, when it's like you could have just made 1 season?
Yeah. What was the mindset behind short and not finished?
Right.
What was the goal with that?
Because we also get stuff like the special presentations, like the Punisher coming next. Like, so y'all making another special presentation where we got a TV show, 2 TV shows, 3 TV shows that need conclusions or follow-ups.
You already starting new projects.
And you already starting new stuff. Like, when is Wanda's son popping back up? When?
I mean, Vision Quest. The other one.
Oh, freaking Vision Quest. I even forgot about Vision Quest. Is Vision Quest going to end on a cliffhanger?
Is Wonder Man going to have an ending?
Is Wonder Man going to end on a cliffhanger?
We know Secret Wars is ending on a cliffhanger.
Well, I guess because we get...
so is that the thing now?
No, you mean Doomsday, right?
Wait, Doomsday, yeah.
I don't mind Doomsday ending with a cliffhanger. You know why? Because I know I'm getting Secret Wars. I don't care about your cliffhanger if I know I get a follow-up. I might be a little frustrated. I might not want to wait. That's a me problem. But y'all setting up cliffhangers with no means to an end. I'm like, what are you doing? I enjoyed this show, but still.
I really, 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 really hope this has like mass, like huge viewership.
It won't.
This, like, hits the top of the Nielsen's, because that would be the only reason to justify
a season 2.
This short and not writing the end is because you just knew going in that you were getting a season 2. And you just knew everybody in the world was going to watch it.
I'm not confident on viewership.
I'm not either.
It ain't my money, so whatever.
I'm not confident on viewership because most people didn't know this dropped when it dropped.
And it just dropped all at once. I do stick to my tinfoil hat that they are dropping these shows because they're trying to just get them out and move on.
Yeah.
But y'all are dropping shows that don't have conclusions.
And the conversation's going to be over by next week. It's not a weekly release, so it's not going to have the constant conversation like Daredevil.
Or like Ironheart had.
Ironheart and Agatha.
Like
WandaVision.
We have not reached Agatha heights of chat. Ironheart got close.
Yeah.
But Agatha definitely had the weekly. But Agatha was 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Right, and it technically ended, quote unquote, but it's still like, well, when are we going to see Wanda's son next?
Even if you didn't watch it in the beginning, you had the opportunity to watch it for the following weeks because it was in discussion and new episodes
it was still on the front of mind.
They just dumped this. Nobody knew it came out. It didn't generate as much conversation as the other shows did.
Not the weekly
ones. And it
ones.
doesn't have an ending. And we're supposed to just be like, of course it's going to get a season 2.
I don't know about that.
Is it?
Right. I mean, we're going to forget about it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like season 2 and be like, what happened in season 1?
And do they have time? I mean, because X-Men 97 is coming out.
X-Men 97 they did say that X-Men 97 and the Spider-Man show, animated show, will have yearly releases.
Okay.
So what about everything? What about everything else?
Yeah.
I know there can't be the only two Marvel shows and Marvel shows that come out every year.
They want to reduce it.
I know what they say.
Special presentations, maybe. They may do a special presentation.
They got to do more than that. They got whole departments set up for television and animation. Mm-hmm. They can't just be 3 things.
The Spider-Man series is getting a season 2.
Right. Like, that's coming out yearly. X-Men 97 will come out yearly.
Yeah.
But, like, where's Ironheart? Where's Zombies season 2?
Yeah.
Is Wonder Man going to be a one-shot deal?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
That is more of a complaint about where Marvel is in general and less about the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just airing our grievances.
This show should have had an ending in mind. You can bring it. You can reopen it. You can cut it back open and tell more story, but close it.
Right, they should have just made it longer.
Yeah.
If you weren't sure about a season 2, you should have just wrapped this up in one season.
Yeah. And
it would have just been, y'all obviously have an idea where y'all going.
Or the ending could have been Kamala shook hands with Wanda and she was trapped in the hex, and that's how it ended. Because this universe is dead and it's going nowhere.
I would have accepted that. I mean, that's how life be sometimes when you got a Wanda in your universe.
I can believe that's how this universe ends.
Yeah. It's just Wanda taking over it.
Yeah.
I'm at it.
Because who would save this planet?
Sure. I mean, that was...
Not the Nova Corp.
Like, Loki season 2 was able to end, and they ended it by Loki being stuck in a chair holding time together.
And it was the end.
That might have disturbed my soul, because I don't want Loki just chilling up there for all time, but that was the end.
But it didn't end with a sequence of Thor running after Loki like, Loki, it's a trap.
Exactly.
Then it cut to black.
Or Loki having a attack of morality, or like, should I have done this? Should I have not done this? No, this is the decision he made.
Yeah.
But they ended that.
Yeah.
Why are we not ending these other shows?
Yeah. It would make sense if Loki never came back.
It would, but he is.
I mean, he is, but it would make sense because that had an ending.
It did. If Loki was not in the next movie, I'd be like, yeah, he's holding all the time together. I know where he is. Yes. You ain't got to tell me again.
So I don't know what the trend is. Maybe people don't have the ability to do good endings. So they're just like, you know what? I'm not even going to try it. I'm just going to leave it.
That complaint is going to come back up for me. The next review.
So maybe they're just like, you know what? We can't end this well, so we won't.
I don't know if it's can't or they thought that they were going to keep this going, and then the whole backlash about y'all putting out too much, everything is not the same quality, and they were like, y'all thought y'all was getting a season 2? That ain't guaranteed. Sorry. Yeah. And they're like, well, y'all could have told us this a year ago, and they were like, sorry, things changed. Who knows what's going on over there?
It kind of felt like, I'm not sure if the ending is because they thought they would get a season 2, or they just were like, we're not coming back for this, so let's just dump what we have and then not talk about it anymore.
It's possible. I do think they are trying to dump in some of these shows and just kind of like, we're not just going to let it sit on the shelf, but we're going to put it out and we're going to keep it moving.
Like, this is as far as they got with it before they decided they weren't going to do any more individual series.
I agree with you on that.
Every little aspect
I do agree that when when the decision came down to like, we doing less TV shows, stuff was already done.
Yeah. So,
and they were like, well, we putting it out anyway. So sorry.
I will say that I was not satisfied with the cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
But I also would be completely 100% okay if this did not come back for a season 2. But if it did come back for a season 2, I would be happy for the people who really enjoyed. People really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like the people who did, it seems divided. It seems more positive than negative.
I was surprised the critic reviews was so low.
Critics don't like Marvel stuff.
I was surprised the audience score was only 79 because I've only seen people say that this is like one of the best things that they've put out animated-wise since 97.
You know the internet's not a real place.
It's not.
It's not.
I mean...
What am I
supposed to believe?
It's hard to tell like what the actual score is because it doesn't have as many reviews, so it's kind of skewed. It could be a situation where the people who hate Marvel made it because they wanted to make the score low, which is a thing. Because people are strange and have no day jobs or hobbies apparently. So, season 2 ?
Yeah.
What if we get a season 2 of Marvel Zombies? So we pretty much talked about the ending. Do you have a favorite line or scene or character?
Favorite character would probably be Kamala.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
She's just great in the role.
She was good, but my favorite was actually Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie don't show up to the last 2 episodes, but she was Valkyrie that she was in the movies that she was in this. And I was like, I miss Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Being a smart aleck.
Iman Vellani did a really good job.
She does.
I think my favorite episode would probably be episode 3.
Agreed.
When it was revealed that
the Queen of Sokovia.
Right. Wanda was in control. Like she wasn't an out of control zombie who was just willy-nilly with her power. She was completely
she was controlling everything.
Yeah.
Her flipping back and forth, the realities, all of that. So yes, I would agree with season 3. Did you have any other random notes? I think I said all my notes.
I don't have any random notes.
Let me see. I think I read through everything. Oh, Lexi's so sad. I was sad about Lexi. He was losing everybody.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah, then he died.
He turned into a zombie. I was like, God dang it. Can anybody be happy? And so let's get into our rating. Out of 5 Nicole Kidmans, what you giving this?
I will give this a 4.5. I don't think I don't think it did anything
I thought
she
was going to be like 2. No,
I was upset because it was written so well. It made me upset why the rest of the stuff isn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, okay, so why? Who's the writer? Who's the director of
this? The same writers. I'm sorry. The people who created also wrote it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So why weren't they in the writing room with the rest of the films? That was my issue with
this. It's too many things, and you can't have everybody do everything.
Okay, so take off whoever you have doing a lot of the movies and put these people on it.
I don't know if I would.
Writing.
Okay.
I don't have anything with them being directed, but this was much better written. And I'm not saying that other movies are badly written, but this is much better written. Where is the effort?
And it's the same length too. This is also like 2-hour situation.
Much better use of Wanda. Wanda was much better written in this than she was in the Multiverse of Madness, and she was dead most of the movie.
See, we might fight about that.
We might fight about it, but she accomplished a lot more in this movie.
I am very protective of Wanda in the Multiverse of Madness.
I enjoyed Wanda in Multiverse of Madness. I didn't realize that Wanda in the
she
Multiverse
could do
of
this.
Yeah. This made me disappointed in the Wanda of Multiverse of Madness. Had this not existed, Wanda in Multiverse of Madness would have been peak Wanda.
That's fair.
I'm upset.
Fair. That's my biggest upset. Oh, let me do my rating. So you said 4.5. Mm-hmm. I will do 5. I like this. I enjoyed this way more than I thought it could. But I do have the same. I'm not gonna take off because my complaint is with how this is lined up with everything else.
Yeah.
Like this could have been a Blade. If you tweak this a little bit, this could have been a Blade movie.
And I switch the zombies with vampires.
Keep them zombies. Heck, I don't care.
Yeah. Because Blade fights all type of monsters.
Right. And he could have not, he would not have had he wouldn't have been Blade Knight. He just would have been Blade, but it still could have worked. Like we already, where is Moon Knight season 2 now that we're thinking about it?
They also can do it on a cliffhanger. Oh no. The extra personality.
That is the season 2 I want is Moon Knight. Anywho, I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
My complaint with this is the fact that I agree with you. Some of the writing in this was good, that it seems like where was the writing for some of the other things? I'm going to keep my Delulu hat on and say that it's because they've been putting out so much stuff and they can't have everybody everywhere all at once. So they kind of had to like pick and choose their battles.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see where Marvel's going. We still fans. We still gonna watch the stuff.
It sucks because had this not existed, I don't think I'd be as looking at
Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Now I have like super lenses on Doomsday.
That's fair.
Like, Doomsday better be better than this. I better like all of the characters in Doomsday better than this.
You also have to remember that Doomsday is a 2-piece meal. Like they're gonna get it's a 2-piece combo situation. So you're not gonna get everything that first movie. There's a conclusion after it.
Doomsday and Secret Wars
are 2s.
Better be as thrilling as this show by the end, or I will be upset.
I have no worries that it won't be.
Okay.
I don't have any worries. This made me more excited, I guess, because I'm like, we're gonna get all these characters again. And who is directing these movies and writing these movies?
Now that you said they've brought Brian Andrews on.
He's a storyboard artist for Doomsday.
Yes. I feel better.
You feel a little bit.
Than I did starting this episode because I did not know that he was going to be part of Doomsday.
Marvel knows what's at stake.
Okay.
I think they know what's at stake, that they better get the fact that they have wrapped up on Doomsday like a year early. I'm like, okay, we learning. We kind of learning from some complaints and things and whatnot. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So. We'll be there in our bells and whistles and critiques.
All right.
That's it for our first review.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to take another break and then get our review for Alien Earth. And you may hear some complaints that you already heard in this. But I liked it. I'll just, little bit of a spoiler. I did like Alien Earth.
Me
but
too.
I do have some nitpicks.
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back. This week we finished Alien Earth. Now, if you did not watch our previous 2 episodes about our Alien Earth review, and you want a recap of like the deets and the details, you should go back and listen to that, because I am not.
A lot of things happen in these episodes.
Rehashing all of that. It's the creator is Noah Wiley. It is on FX or Disney Plus. It is 8 episodes long. Each episode is about an hour.
You've gone down the cast list twice.
And we've gone down the cast list twice. Wikipedia is your friend.
Yeah.
or the Hulu homepage, which got everybody listed. So we're going to jump right into the last 3 episodes that we have not reviewed yet. Those are episodes 6, 7, and 8.
Yep.
First episode 6 was called The Fly. Now, I thought I was spoiled when I was looking for a picture for our clip for this, because it's called The Fly, but the picture I saw was of Isaac and Octi Eyeball. And I was like, ain't got nothing to do with no fly. What is this? Anywho, so in The Fly, Nibs gets her memory wiped. So she was tweaking before, thinking she was pregnant in episode 5. They decide to wipe her memory in this. They do something goofy and don't tell nobody else that they wiped her memory. So immediately Wendy shows up and was like, hey girl, you okay? And she's like, what you talking about? So that happened. Arthur gets fired. So Arthur is Dame's husband, which we found out in the previous episode. He gets fired, but before he goes, he helps out Hermit and turns off all the Lost Boys trackers, because Hermit wants to take Wendy off the island and escape. And of course, he can't do that if they tracking Wendy. So Arthur helps him out, turns off all the trackers. Slightly, who is being coerced by Morrow to get somebody to get face hugged, eyeballs Hermit. Not literally eyeballs Hermit. He metaphorically eyeballs Hermit to get face hugged, but that don't work out because Hermit's like, you being weird, why are you talking to me? I got things to do. Boy Utani meet. So Boy Cavalier and Utani meet because Boy has Utani's aliens. Aliens like, give me my things back. So they gotta go to like the 5, have some sort of like legal agreement. They gotta meet with a lawyer. Utani don't get her stuff back immediately. Boy makes up some crazy thing like, oh, we got him, we'll give it to you, but they gotta be in quarantine because that's the law, right? And she's like, you bastard. So they meet up. This is the only time I think we see them meet up in the series. Kirsch tells Isaac to watch after the aliens and feed, because they are feeding them whatever they need to eat, because each alien's got a different diet. Kirsch tells Isaac to watch after the aliens while Kirsch is going off with Boy to meet Utani. And then I'll save the other 2 bits of what happens in this episode for after we kind of discuss how we felt about this one. Okay. So The Fly, what you think? You like it?
I thought it was good. Yes, I thought this was a good episode. I thought it was it was on brand with the rest of the Alien franchise about the stupidity of the staff, because why the heck would you erase Nib's memory and then allow her to congregate with the rest of the kids?
Immediately Wendy shows up and was like, you said you were pregnant, and Nibs is like,
but those are scientists in the Alien universe. They're dumb. They're dumb and they don't think about things.
So Nibs immediately is starting to feel a type of way because she's like, well, what did they do to me?
She's missing her life. Yeah.
Yes, she does. She has no record. They literally wipe her memory to before they even went to the crash site. Yeah. She don't know nothing about any of that. And Nibs has already shown that her transition ain't going too well for her.
She wasn't right before they switched
for her mental state. So Nibs is like, they erase Nibs to fix her, and she immediately goes back to like, I'm not okay. Yeah. So that happens. We don't get a lot of Curly. Yes, we don't get a lot of Curly in this one. The Lost Boys are kind of segregated a little bit, doing their own side quests. Slightly is freaking out real bad about Morrow telling him he need to get somebody face hugged. And I still stick with my original thought of Morrow was expecting too much of Slidey.
Yeah, he's a kid.
He's super kid. And Slidey tries to be like, oh, I'm a grown up now, I can take care of this. He cannot. No. He's still struggling. And he unfortunately gets who is the other alien who was just in
alien?
not the other alien. Who's the other lost boy that was just in Shmi? Mm-hmm. He gets Shmi wrapped up in shenanigans. Yeah. And Shmi is actually probably the most innocent out of all the lost boys. He
hasn't done anything yet.
He hasn't been corrupted.
Him and Curly haven't technically done anything yet.
Curly thinks that she's Boy Cavalier's favorite.
Oh, wants to be.
Wants to be. She's a kid, right? So she don't get that that's not how this works. Mm-hmm. And then Shmi just wants to be a kid and hang out and kick it with Slidey. And then we have Isaac, who has kind of become Kirsch's mentor.
Right.
He don't even go by what his other name is. I think it was, I don't even remember what Isaac. Toodles. They're right. They don't even call him that no more. He's Isaac. He wanted to go by Isaac for Sir Isaac Newton. But unfortunately,
Isaac goes by nothing.
Isaac don't make it out of this episode, y'all, and I wasn't quite expecting that. So the Fly is actually one of the aliens.
He's too nice.
Who eats metal.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's interesting. How did y'all figure that out? We don't get to that point. So Isaac is feeding the aliens. He feed the sheep. He feed the whatever. He goes, one of the door jams or whatever gets messed up. So he's trying to you're supposed to put the food in a chute, and the chute goes to the cage. Mm-hmm. Well, the chute's jacked up. So his dumb butt, he's a kid, opens up the door to the Fly's containment cell and tries to shoot in the metal so they can eat it. Well, Octi Eyeball, who's still in the sheep, distracts Isaac. He startles him. So the door ends up closing behind Isaac, and Isaac is stuck with the metal eating Fly. Mm-hmm. And what do you think the Fly does?
He's spraying with acid and eat him.
Eats the metal robot.
Yeah.
Isaac gets torn apart. I mean, it's just, they like eating the metal and spewing acid at the same time. It's real gross. Yeah. And Octi Eyeball and the sheep is just like, oh, my fault. Yeah. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Psych. He definitely knew that was gonna happen. So Mr. Intelligent Eyeball was still intelligent, still causing shenanigans, and now people can realize, at this point, should realize the Eyeball is not on nobody's side.
Yeah.
And definitely is not helping the robots and the humans. Another thing that happens in this episode is that Arthur is the one who gets face hugged, because in the chaos of Isaac getting eaten, somehow the egg hatch gets open. I don't even remember how.
Whatchamacallit sacrifices him.
Who?
What's his name?
Shmi? Slightly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember how the egg door opens so the face hugger can even get out.
Probably Kirsch, because they revealed that Kirsch's iPad controls the doors.
Yeah, somehow, I can't remember. Somehow, maybe the Wikipedia thing says
Kirsch knew.
Well, Kirsch is watching this go down. Yeah. And when Boy Cavalier was like, is everything okay? He just looks at the iPad and is like, yeah, everything fine. And I'm like, no, why did Kirsch? Let me see if it says.
I think Kirsch wanted a xenomorph.
Oh, it says slightly opens that's what happened. Slightly opens the door. Slightly opens the door to the xenomorph eggs. The face hugger pops out and gets Arthur. Mm-hmm. So now Slidey has his face hugged person, and he hides Arthur in the vents, and that is how the episode ends. But as Jay's mentioned, Kirsch is watching all this.
Yeah.
And does not say anything in this episode.
Kirsch also could have opened the door up for Toodles. And he didn't.
Kirsch feel like he could have stepped in. Yeah. But he doesn't. And it's thought that Kirsch has an ulterior motive, and I don't think this season said what that might have been. Yeah. So Slidey was the one who opened up the eggs. Mm-hmm. Eggs got Arthur. He puts Arthur in the vent, and that's pretty much how the episode ends. But you mentioned Kirsch was just watching.
Yeah, Kirsch was just watching everything. So he had the ability to intervene. He didn't. So he's just observing the kids.
I guess. We never really know what Kirsch is up to, which is what I like about Kirsch.
I do think he wanted an alien, though. Because I think that's why he let the plan go down. Because he wanted a xenomorph.
Who?
Kirsch.
Think so.
Yeah.
So what to do what with, though?
So he would have a xenomorph.
Interesting.
Because he seemed to be watching that after they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what Kirsch is up to.
We don't.
Still, even though the season is over.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the next episode 7, which is called Emergence. So in this one, Smee and Slidey. So Slidey poor Smee, has convinced Smee to help him because they friends, right? And they are trying to take Arthur tomorrow, which is what Marl told them to do. Mm-hmm. But this was interesting because as they're trying to escape out of the lab or whatever, they run into Kirsch. And they're like, oh, snap. And I was like, oh, crap. They got him. And Kirsch was like, what are you doing? Take the elevator to this floor. And I was like, wait, is Kirsch letting them escape?
Yeah.
He does. He actually tells them to get in the elevator, go down to this floor, go do whatever you're supposed to be. Dogs.
I think because Kirsch wanted an alien. He knew that was going to happen if he let them do their plan.
I think something different.
Okay.
But I'll wait till we get to that part. So they get out to drag Arthur out into the wild. Arthur wakes up though.
Yep.
Now this always happens, right?
The facehugger dies after it plants the embryo, and then the person is alive for a little bit, and then they get transferred.
Yes, so exactly what happens. Arthur wakes up, and they're trying to explain to him, like, oh, we need to go down to the beach because there was an evacuation, right? Arthur's like going along with it at first. He's like, something's not right. I don't know what y'all up to, but I can help y'all out of this. Like, just be cool. Let's go back. And Shami's like, okay, let's go back.
He's holding her hands.
He's right. Arthur's always been about the kid's safety, I guess, and concern, even though every adult in this situation is
not
wrong.
Right.
Arthur's basically managed to kind of do his job, but obviously he tweaks out and he gets chest bursted, and the little baby xenomorph goes bye and then escapes. Smee and Slidey, Smee is breaking up because they have killed Arthur, and Slidey told him he'll be okay. Like, we just need to take him. He'll be okay. And Smee's not happy that Slidey lied to him.
Right.
And then Slidey's broken up because the thing that he was supposed to catch is now gone.
Right.
Off in the atmosphere.
Yeah. And
then what else happened? Baby Xenomorph gets away. So they have moved all of the remaining alien. I think Octi Eyeball is the only one that's actually still contained in the sheep. They moved the sheep to another containment center where Boy Cavalier is talking to it. And this is where we find out that the eyeball can hear Inkling.
I think it's been observing.
Yes. And Boy Cavalier says the pi, every creature, everything that living on Earth that's intelligent knows pi, which is 314. Mm-hmm. Now 3.14 is like a super long infinity string. Mm-hmm. Right, it goes on forever. So he was like, if you so smart, tell me what the other numbers are. And it does with like the hoof of his foot. And then it poops. I don't get what that was about.
It was like using the poop to write a message.
Okay. So it basically tells Boy Cavalier how intelligent it is. And Boy Cavalier is like, I got to get this thing in the body so I can talk to it.
And then it like nudges at Ein.
Yeah. It basically is showing how smart it is.
Yeah.
Other things we get in this episode is that Wendy gets the adult to attack the other officers and soldiers on the because they're trying to escape. So
because Wendy, Joe, and Nibs are on the run. They're making a run for
Nibs, Hermit, and Wendy are trying to get to the boat so they can leave the island, because Hermit has convinced her and Nibs, like, we need to get out of here so y'all can be free. Mm-hmm. They run into a xenomorph and some soldiers, but Wendy tells the xenomorph to kill the soldiers. So now we know that Wendy has full control. I don't want to call it control. She can convince the xenomorph to do things, or tell the xenomorph to do things, and the xenomorph does it.
Yeah. Because xenomorphs are just they're like worker bees.
Okay.
Foot soldiers. They just take orders.
So she sees her as a queen, or is it just like, you the first person I talked to? So,
yeah,
hey.
I think she's operating as the queen, because it seems like by the end, it's not just that's listening to her, just that one. But
right.
This scene was interesting.
Which one? Her talking to the xenomorph?
Well, the ending of episode 7.
So episode 7, Hermit, Nibs, and Wendy make it to a ship, or make it to the boat to get off. Things don't go as planned. Prodigy soldiers show up, and then hijinks and shenanigans ensue.
Yeah.
Nibs is tweaking because they're trying to say, hey, y'all need to come back. Nibs like, I don't want to go back. And she's like, don't touch my bear, because she's got like a stuffed animal with it. Mm-hmm. One of the soldiers touches her bear, throws it out in the ocean. She kills him. Mm-hmm. Like, beats him to death. Yeah. And then Hermit stops Nibs from killing one of his friend's soldiers. And he just shoots her with the ray gun that Morrow shot him with. Yeah, she's tasered, essentially. She's not dead. She's tasered. And Wendy freaks out because she's like, you're killing my friend. Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? So now we have Herman and Wendy, who are supposed to be brother and sister, escaping together. Now she's mad at him because she's like, oh, I'm actually not human. My brother is. I'm a robot.
This is kind of where the writing for Wendy fell out for me. Because I was like, the writers can't decide whether Wendy's smart or not smart.
Agree. I agree with you.
Is she intelligent? Like, does she have the intelligence of a child,
or intelligence of a kid,
of a robot?
Oh yeah,
because they can't seem to decide writing wise in what's her intelligence level changes in the situation. Like,
it does.
She could understand the fact that Nibs was murdering a bunch. It was weird. In the next,
no, but she never stops Nibs from going off the rails.
She never stops Nibs from going off the rails, but also doesn't understand the nuance of Nibs is about to kill your brother's friends. Yeah. So he did not blow her head off.
No.
He just tasered her.
Right.
But she was acting like he literally dismembered her on the beach. And it's like, well, Wendy, what's going on? Where are you?
I do not care how many speeches or monologues that they give Wendy. No. She is still a child.
No. And then it rings hollow because the next scene she does something really stupid and childish.
What is that?
Like when she was, well, I'll save it for episode 8.
Okay.
Because that's when her stupid monologue happens.
Yeah, she's still. I don't know if it's I don't know if this is how they intended it, but Wendy gives off immature child.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's how they intended it.
And if that's not how they are intending it, then this is bad writing. Because she is giving me immature. Like, even though, like, her controlling the xenomorph and telling them to, like, kill everybody, her brother is like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is not good. Like, because he keep telling her, like, these are predators. These are predators. He's like, they're here to kill us. She's like, they're here to kill you. And it's like, girl, you are a robot that needs to charge.
Yeah.
And if there is not a human to recharge you or hook up your system or keep your battery going, you in trouble.
Somebody nukes this island, you're done for.
Somebody microwaves you.
And they should.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
But she's still a kid. Like, she don't really get it. And I'm like, I'm not liking you, Wendy. I don't know if I'm supposed to not like you or not.
The writing, yeah.
But I'm conflicted.
The writing goes back and forth with the character because they'll give her monologues where it's like, okay, you're saying something really profound, but then you're the next scene,
you do something kiddish.
A childlike temper tantrum.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. And that's
This episode ends with them basically being captured by the Prodigy soldiers to go back. And then Hermit and Wendy are now at odds because Wendy feels that Hermit has betrayed them because he didn't let his friend get killed.
So did you have a favorite moment or feeling about this episode?
I'll get back to this. So we also get at the end of this episode, because I wanted to circle back to this. So I didn't think that Kirsch was trying to get a xenomorph. I think the only reason that he let Shmi and Slidey get down because he was trying to get Morrow back. He was trying to capture Morrow. He used them as bait, essentially. I saw Kirsch letting them get down to the beach with Arthur is because he knew that they were going to meet up with Morrow and then they were going to capture Morrow and the soldiers. And I thought that was real slick because Kirsch shows back up and was like, hey, nice to see you.
I mean, but what is his plan with Morrow?
I don't know. I think they were just going to either burn him. I don't know. Incinerate him. I don't know.
Kirsch definitely seems obsessed with the creatures.
You think he's he's a robot, right?
He's the only really one who's been taking care of them.
Yes,
because he's the only one who can be in the room. So
right, him and Isaac were like the caretakers because they didn't want anybody else to get face hugged or whatnot. So I thought it was cool that Kirsch used Slidey and Smee to basically capture Morrow and the Prodigy soldiers.
I think that Kirsch was looking for a reason to get a xenomorph and the only reason I think is because they explain in like earlier Alien films that humans have the directive. I mean, robots have the directive where they can't kill humans. He couldn't let Boy Cavalier stand there knowing that Facehugger was going to open up, and he couldn't lure another human in there. But the hybrids could because they don't have that programming directive because they're people. Right. So interesting. I think that he physically couldn't.
Okay, and they do also capture the baby xenomorph that came out of Arthur. So now they have Morrow, they have the Prodigy or the Weyland-Yutani soldiers that came with Morrow, and they now have the baby xenomorph.
Yeah. Now I'll explain in episode 8 where I think my theory about Kirsch not being able to hurt humans kind of bottoms out. Okay. And then that's my issues with the ending of the series.
Sorry, episode 8 was our series finale called The Real Monster. So this is funny because this is like the shortest summary that I have because I think we probably got more to talk about this summary. So the Lost Boys, and that's all the robots minus Isaac, who they do not fix. He's just done. Round up the adults because now they're like, power, we're taking over, and it's
Revenge of the Nerds.
Hold up, y'all. Yeah. And then so they get all the adults, they get Morrow, and they get Kirsch. All round up. We do get a fight between Morrow and Kirsch, which I thought was pretty good.
This is my theory bottoms out with Kirsch being able to hurt humans because why was Kirsch allowed to shoot first?
Yes, so Morrow's coming for Kirsch, right? Because Kirsch got Morrow. They beat Morrow to crap, like his eyes. I actually thought his eye was in the trailer was fake. No, his eyes just real jacked up. Yeah. And then they put his cyborg arm in like a metal tube so he can't use it. So Kirsch is mad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Morrow is mad at Kirsch. So when he gets out, because Wendy does the thing that she can open up doors or whatnot with her mind or whatever. She lets out Hermit and Morrow because they're in the same cell. Morrow goes for Kirsch. They fight. Morrow breaks Kirsch's back. Mm-hmm. And Kirsch is like oozing out the
milk.
The alien milk. Mm-hmm. And I thought Kirsch was about to get it. And I actually was going to be mad if Kirsch died, to be very honest.
I wouldn't have been surprised. Timothy Olyphant is a big ticket.
He is. And then you wonder, like, is this big actor going to stay on the TV show? Right. But he doesn't at the moment. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they round everybody up. Morrow, Kirsch, all the adults. Dame. Every adult that ain't dead, essentially.
I thought Dame was going to get it twice.
I did think Dame was going to get it twice. Mm-hmm. She could have. She came face to face with a xenomorph, and I was like, goodbye.
I used to think Dame was just stupid, but now I'm like, you're not good because you were too eager to erase Nibs at the expense of losing your husband.
She thinks she's doing good, but she's not.
And she didn't seem to question where her husband was. She never asked where he went.
She cannot think that he made it.
No.
But she gonna find out.
Yeah.
She gonna find out. We'll get to that part. We find out that Adam is a robot. Mm-hmm. So
I had a theory.
He is the first robot that Boy Cavalier ever built. Mm-hmm. He looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. He doesn't look, I would think he would look more like a Kirsch, but he doesn't. But whatever.
It looks like he has a bunch of faces. So maybe all his faces in the background.
Okay. That probably was his faces in the background. Yeah. The Lost Boys are in control of everything at this point, and then we get Yutani showing up.
And not only did Adam killed his daddy. Did you catch that?
Yes. Oh yes. So Boy Cavalier is telling his story about how his dad was trash and beat him up, abusive, whatever. Boy Cavalier is actually smart. He's got what do you want to call it? He's number smart. Yeah. He's not like he's
smart to a point.
He's smart to a point, but he still got some issues, as most smart trillionaires are.
Yeah.
But basically, the robot that he built killed his father. Mm-hmm. And he said, society wouldn't let a 12-year-old boy run a company. So he basically used Adam as his stand-in dad until he was old enough to basically run his own show.
Yeah.
So we learned that Adam has actually been his fake dad for a little while until he was old enough to be like, hey, it's actually my company.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we get how old Boy Cavalier is.
No.
He acts like he like 20.
Yeah.
Mentally 20. And then at the very, very end, we get Yutani showing up with her army. Because obviously she's coming to collect whatever Morrow supposed to have set up. But she don't know Morrow jacked up.
Yeah.
And she don't know the situation that is at hand. And that is like the final shot we get is of her showing up with her army.
Yeah. And
the series basically ends with nobody dying. Like significant.
Nobody significant died other than Arthur.
Arthur is dead. Mm-hmm. He does die. Like they don't undo he doesn't come back alive. Mm-hmm. After the face hug xenomorph comes out of him. But Octi Eyeball gets out through a series of hijinks and shenanigans, and he goes all the way to
you forgot how Octi Eyeball got out? Boy Cavalier tells Adamine to lure Joe to the room.
Right. So when Boy Cavalier said he wants to put somebody in Octi Eyeball in a body, he says, I think the episode ends with him saying like, "Oh, I know just the person." Now I thought he was gonna put the eyeball in Dame. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was. What they actually thought about doing was put it in Wendy's brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dead wrong. How you going to do that to that boy who is literally innocent?
Crazy.
So Adam lures Hermit to the office. When soon as Hermit walks in, the sheep containment center is open. And I'm like, where's the sheep at? Where's the sheep?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The sheep is laying on the ground because the eyeball was crawling out of it like, hey, new host. So there's a whole back and forth of Hermit trying to avoid getting eyeballed.
Yeah.
Essentially. This is where we find out Adam is a robot because Wendy is like the all-powerful being who can control everything.
She comes bursting in the glass.
Bursting in, and somehow she's able to mentally stop Hermit. She can control basically all electronics with her brain. She stops Adam because he's a robot. And I was like, girl, how did...
The Wi-Fi. She said he's on the network.
Oh, she stopped him via Wi-Fi network connection.
So Boy Cavalier, the smartest boy in the world, created robots.
Needed Wi-Fi.
Had no firewall set up. No kill switch in his robots.
Nope.
Because he just assumed that they would just listen to him forever.
He's using Spectrum, obviously.
It's just funny, like, as a kid, as a child genius as he was, who raised himself up because he didn't want to listen to anybody. He literally thought he could do the same to a bunch of different kids if you put them in robot bodies. They would just listen and do whatever he says.
No self-awareness.
Like you're manifesting the same thing.
Right. Right. Exactly. Irony. So the eyeball ends up getting away because it like slithers down like a hole or something.
Eyeball got tired of being kicked around by Wendy.
I mean, I was like, this is a tough eyeball because it should be smashed.
I was like, how is this thing not exploded on impact?
Nasty.
When she kicked it. It's a robot kick.
Right. And Wendy's like the super powerful one, right? She kicked that thing across the room and I was like, oh, he dead. Yeah. Nope. It slithers.
It was just knocked out?
Once again, plot device.
But it's
plot armor.
It don't have no eyelid, so his eyes were still open.
Right. The eyeball is literally an eyeball. Yeah. Like there's no lid closing it. And it's got legs that's also squishy.
So I thought it was dead.
It should have been dead. Yeah. It survives and it slithers all the way down to the beach where dead Arthur is and puts itself into Arthur. So Arthur comes back alive because the eyeball's in it.
Somebody theorized that because it's in Arthur, it's going to have his memories. It's going to be smart because that was what Boy Cavalier was worried about, putting it in a smart person. Thing. He wanted to put in somebody dumb.
But Arthur's dead.
And that's not how brains work. Like the memories die with the brain cells.
He ain't got no neurons firing.
Yeah. So, it's operating his dead muscles. But
yes, it's muscles.
His smarts are gone.
Yeah.
His smarts are in heaven with him.
It also shouldn't be able to talk. So one thing I think a lot of people wanted was once Octi Eyeball got in a body was to hear it talk and see what it's actually thinking. I don't see how it should be able to talk with. I guess if it can move his voice box.
Vocal cords are just muscles.
All right, I just said it's just muscles. So Dane about to see her husband in a whole new light.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna. I think it's just using that to get to Dom because it was already looking at Dom, wasn't it?
I don't know what the eyeball's motivation is.
I think it wants to get to somebody intelligent.
Yes, or it wants to get off the island so it can get out into the world.
Yeah.
Which is also, they are still stuck on this island, by the way. So, issues that I had with this final episode, it don't conclude a goddamn thing.
It doesn't.
Nothing. Every storyline that happened at the beginning is still a storyline that is continuing at the end. And I was like, what?
But everybody's like, but wait for season 2.
We also, just like Marvel Zombies, have no confirmation of a season 2.
Nope.
None. Ain't said a peep. Nope. Ain't said a word.
And neither did they before they finished not writing the ending of this.
I just don't understand how this was the finale. And they were like, so season 2, and they're like, we'll let you know later. What?
Maybe.
No, we end with the adults locked in a cell. All the adults in a cell. Mm-hmm. The lost boys, the ones that are left. Wendy's like, we are all the adults except Hermit. So Hermit is still free for now. The Lost Boys led by Wendy are like, now we rule. And I was like, rule what? There's nothing here. It's island. Y'all. It's a bunch of adults locked in a cell. All the soldiers is dead. And then we get the xenomorph and the baby xenomorph coming along like two pets. Like, hey, girl, what we about to do?
And what we know about Whale and Yutani is that
they obviously won.
They're not on the network. See, they ain't got no synthetics you can control. Number one. Number two, they go on to continue the rest of the franchise.
Hello?
Nobody knows who you are, Wendy.
We know they won.
Right.
We know they won.
Or Prodigy Court.
So, or Prodigy.
Yutani comes out of this fine.
Just fine.
Relatively. So
and if that's the season finale, then that should have been the season finale. Yeah. But what we got was a cliffhanger of, now where are we going?
I guess if this doesn't get renewed for season 2, you can just assume that they nuke the island, because why wouldn't you nuke this island?
But she want her a xenomorph. She want all her things
after she gets her eggs.
Right. Well, we get the eggs, we get the plant, we get the fly, we get all of the.
Or they fail because we know that Ripley and them still have to come back with one.
Oh, so maybe they nuked the whole thing and we'll go find another one.
This one, let's just nuke it
and get another one.
We already got to ship out.
That's fair.
Yeah,
but I don't like having to make that conclusion myself. Essentially.
Yeah.
And we know that Noah said that there were, they had ideas to continue this show for multiple seasons. So it's like, well. Ideas.
Things I imagine.
I
saw things.
I really like this show. And every episode I was like, oh, this is good. I will admit, that I was disappointed by this season finale.
I was disappointed by not getting answers to anything.
Nothing.
And it's funny when people are like, oh, you don't have to have answers, you just have to have patience. Patience for something that's not guaranteed. What kind of sense does that make?
That is the thing. Like, I would be less disappointed if we for sure knew we was getting a season 2. Then I would be like, I mean, it's like typical, like a movie that's a 2-parter, right? Like, I don't know what's about to happen, but at least I know something's coming. Mm-hmm. We don't know if that thing is coming.
It's true.
I don't like that. Me no liking cliffhangers that could possibly never be uncliffed.
And I didn't think the ending was great. So
they could have. It felt like a mid-season finale, right? We know how shows do that stupid thing where they do the first 8 episodes and then 5 months later they do the second 8 episodes. It felt like that was a mid-season finale and there was more coming next week.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I started out with this like, ooh, I really like Wendy. And then by the end of this, like, Wendy was my least favorite character.
Agreed.
And I think that's because, and I think the writers did a lot to ruin her character because even in episode 8, when she's giving the speech, Joe apologizes to her about shocking her friend because that's all he did. She's a robot. She literally can't be harmed. So Wendy's reaction is nothing. It's literally nothing.
Yeah. He ain't the Fly.
He shocked her with the same gun he was shocked with Morrow, and he woke up completely fine like minutes later.
Right.
So Wendy, this is nothing. This argument is nothing. But when she was giving the speech about, you know, don't say that's just how life is because
it's complicated.
Don't say it's complicated because that's what weak men who have no control say.
It's
like, it's weird. You got that. You understand that, but you don't know what the definition of nuance is because you didn't know that Joe didn't kill Nibs. He was trying to save his friend. And he didn't shoot Nibs because she's different. He shot Nibs because she was literally dismembering soldiers.
Yeah, Nibs and killed at least 2 people at this point.
It's just the writers don't seem to know when Wendy is philosophical or when she's a child.
She's a child.
I
don't care what y'all say.
These moments don't add up.
No.
They don't.
They don't.
It makes her character not great because she's conflicting herself.
She's frustrating me.
Her sentences literally contradict the next thing she says right after.
She's frustrating me.
Yeah.
She's frustrating me quite a bit.
A lot of people were saying that they were upset because she's overpowered. I don't care about that. Like, these characters aren't going to exist outside of this show.
Somehow they get her.
They can be as powerful as they want.
I don't like we didn't get an explanation of why she is so powerful.
Because he made her first, and that's the only
Would you
thing
make
he
the
says.
subsequent ones more powerful?
He says he made her first, but they don't really like specifically state, I did this specifically for her when I made her.
Right,
they just keep saying, I made her first.
Right, because she's the one that can talk to the xenomorphs because of something that happened.
She was the first one to interact with it.
We didn't get that explanation either to why, but why was she able to hear the xenomorphs?
He explained it that they didn't explain why she could hear it.
Yeah.
He explained why she could talk to them because her drivers recorded the audio and she could just replay it and understand the composition or whatever.
But in episode 2 or 3 where she first like freaks out because she can hear the xenomorphs, I don't think that was ever explained.
I know why.
Oh, okay.
They specifically tweaked her noise frequency to be able to hear the clicks.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever.
Because they were messing with her audio in the other episode.
Okay. I'll take it.
So that's why she's the only one that can talk to him.
Right.
I do expect the rest of the kids to turn on her because she is feeling herself a lot.
She does seem to be feeling herself. And I don't know if I like that in particular.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else did we get in this episode? So you made up a good point when we were chatting about this, is that Morrow's storyline just kind of went
Morrow's storyline kind of peters out. He fails. So his job is done.
His whole thing was
Utania's on the way now and she doesn't need him for that. So.
Nope. His whole thing was, I have lost everything. Like, my family, my daughter is gone. I've taken this 57-year journey or whatever. I've come back and I failed. So I need to get these aliens so I can take them back to the boss. And he don't get that done either.
And you failed.
He failed.
Like he's in a jail cell. I think the Deplumacare is out.
The who? The plant?
Yeah.
The plant is out. The xenomorph and the baby xenomorph are now out.
And the Aussie are out.
I'm assuming the eggs are going to continue to hatch. Oh, they need humans though, right?
I mean, I'm sure other Wayland Utani people will come up and take
sacrifice themselves.
So,
okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know.
Employees left. The Prodigy employees left.
the two.
They didn't even show them leaving. It was just the scene where Adam was like, "The employees have gone. You should leave."
Right.
Like Jurassic Park.
Right. So all the aliens are like
Jurassic Park. The whole last episode is kind of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. And now we have people showing up. Or would it be the Lost World?
I guess it's kind of like both. It's kind of like the first Jurassic Park when the park had to shut down and everybody had to leave because the animals was getting out.
Exactly. And they had to leave via a boat.
And they had to leave via boat.
Yep. It was just not raining this time.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like the Lost World because now we have people showing up to capture.
And in the wilds.
Yep. So we do get a little Jurassic Park there. Not as Jurassic Park did it better.
I'd rather be eaten by a dinosaur.
Jurassic Park is kind of doing
any of the aliens.
Yeah, doing it a little better. So I don't know where this goes, or I don't know if this goes, I guess is the better thing. I would have liked a better season finale for sure.
Yeah, and I've been really enjoying it. I really wish they would have thought about writing an ending.
Yeah, it could have had a cliffhanger, but you could have wrapped up some of the other things and had like one cliffhanger instead of everything being a cliffhanger.
A finite central plot with dangling threads makes sense. They didn't even give Morrow a conclusion.
No, he's just going to be locked up in a jail cell with Kirsch.
Nobody's had an arc. The only arc they've had is Wendy. And her arc is that now she's, I don't know.
I'm Queen.
I'm
Queen Alien.
She's not necessarily evil, really.
And how long are you really controlling a xenomorph? 2 xenomorphs.
Somebody says something very interesting. They're like, these xenomorphs are domesticated. So
for now.
Yeah.
They're a little too domesticated in my opinion.
What happens when there's more of them? Will they just listen to you?
No. There's no way.
They'll start to realize like, hey, there's an us and there's a you.
There's 2 of them now. And the baby one grow real fast, as we were saying. So it's going to be 2 full-size xenomorphs. And you can't tell me they're not going to be click-clacking each other. Like, what is we doing?
Also, alien lore states very clearly that in the event that there is no queen, whatever existing alien xenomorph takes care of the eggs and molts themselves into a queen. Because they need another xenomorph to continue to producing. Yeah. So, and maybe they may not do a queen. They may not do a queen, this may be moot. But it would be interesting if, like, one of the xenomorphs is like, I can actually queen over here.
Right.
So I don't need to follow you. Actually,
right.
I'm just going to get rid of you.
I think that's ultimately what's going to have to happen. I mean, as we said, there's no prodigy.
Yeah.
In the future. And one other thing I'll say about the finale that kind of confused me, that one thing that never came up and I thought was a pretty big reveal was that Boyd Cavalier was behind the ship crash. Morrow knows this because he watched the video, and Morrow never brings it up.
At this point, I think
never.
I think Yutani knows, but for some reason they didn't tell the government.
Why didn't they? I feel like you should have shown me him telling Yutani because I don't feel like that connection was made.
You know what though? There's no evidence. Morrow erased everything on the ship. Like an idiot.
And he would just be like, oh, he's lying.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He did that himself. So he did. They showed the scene of him erasing all the data. Only Kirsch knows, and Kirsch doesn't have it. He just memorized it. So maybe Kirsch knows too.
I was like, I feel like this should have been said at some point. But I guess you're right. They erased it. Back. But I liked the show. I really did.
Oh no, I had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any likes or dislikes we want to point out?
Liked all the aliens. I am glad that we finally got a reveal for all of them. The Deplumbacare.
Yeah, I wanted more of the plant. So the plant basically
was a little goofy.
The CGI wasn't great.
When it was like whoop, 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 crawling on the walls.
Yeah, the CGI wasn't great, but it was only 10 seconds of it. So it's kind of like...
The reveal was like, whoa, that thing is massive. And it opens?
It opens basically like an octopus.
It's a starfish.
There it is, like a starfish. And then it closes, when it gets whatever it wants to eat, it closes up and basically kills you.
Yeah, like a Venus fly. You called it like a Venus flytrap.
Yes, it's like a Venus flytrap. So Hermit's friend, I can't remember her name. She's the black actress.
So stupid.
I was like, I hope she make it. Of course she don't. She dies literally in the final episode.
They wrote that obstacle. They really reached for a reason to get her
Siberian.
Killed.
Was she Siberian?
Yeah.
Yes, she was Siberian.
They really reached for an issue to get her killed because you're telling me, first of all, y'all go into this room. It's the lab. Yes. The aliens, y'all know that the cages are open. Instead of leaving immediately because y'all were part of the first response team for the ship crash that lost all y'all colleagues the first time.
Y'all go back into the battle.
Stay in the lab. And then when she sees a body in one of the rooms that's burned up, it's glass, so you can see it. You know what it is.
A xenomorph body, mind you.
Yeah, burn up.
Dead.
Why did you need to open it? to inspect it. It's glass. You can look at it and see it's gross. She opens it. She's like, ooh, this stinks. Yeah, girl, that's why the door was closed. Then she gets upset.
They didn't want to smell it either.
And so I'm like, why did they make her walk so far away from the pack just so she could get swallowed up by the deplumbicare thing?
Yeah, I was like, of course the black girl don't make it. Of course, naturally.
I was like, y'all really reach for a scenario where she
did not need to die.
Go get swallowed up by this thing.
She did not need to die.
Why did she need to open this door? What's wrong with you?
That was a dislike for me. I was like, of course she don't make it.
They reached for it.
How convenient. Other thing, I do like all the aliens. I wish we would have got more certain aliens. Overall, I did like the show, like the lore and the characters. One of my dislikes, though, at the end ended up being Wendy.
Yeah.
The fact that Kirsch and Morrow were kind of like the two people I wanted to see again in the next season, I was like, that ain't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I wanted Morrow to die.
Yeah, I did.
And then now that he's alive and he ain't got no purpose, I'm like, well, I guess he's all right now.
I like when him and Joe were in the cell together.
Yes,
they were talking, and they got out, and Joe was like, "I'm gonna try to save as many people." He was like, "You better save the children."
I'm burning it. I'm burning this whole place down.
At least he said save the kids.
I was like, I'm burning. You better get who you can, because I'm out of here. I'm about to light it up.
And I like what he told Slightly, like, I didn't hurt your mom. Slightly knocked him out, because it's like, what? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm glad that Slightly went like,
oh
no, Slightly still hit him. I was like, thank you, Slightly.
You're terrible.
You're still a kid, but you got some wits about you. Any other likes or dislikes?
I didn't really have many dislikes other than what they. Wendy was depreciating returns.
Yeah, which is weird for a main character.
Yeah, she was started at the top and then she ended at the bottom, and now like Kirsha Morrow at my top,
which is weird.
Which is so weird.
So weird for me. I'm like, I'm having a kind of attack morality right now. Where the horrible manipulator, I'm like, is they gonna leave?
And now I want Whaley Utah to come kill everybody.
Right. Except Kirsch.
Except Kirsch.
Justice for Kirsch.
I want them to get Kirsch.
I need them to fix Kirsch back up.
Right.
Because he broke.
Everybody else, they can be new.
They did not fix Kirsch by the end of the episode. He just laying out on a bench, jacked up. I'm like, just unplug that man.
And I hope Joe makes it out, but I don't think Joe will make it out.
I hope Joe makes it out because he's the only kind of like innocent person.
He's not going to let go of Wendy.
He should.
Even though she's gone. She's gone.
After you sick xenomorphs on multiple people, I feel like you kind of crossed the other side.
And she's a child. You're a child murderer.
Right. Well, and she says herself, I'm not Wendy. I'm not Marcy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who I am. It's like, I'll
kid.
take you for your word.
You're a kid, but you're a murderer now. And not saying that there's anything wrong with killing these people because
right. The Prodigy soldier.
They set themselves up for it.
Now, the Prodigy soldiers, though, they just working for 9 to 5. Working for a paycheck.
Y'all know what's going on with these children.
Listen, it's like Amazon workers. They can't choose what the Amazon do. They just trying to work.
I mean, they do set up in the world that the corporations take advantage of the fact that all of these people are like working for like a portion.
Yes.
They're not getting anything for
it.
And that's also probably explains why they're all dumb because they're not hiring the best and brightest.
And the soldiers, I guess, this is funny, were not trying to kill the kids. They were trying to bring the kids back, which technically, I mean, that's Boy Cavalier was like, I own y'all. What are you talking about? Yeah. The kids were like, we are our own people. He's like, no.
He was really dumb for not having like no type of switch. I hope there's like some type of like surprise. Like he has something. Like there's no way you program them with
because they basically catch him and tie him up like he's Jesus. I was like, now why is he sitting up here like Jesus? That's a weird callback. And when Wendy says at the end, like, now we run this, he like smiles, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, maybe. I hope he has something. You can't be this dumb,
right? Because he does like walk around when there's a xenomorph loose and be like, oh, xenomorph, I'm actually scared.
Yeah.
I was like, get
like you had nothing ready?
No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Writing. We need to fix that in writing. You have a favorite line or scene out of these 3 episodes?
I didn't have a favorite line. I think my favorite scene in this episode was the fight between
Kirsha
Morrow and also the sequence with Joe and the eyeball. That was tense. Okay. I didn't know if Joe was gonna make it.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has.
Joe is smart because when the eyeball gets out of the thing and is chasing him, he goes into the sheep containment.
But the eyeball goes like Jurassic Park. Like the
eyeball
raptor,
goes through the
handle.
Goes for the shooting hat. I mean, goes through the feeding tube.
First, it goes for the door handle.
Oh, it does.
Like the Raptors.
And it actually is like turning the handle. And I was like, oh my God, Joe about to be eyeball.
I was like, oh my God, it's opening doors.
It was a fight of wits because they was going. I was like, he's about to lose to an eyeball. This is crazy. So he gets into the sheep containment thing and he's like struggling fumbling with the handle because the eyeball's like, trying to open it. And then the eyeball's like, hold on a second. There's a feeding thing on the other side of this. So then he goes through the feeding thing where they're putting hay at. And then Joe got to go out of the containment center. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
But he makes it.
Was tense.
It was. So I would agree with that. And then I also like the Morrow and Kirsch fight.
Yes, Morrow and Kirsch fight was good.
Yep. Any random notes?
Random notes that I had. The only random note that I had was, about the brain loss. Because I Googled it. Because I was like, how long can the brain last? Because I was like, maybe the eye got to him fast enough before the brain fully died. Because we know that he can keep the body alive if it's alive. Because he kept the sheep alive. I
think he might just be using Arthur's body as a mean to get to another body, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because I was wondering, I was like, can the eye now think because it's in a scientist's brain? But I was like, no, he's dead.
Here we go. The eyeball makes it back to Arthur. The eyeball's in Arthur. Arthur makes it back to Dame. And then the eyeball goes into Dame.
Yeah. There's no way we don't get a scene with Dame and dead Arthur. Because she has to know he's dead.
Yeah, because right now she think he must have made it off the island. I'm like,
she's going to think it's him and it's going to jump right in her face.
Yes, he's going to put on an eye patch.
Because she's avoided death twice. So this has got to be it for her.
Yeah.
In the same episode.
Yes, agree.
Because that xenomorph, I was like, oh, this is it for you, Dane.
I literally thought she was
almost killed her at the cemetery.
Literally thought she was dead. I was like, if you make it out of this, it's a miracle. And a miracle happened.
Yeah.
Because the soldier showed up to save her.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our rating. What are you giving Alien Earth as a whole?
As a whole, I will give it 4 Nicole Kidmans.
I'm going to agree with you. Yeah. I enjoyed literally every episode, and I was disappointed by the finale. So I'm taking one hole off for the finale.
Yeah.
I will watch a season 2.
I enjoyed all the aliens that they brought in.
Yes.
I enjoyed the exchanges between the characters.
Agree.
Enjoyed the pacing. I did enjoy the pacing because every episode felt like, okay, what are we going to get this time? It's going to be something new.
Let me tell you something about pacing. Commercials jack that all up.
Yeah, what's up with that Disney?
Oh my God. Every time a commercial came out, I was like, I want to throw my remote at the TV. So I would agree 4 out of 5. I'm literally just taking one off for the finale. But I will watch a season 2 if we get it.
Yeah. This looked great. The set was great. It was like literally pulled from the world of Alien. Everything was the same.
All the actors is acting.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like Wendy the character, she doing a good job.
The Xenomorph was still the star. It wasn't outshined by anything. It wasn't outshined by the octopus eye because it was in the cage most of the time. But the Xenomorph
it was in the sheet. Yep.
Yeah.
The Xenomorph was actually killing people.
Yeah. It was still scary when people was like trapped with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
And now there's 2 of them.
And I loved when Adam Ein was given episode 8 starts off with the voiceover with Adam Ein basically giving Boy Cavalier a damage report of what's taking place. And I loved the part where he was like, we keep sending troops after it, but they keep dying because the Xenomorph keeps killing them.
And you just see carnage.
Yeah.
And the Xenomorph just killing everything. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know how many of y'all left.
Xenomorphs are effective.
Listen, okay. Killing Predator.
Yeah.
Has Armin said, Predator.
Yeah.
Okay, they kill. They not here to play around.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So.
All right. So 4 out of 5 for Alien. We hope we get a season 2. At least giving us an announcement. God dang. Son. If not, I guess we'll just assume Utani nuked the place.
That makes sense.
And we'll move on.
Yeah.
And be annoyed. All right. So that is it for our Alien Earth review. We are now going to take another short break. Yeah. We're going to roll right in.
Let's take a short break.
We're going to take a short break and we're going to get into our movie review for this episode, which is one battle after another. This week we also watched. If you have not, now if you skipped everything and then landed at this, that's okay. But we have watched 2 other things before this.
Yes.
But the movie review for this week is One Battle After Another, highly anticipated movie that was released September 26, 2025. It is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, also known as PTA. If you ever see that on social media, people don't bother typing out his whole name.
Interesting.
You just call him PTA. I'd be like, parent teacher? Oh no, Paul Thomas Anderson. He is the director of Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, and most recently he was in Licorice Pizza, which also starred our lead from The Long Walk.
Boogie Nights almost starred Leonardo DiCaprio.
I did, and that's the one movie he said he wished that he actually did. I don't know.
It was so funny when he was like it was a cultural hit. I'm like, Titanic?
You were literally in Titanic.
You were literally, only you would think that.
Right. Not only you're in Titanic, you in The Departed, you in Wolf of Wall Street.
Titanic was on 2 VHSs.
They could re-release Titanic in theaters and it would make gangbusters.
They do like annually.
He's so funny.
He's ridiculous.
A humble king, I guess you can say.
Or like Regina Hall said, he's new. He's
right.
green.
He's green. He don't understand what he's talking about.
His first big movie.
A lot riding on this, right? Right. So this movie is actually also based off a book called Vineland by Thomas Pynchon.
Sure.
Thomas. The author named Thomas.
Thomas Pynchon.
And I don't think it follows it to the letter, but it does have the same kind of, I guess, overall plot. And I don't think the movie is like an exact 1-for-1 of the novel. So cast and characters of One Battle After Another include Leonardo DiCaprio plays Ghetto Pat / Bob Ferguson. We have Sean Penn plays Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw. I thought Lockjaw was actually going to be like a nickname. Nope. His last name is Lockjaw. We have Benicio del Toro, who plays Sergio St. Carlos. Regina Hall plays Deandra. Tiana Taylor plays
Perfidia.
I almost had it. I was like, I'm going to not mess it up. Perfidia Beverly Hills, which is whereas that's her name.
Yep.
Now, we don't know if that's her gunman name, but that's what she go by. Chase Infinity plays Willa Ferguson / Charlene Calhoun, who is the daughter of Bob and Perfidia. And then we have, who else? Wood Harris plays Leonardo. Who else do I want to name in this? Shauna McHale plays Jungle Pussy. Mm-hmm. And we also have Alana Hamm, who plays Mae West. Oh, okay. I know who she is.
Who is she?
She was the one who was acting like she was a bank teller. Not a bank teller. She was the one who went into the building. Oh, yeah.
The regular world working white woman.
Yes. Who was with Wood Harris.
Right.
Yep. That's who that is. And there anybody else I want to mention in this? That's the main. Oh, who is this?
Tony Goldwyn?
Fitz.
Yes.
Fitz from Scandal is also in this. Oh, and Jenna Malone is the voice of the greeting code. That's on Wikipedia. The greeting code. What is that? I can't recall where her voice is.
The greeting code. She was the chick on the phone.
Okay.
When he called for the rendezvous point.
Okay.
Before he called the guy asking him about the time.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So Jenna Malone is in this as a voice actress.
Interesting.
I don't know how I forgot Fitz. Because we hear Fitz before we see Fitz. I was like, it's Fitz. And then 2 seconds later, I was like, oh, God, it's Fitz.
Yeah.
Okay, so runtime is 2 hours and 52 minutes. It's a long one. But we don't get 2 long ones that often, do we? Yes.
Not 2 long ones that often.
We don't get a 242 very often. But I don't think this felt like 242. So I'll have that go. Jay's like, yes.
I mean, some parts.
We'll get to it. Budget, depending on who you ask, I'm going to just go with what the number says, like the website that does all the box office tracking. $140 million. Now, depending on where you look, it's been between $130 and $175. I'm like, y'all, what is the number? There's many numbers.
$200 million?
Almost 2. We had this discussion. I was like, did this need to cost $140 million?
This is on location.
Somebody.
In the desert.
Somebody got paid. And I hope all the black actresses in this got paid because this is a lot for this kind of movie. But as, what's his name? Zack Snyder would say, what do we care? The movie got made. And I'd be like, Zack, that's the smartest thing you probably have ever said. Because you be getting money for movies and be like, what? Who paid for this? Anywho, budget of $140 million. Now here where it get a little dicey. Box office opening day is done domestically $8.8 million. And then it's projected to do $21 million opening weekend.
It was supposed to do 50. They were saying it was going to do 50.
50 was, I think, projected to do globally. And I think it's kind of...
It's not.
I don't think it's... Yeah. So, box office wise, we're going to have to see.
This is a very American movie.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to make the money back.
This is very American, so I don't know if anybody else cares about this.
Super American.
Right.
This is actually a lower opening day than Killers of the Flower Moon, which is interesting. Because if I had to choose, I would choose this one.
This one had more stuff happening in it. Yeah.
So I don't know. The cinephiles is staying home. I don't know why y'all staying home when these movies is coming out, but y'all need to come on outside because these movies need to. Leo actually had a comment where he was saying that interview that the box office was important because that means that people are going out to see movies.
Yeah.
Well,
this is an original movie.
It's an original. It's based off a novel, but it's not like an IP franchise, anything like that. I don't know. I'll be curious to see where this lands. But you know what? Box office don't matter with award season.
True.
This is being heralded as like it's gonna be an awards contender, and sometimes that's kind of what's more important. But speaking of numbers, this will be a record for Paul Thomas Anderson, though. So hey, shout out to him. Listen, he already got paid.
Yeah.
Everybody on this movie already got paid. If it don't make his money back, that'd be WB's concern.
The movie got made.
Not as Zach Sarter said. Who cares? The movie got made. Cinema score is an A, which is hot. No, just an A.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I say just an A like that's not a good. But no, it's an A. Something else got an A plus this week.
Oh, that Dollhouse movie.
Yes, you might be getting that confused. So this got an A, but that is the best, also another best for Paul Thomas Anderson.
Good.
So this is his highest rated cinema score. And critics and audience are like this. So we have a 96 on the critic side and an 86 on the audience side for Rotten Tomatoes. So, like I said, box office probably might be a moot point because when it gets to award season, I feel like it's inverse. The less money you make, the more likelihood you have the chance to win an Oscar.
Nothing's coming out next week but Good Boy, so maybe it'll have a better second week.
Maybe. We'll see. Or it'll drop like a rock. We don't know. But as what's the going quote? The movie got made.
That's true.
The movie got made. Also, but y'all need to go see movies because right. I also think streaming is highly impacting a lot of this.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
Absolutely. People
just
close
waiting.
The door on streaming.
People just waiting. They're just like, y'all gonna put this on streaming in 4 weeks. I'll just wait it out. And this movie is not, unless it's something like a franchise or a superhero movie, you know, there's no spoiler factor, right? So it's kind of like, I'll just wait.
It's different when you had to wait for a film to hit like TNT or TBS because you didn't know when it was going to. You just had to wait for an announcement.
And we didn't have streaming services.
These movies are coming out and you know when this movie is going to hit streaming. So as long as people have a date, they're fine waiting. Right. So it's time to...
you can estimate it.
It's time to tidy up the streaming.
The only company that waits a solid 2 months is Disney. Everybody else, 4 to 6 weeks, it's on a streaming service. And it's like, y'all need to stop that.
Or they can copy the old TNT model, FX model, and not release it on streaming. Yeah. Until the next year.
They could.
But
literally could.
Keep it at like you have to buy it
on like rent. Yeah, like POV.
Yeah, POV.
PV, yeah. Like premium video. POVD. PVOD. There it is. I was like, POV? No, that's point of view.
We got it.
The buy version. Yeah. The digital buy.
You have to buy it until the next year, and then when it'll be on streaming after a year.
They should. They should really look into that.
That's how we used to wait for movies to come. We used to not see a movie again until it was like a year later because it wasn't on DVD.
They are training the audiences to wait, and I really feel like these original movies that are not big hits or event type films are suffering. Yeah. So I
think that'll work.
Awards are one thing, and that's great. And box office is not the only thing. But sometimes you need both to keep the wheels turning. And I'm sure movie theaters are like, hey, could you stop doing that? Yeah. We need people to come see your movies. Yeah. So
it used to be like a big event. I remember when Justice League first came out on
like FX was
FX or TNT or whatever. Yeah. It was like a big event. They were like, it's a movie premiere event.
It used to be a thing. Like this the first time this is gonna be on cable.
Everybody was watching the channel at 8:00 when it dropped. They should do the same thing for streaming. Be like, you have to wait an entire year before you can stream it for free.
Y'all need to make these windows longer. Yeah. And just start with what Disney's doing, which is 60 days. Yeah. Like just push it out. 4 more weeks. Ain't nobody gonna die.
Disney needs to start moving theirs out because they're starting to wait longer for Disney.
That's why I said start with Disney and then y'all collectively let's just
keep everybody on their toes. Keep changing the date.
Hello, I was about to say just drip feed it. Yeah, be like 60 days, 65 days, 75 days, right? 90 days, and before you know it, it'd be like it's 6 months.
Before you know it, people are back at theaters.
Hello,
because they don't want to wait a year.
Hire me, okay? I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready because I got some ideas that y'all just not hearing. Yeah. We want movies to do well, y'all. Whether it's an indie film, whether it's not an indie film, like
you gotta mold the
viewers.
If
you are going to spend $140 million on a movie, I would think y'all would want to profit.
You gotta shepherd the sheep to where you want them to go properly.
Because they're sheep.
Yeah, the sheep.
They don't know what they're doing.
We're sheep.
Right. Like what other movie came out and we literally were like, don't bother going to go see Man in My Basement. We was like, don't bother to go see it. It's gonna be on streaming in 2 weeks. And guess what? It actually was on streaming in the same week.
Yeah, somebody went to go see him because we didn't go see him. Somebody else went to go see him and told me about it. They said, I really want you to go see him because I want to hear your thoughts. They were like, we should go see it. I was like, nah, it'll be on streaming in like 2 weeks. It's not doing well.
It's not.
let's
that's how we know. And sometimes it don't even be, it'd be like 27 days.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
or they move it up like Superman for some stupid reason.
Oh, but they did that because they said that Peacemaker set up Superman or Superman set up Peacemaker or something like that.
Nobody fell for that because nobody's watching Peacemaker.
Excuses is somebody. We don't know the numbers yet. Excuses. Y'all need to push these release windows so these movies can make money. We have trained the audience to wait, and they are not showing up to the movie theater, y'all.
That's my idea. 1 year.
It
works. It worked for us.
It did. We didn't have streaming services. All you have to do is, you don't even got to push no buttons. You literally don't. There's no button to push. Just don't put it on there.
Yeah.
It's your streaming service. You can decide.
You'll still get the money.
From the PVOD.
Yeah.
PVOD.
Yeah.
Yes. And keep it in theaters longer. You get the ticket sales. You get the digital purchases.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you could put it on DVD first.
People would be more inclined to get the digital purchases because they don't want to wait a year to join the conversation.
Hello. Yeah. Or see the whatever movie it is.
Yeah, you'll stop seeing posts about Fantastic Four. Just now watched it for the first time because it came out on streaming. I just now watched Fantastic Four.
It was a great movie.
Nobody will say that because nobody will be waiting a year.
You know who? We'll get less of those. I should have watched it in the theaters. I should have 2 weeks ago.
A year ago? Right. That's what it'll be like. Yeah, you should have a year ago.
Yeah. Anywho, that was our tangent about why movies nowadays are not making any money.
Call us, Mouse.
Hello.
Stop making other stupid decisions.
And then reversing the decision. And then looking like an idiot. And then making the same stupid decision the same day. Like, why is y'all increasing my Hulu? Right. Anywho.
That's our Disney tangent.
That is our Disney box office streaming tangent. We'll have this tangent again when another original movie comes out and also is not doing that well. Mm-hmm. We'll see where this movie lands. It's early.
Yes.
It's opening weekend. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see you for Tron.
Tron.
Yep.
Tangent. That's a tangent. That are all the facts and figures about One Battle After Another. Please, Jay, hit us with the plot.
The plot of One Battle After Another is what happens when you stop staying ready, so you got to get ready.
Exactly, and got a kid involved. Hijinks.
Ensue.
And shenanigans. Double the pleasure of hijinks and shenanigans. Double helping. Ensue.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's literally stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Or else.
Right. Because the revolution will not be televised.
Right. And it won't stop because you got out of it.
And it won't stop because you high on weed.
Right.
Idiots. All right. So that's it for our plot. Let's get into our non-spoiler thoughts first. So I'm glad the hype was mostly real.
Oh, yes.
This movie was good.
It's good.
Out of the gate, people are like, this is the best movie of the year. This is this and that. Everybody need to go see this. You won't be disappointed. I was not disappointed. Is this my favorite movie of 2025? No.
Mm-mm.
Sinner still holds that title, I think.
No, this was well written.
This was very good. Just because a movie is not the best movie of the year doesn't mean every other movie is not good. But this was really good.
Yeah.
All the critics, it's overwhelmingly positive. I think it is the highest rated movie also on Letterboxd. And you know them Letterboxd folk. I was like, y'all went to go see it. Amazing.
They are hoity-toity.
Listen, boo, Cinephile Central. Okay. It's like a 4.5, which I think is like the highest rated for this. Although that made me want to look up what Sinners was, but I ain't got to it. Anywho, the pace for this I thought was pretty good.
Okay.
240. It did not. I did look at my phone a couple of times. It was
balanced. It was long.
It was long.
It was balanced.
It didn't feel like I was sitting through Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, because that just made me mad.
There were frustrating points. This movie had a frustrating character, but that was on purpose.
Fine.
Okay. I didn't see what could have been shaved off. I'll put it that way.
No, because it did a very good job at...
Something's happening every time.
There were no plot holes.
I don't think so.
I can't think of any.
Something is happening in mostly every single scene. Mm-hmm. So if you would have cut something out, you would have cut out something that leads to something else. Mm-hmm. So I like that. Everyone came to act like the rent was due. Yeah. Shout out to everybody involved. Yeah. Tiana, Leo, especially Regina, Benicio, side characters, Wood Harris, and Chasing Finney, everybody. Yeah. Everybody was good. The guy who was not an actor, shout out to you. Because you were also good.
You were also good. Now I'm unsettled.
Yeah. I feel like you might have been too good at your job, which don't feel...
I'm nervous.
Don't feel bad about that. Thankfully, you're retired. Score was good. I like the music in this. I like the score in this. That all hit. I would have liked more Regina and Tiana, but the movie is not focused on their characters. Like, the bulk of the movie is about Bob and Willa.
The lead actress is actually Chase Infinity, which I didn't see coming.
I kind of did. Because in the trailer where Leo says they got your mother, then I was like, okay, that's when I started setting myself up like, okay, Tiana Taylor's not in this as much as I think, because I didn't know whether she was going to be in jail, whatever. Okay. But that was my cue to be like, okay, this is not a Tiana Taylor heavy movie. Okay. But she was in it. She's in like the first part very much.
I thought Tiana would be like, I didn't think she would be in it a lot, but I thought that she would still be the lead. Okay. But it was mostly...
Chase Infinity is the lead female in this. Yes, for sure. Yeah. We don't get to see Regina Hall, I feel like, in a nub, so more of her would have always been welcome. Absolutely. But she is integral to the film.
She's throughout this entire movie.
She is. She's sprinkled throughout. She gets some really good scenes. So I like that. But like I said, the story centers on Bob and Willa. Mm-hmm. Benicio Toro was a standout for me. I mean, everybody's good in this, but I liked his character because of what his character was doing and how he was able to still do what he was doing and help out Bob.
And be calm.
He was a most effective chill person.
Very cool under pressure
I've ever seen. He was good. Even when something didn't go right, he was like, ugh.
Breathe.
Okay, I guess I'll go fix this too. Right. So really liked his character in this, and Fitz. I didn't know Fitz was going to be in this. Mm-hmm. And his role was also very interesting. I was like, okay, Fitz, you're acting a little too well. I don't know if I like it. Mm-hmm. But Fitz was good too. So the pacing was good. I don't really have any negatives to say about this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of negatives about it. I thought it was well paced. I thought it was well acted. I think all of the women actresses in this movie, like, just...
good.
Were the stars. Good. Like, all of them.
No, people are complaining about certain things about Tiana's character, but we can get into that.
Tiana's character was only one depiction of a type of character.
Correct.
This movie is surrounded and full of women doing a lot of extra things. So if you walked out of this movie thinking... The only thing you walked out of this movie thinking about how Tiana Taylor's character was sexualized, that means you closed your eyes through the rest.
She was a character.
A character.
And she was I don't want to say that part, but she was a character.
And she was playing a role.
And there are other women characters in this playing a different role.
Doing all types of things.
Why can, like...
So to reduce it to that is your loss.
I feel like, because I don't think in the book, I'm not sure if it said if these characters are white. It's not a 1-for-1, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know if all these characters exist, but I don't know if they were black in the book. So it's not, if they were white in the movie, would you say the same thing?
No, they wouldn't.
Right, exactly. Because you wouldn't say the same thing.
Statements are, this is how they depict black women in films. It's like this movie is full of black women doing all type of, these are extremist rebel leaders who are being led by mostly women who are doing the planning.
Exactly.
And doing the organizing, doing the rescue.
And we have a character who's doing something a little different.
Mm-hmm. And the main man character is the one that doesn't have it together. But you focused on the fact that there is one character in here who's overly sexualized for a plot purpose.
Somebody also did complain there wasn't no black men in here. I was like,
well, be an actor. And what is Wood Harris? Invisible?
Keep going.
Sorry. I didn't mean to get on soapbox.
No, you're fine. Because I saw that and was like, did you watch that?
Is Wood Harris invisible?
Also,
do y'all be like going to the movies when you
Wood Harris is in this for sure. But also kind of like, if Wood Harris was not in this, so what?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. There's black women all in it.
Hello. So. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's fine. Y'all can watch a movie without a prominence of men.
Go watch Blade. Oh.
We got the old Blade.
Yeah, you can.
Literally watch any other movie.
Yeah.
Literally watch any superhero movie and you'll be fine.
Any
superhero movie. any superhero movie and it's male dominated. Even when there's black men in it, it's more black men than it is black women.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm done.
But anyway, this was very well acted.
Yes.
I thought it was very well shot.
Oh yes, very good cinematography on this.
Every character, even their flaws, was entertaining because the situation is so frantic and they have to go on the run. It's like, okay, you're frustrating because you're not all the way together, but I need you to get to moving.
I need you to pull it together
because it's to the wire.
Right.
There's people that need to be saved.
There are things at stake here.
There are things at stake here.
Snap out of it.
People were frustrating, like specifically Bob's character, but I didn't have time to be too frustrated with it because I really needed Bob to get it together.
Right. We don't have time for you, Bob. Be Bob.
I thought that had very interesting twist with multiple characters that I did not see coming at all.
Shout out to whoever edited the trailers. You did not give any of this away.
No.
Thank you very much.
I had some hunches and some were right and some were very wrong and some things I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
It was not linear. I went into this thinking it's going to be Sean Penn is kidnapped Chase Infinity. Leonardo
Bob trying to get him back.
Has to go get her.
Yeah.
And it is not linear at all. That's not even how the movie starts. And there are multiple other rebel groups outside.
It don't end how I think it's going.
Outside of the first 75, there are other rebel groups that have their own things going on.
Yeah.
And also there are other clubs that are behind the scenes that are orchestrating things in the background as well. It's kind of like Departed in a way, where there's a central story where everybody's coming from a different angle. And then they all like cross, and then there are surprise deaths.
Right. You're right. Departed, I was like, is he dead?
Departed had a lot of surprise deaths.
What?
Like, wait, did y'all just throw Michael Douglas off the roof?
Oh God, that was crazy. Did not see that coming.
Didn't see it coming. This movie had equally shocking moments in it with like central characters. Like, okay.
Yeah. There's one particular scene where everything is kind of laid out and you like,
so great.
Okay.
So great.
That's what happened.
And they did exposition really well. Like the things that they were saying were interesting, and reveal like things
in a good way
that were part of the plot in a really good way.
I agree.
So I think they did a really good job with that. It was very long, but like you said, it was balanced. So like the slow parts it was a slow part, then a fast part, then a slow part, and a fast part. So it didn't feel like there's an entire middle chunk of slowness where nothing's happening.
Agree.
And tension. It really felt tense in the situations when like the interrogator sequences.
At the very end, it was tense too.
It was unsettling. Like the scene when he was talking to Regina Hall at the end. It was unsettling.
I was kind of like, what's about to happen here?
Sean Penn was super unsettling
every time he was on screen,
which is weird because I like him as an actor, but then he was really good in this. I'm like, now I have to look at you differently, Sean Penn.
Yeah, we'll get to Sean Penn's crazy stuff. Hope you're not crazy like that in real life.
I don't think so. But I'll save the rest for the non-spoiler thoughts.
Okay. Anything else you got for non-spoiler?
Nope.
All right, so we're going to jump into the spoiler section. Go watch this movie.
It's good.
Some movies we'd be like, don't bother. But you need to go watch this movie, pause this episode, and then come back because we're about to get into spoilers in 3 and 2 and 1. And we will start off right at the top with Ghetto Pat Calhoun / Bob Ferguson, who is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, he is a member of the revolutionary group French 75.
Bomb maker.
He's the bomb maker. He a little scatterbrain, though.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave me, I want to be part of something and I have something to contribute. So this is the group I'm going to, like, I believe he was down for the cause.
Yes.
But he did have a little kind of like, he's called he get washed up later. But at the beginning when we meet him, he's down for the cause, but he does seem a little out of place and he kind of has to be like,
he doesn't seem as radical as the rest of them.
He has to be built up, essentially. So him and Perfidia, Beverly Hills are the couple of this movie, played by Tiana Taylor. Now, later in the movie, after everything goes down, Bob does come washed up.
Yeah.
He basically, with the part of get ready, because stay ready, so you have to get ready, Bob did not stay ready.
So what ended up happening was him and Tiana Taylor's characters, Pat and Perfidia, are the couple.
Yes.
They end up having a baby who ends up
as
being
we see that in the trailer.
Chase Infinity's character, as it's in the trailer. And she's older now.
Yep.
She's 16 years old, and they have not, Leonardo DiCaprio's character has not been active. Both of them have not been active in the revolution for the past 16 years.
Yep.
And now it's come back to bite.
Yes, the French 75 have to break up, and they all have to go on a run. He obviously takes the daughter, and they have these two devices that make a sound, and if the two devices are in close proximity, they make a harmonious sound, like a new sound. he like makes her take the thing, so you think that he's still in the know of like what's going on. No, he not remember. You know, they're a underground group. They're a group that has to speak in code and stuff, so they don't get caught or whatnot. He don't remember none of the code words.
He said he spent all this time, the past 30 years, smoking and drinking, and he literally he thought that they were done. He was like, our identities have changed. We've gone on the run. They're never gonna come for us. I don't need to study the text.
He doesn't. But it's clear in the movie that everybody else did.
Yeah.
And he's the one that don't remember nothing. So when the rubber meets the road and he need to go save his daughter, useless.
Yeah.
Useless. He wants to save his daughter, but he can't because he can't remember anything because he's high. Yeah. And his brain is fried. Leonardo DiCaprio played this character perfectly.
Yeah. And now, go ahead.
There's a scene where he needs to escape. He goes through a tunnel and comes up and he's like coughing and hacking because some tear gas. I was like, Leo, get it together.
I was like, you can't crawl faster.
He's like, oh, he's like a tortoise.
He was taking his sweet time.
And the reason why he has the robe on is because his goofy butt was laying down smoking when everything pops off, and he crawls through the thing with the robe on. I was like, sir, you look like a homeless bum right now. And he looks like that through the home. There's a scene in the trailer where Tiana Taylor's mom is like, you look so lost. He looks lost.
He does.
The whole movie. That don't change. He looked like that through the whole movie, y'all. It's crazy. But Leo does an excellent job at this character.
And like playing this frantic character dad who just was not prepared for who got complacent, got lazy. He was a mess.
Yes.
And it was very interesting seeing him when he finally got like with Benicio del Toro's character, the other people who were like part of resistances. And he just seemed like he slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
They were still like at the
same
speed. They
trying to get going, trying to keep it going, trying to keep, the revolution, the saving people, the immigration and all that. He's just like, I ain't got it.
He stopped being a revolutionary and started being a dad. Well, not a particularly good one.
No. God. He's chasing. Willa has the worst dad possible for somebody who's on the run. It like she ends up growing up to be, or she's a teenager, but she grows up to be smart. She's into school. She got friends. She has a life. So he at least puts her in an environment where she can thrive. But as far as being like having a grown up around,
she did that on her own.
She is the grown up, and you're like, Bob, get it together.
But yeah, he did a really good job at this character.
He did. I don't know what type of Oscar nominations or award nominations he's gonna get out of this, but I think he deserves a couple.
Yeah,
I would say he deserves a couple for this.
Absolutely.
So let's get into Sean Penn's character, who he plays Colonel Stevens J. Lockjaw. He is a military officer. He's also a white supremacist.
Aspiring.
How the heck are you an aspiring? You either are or you ain't.
White supremacist is apparently
a rank,
a title you gotta earn.
Right. He is basically the main guy who's after the French 75. Now, what we don't see in the trailer is that he's a white supremacist who loves black women.
Yes.
I use the term love lightly. Whatever version of love you think a white supremacist can have for a black woman, it's a fetish.
He has a fetish for black women.
He has a fetish for black women. He calls it love. It's gross. Anywho, he knows about the French 75 and he's leading the military effort to kind of shut them down or whatever.
Well, he wasn't originally.
So in the beginning, it's just like the local police or whatever that's trying to get them. He has a run-in with the French 75 at the beginning of the movie. Or what they're trying to do is take immigrants out of a camp and basically set them free. They raid the camp and Perfidia has a run-in. She basically goes into Lockjaw's camp or whatever. And she's like, you ain't nothing, you trash, y'all terrible or whatever. But that's where his infatuation starts with her. So he now he says, I'll see you again soon after the exchange. He ends up finding her and they don't explain how.
He stalks her. So he lets her do her multiple operations and he just watches her.
Yeah. So he runs into her in the bathroom when she's planting a bomb out of all things. And he's like, I won't tell on you and your people and y'all can keep doing whatever y'all want if you meet me at this hotel. And I was like, when we saw this exchange, he was like, I hope he don't do nothing crazy to her. And I was like, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna be real mad. So he doesn't, but they do have a sexual encounter because Perfidia's like, she basically does the sacrificial thing of like
sleeping with them so she get off their tail.
Exactly, and he actually does. He leaves them alone until Perfidia This after she has the baby or whatnot, she still wants to be a revolutionary, and she realized that maybe having a baby wasn't a great idea. So she's off doing her thing, and she's still with the group, and she ends up shooting and killing a guy. I think it's a bank teller.
A bank teller. A security guard, but bank stick up.
You're right. It's a security guard. So now she, at this point in the movie, we have not seen them actually injure anybody. So they like blowing up banks, but they usually do it after dark.
And I made a note of that because it's like, it's surprising. Like, they're deliberately not killing people.
Yes, like they are rescuing people, and they are blowing up like establishments. They cutting power to like neighborhoods or whatnot, but they are not killing people.
Right.
She makes the mistake of shooting somebody because she's telling the person like, don't move. They got guns.
Officer wanted to be a hero
with bullets. Yeah. Okay, she kills somebody, so she ends up getting caught, and it's basically he's telling her like, oh, too bad you don't know nobody in charge. And she's like, you can help. And she's kind of trying to manipulate him, like, you can help me get out of this, whatever. It does work because this fool actually basically sets her up for witness protection.
Yeah.
Because I guess we can kind of we'll get to her separately, but she basically becomes a rat.
Yeah.
Which I did not see coming.
It says, in order for me to get you out of here and avoid federal prison, you have to give me names. Otherwise, you're going to spend the next 40 years. So in
jail. And Perfidia, like, I'm not about the jail life. So she ends up...
she sells them all out.
Lockjaw thinks they in some sort of relationship, but she sells out the French 75. And Lockjaw's team basically goes after the French 75. They kill some of them on sight. Some of them just escape. So like Regina Hall's character, Deandra, has to escape. And there's some other people that we didn't really mention, but they escape. Some of them get shot, some of them get escaped. Wood Harris' character dies. Who?
Jungle Pussy didn't make it.
She did not make it. They catch her. We don't see them kill her, but we hear later on in the movie she didn't make it. And this is where Bob and Willa have to escape. As the baby Willa and Bob have to escape. So Lockjaw, basically, we learn that he's a white supremacist because he wants to be part of this organization called white supremacist group called Christmas Adventurers. And in order to do that, they're like pure blood or what, the typical bull crap. They're like, you can't have like debt. You couldn't have committed any acts of terrorism. You can't do this, that, and the third. You also couldn't have had any relationships
with anybody who isn't a non-white Gentile.
Right. And now he already know that he done slept with Perfidia. So the rest of the movie is about him basically trying to iron out that wrinkle.
So that was my first note.
Okay.
Well, I'll save my first note until we get to Tiana Taylor's character. Okay. But my first note was like, I know where this is going.
Okay. So Lockjaw, Sean Penn plays Lockjaw a little too well.
So immediately after he has the meeting with the Christmas Adventurers,
and Fitz,
they're like, we're going to do what they called it, a double white background check, which is, I guess, the definition of a super background check.
Beyond a government background check.
Beyond, what you just pay for a job interview.
Right.
So he immediately starts to mobilize his own section of the army.
Right, because now he's got resources because he's a colonel.
They don't explain yet, but he immediately starts to go on the hunt for Leonardo DiCaprio and Willa. Chase Infinity. Willa. Pat and Willa.
Right. So he is he's good at his job until a certain point.
Right.
But he's very focused on, I need to go find these people because I want to be part of this white supremacist group. Sean Penn is just, he ain't there. Like, his character is not there.
Yeah, his character's got his few screws loose.
He walk funny. Like, I don't know if he walk funny because he injured.
He might got like shrapnel or something.
He's like one of those military guys who don't know nothing but the military.
He got a teeth thing.
He's like something on his lip. He looks worn, torn, and like he ain't up to no good.
Yeah.
He looked like how you would think a white supremacist should look.
Right.
I don't even know how to describe that. You just saw him and be like, the way his hair is cut, you don't like black people. I can tell just by looking at you. That's how Sean Penn looks. But he is very much like, Lockjaw is very much like, I have a target and I'm going to do whatever I got to get to these targets because I got some questions that need to be answered. And Sean Penn plays this role to a T.
Yeah.
Rent was due and paid.
So we'll move on because we can spoil the rest of Sean Penn's character when we get down the list. Next is Benicio del Toro's character who
really
plays
liked him.
Sergio St. Carlos. We just saw him in the Phoenician Scheme. Was really good in that.
Recommend.
Equally as good in this.
Yes, so he plays good. Willa Sensei because Willa takes karate.
Right.
And he's also a leader of a immigration community. So they're in what they call sanctuary city. Bob and Willa go to a sanctuary city to live. Benicio del Toro is her karate instructor. He's also an immigration community leader because he helps immigrants either stay or hide in locations so they're not getting deported. They got a whole tunnel system and everything. So when Bob shows up to him, he's like, I need your help. Like, do you have a gun? Do you have a cell phone or whatever? And Benicio del Toro's character is called Sergio. Sergio is like, I got a Latino Harriet Tubman situation popping off right now, but I can help you on the side.
That's literally what he says.
He did. He called himself a Latino Harriet Tubman because he's trying to get these immigrants from out of the house that he basically built. It's like the storefront is a front for houses where he's housing immigrants. And he's trying to get them through a tunnel because lockjaws people have shown up to basically sweep the city and get these people out of here.
Yeah.
So while he's doing that, he is very much like, Bob, you got to breathe. Bob, you got to breathe. Bob, you got to relax. Like, this is not, but he's also like in awe because now he has a member of the French 75 with him because, he's revolutionary immigration leader. Like, he obviously knows who the French 75 is, but it's funny because this ain't the French 75 person he thought he was probably gonna meet.
Yeah, and it's
because he's a mess.
It's funny because Benicio del Toro is older than
it seems like it. Yes,
his character Sergio is older than Bob, but stayed in the fight.
Yes,
and is much calmer about being apprehended by the authorities than Bob, who got out of the fight and is panicking.
Frantic. Yeah. The whole time, the first few scenes that Bob is with Sergio, he's trying to charge this old Nokia phone. It looked like a Nokia phone. And every time he's like, I need a charger. You got a charger. And Bob was like, Sergio was like, not there. Not that you come into my room. You can come up to my room. Chill out. And while he's helping Bob, he's also helping these immigrants out of the house so they can be led to safety into like a church. And he's just smooth. He's just calm as a cucumber. Yeah. Like, Bob, just relax, breathe. And that's the scene we get where he hands Bob the gun and he bows. And Bob's like, thank you, Sensei. Thank you. And like runs off and he's like, okay, good luck. And he actually squashes that. We'll get to that part. I guess we could say that part. Sergio gives Bob a gun. It's in like a guitar. Is it a gun case or guitar case? Yeah, guitar case. And he's got these skaters that are part of the community to say, take Bob to this location so he can go off and find his kid.
And basically Ninja Turtles.
Basically. And they hopping roof to roof because there's a whole sweep going. There's like a whole riot going on in the streets. So they got to go on the rooftops. Bob's dumb butt, as they jumping across the rooftops, he misses his step and ends up crash landing in the streets and getting tasered and caught. And they call Sergio like, he ain't make it. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, he fell off the roof. He's like, what about my gun? Oh, I got that. He was like, okay. Meet me at the church. I'll fix this later. So yeah, Sergio was cool. I liked his character.
Yeah. Regina Hall plays Deandra, who's a French 75 member. She's not in this very much, but she's a member of the French 75. She's with them when they rescue the immigrants and when they
at the bank. She was at the bank.
At the bank. When Tiana Taylor's character was apprehended. She comes into the fold because once they send off on the radio waves on the secret channel that Sean Penn has got the main DJ, I guess. Yeah,
we'll call him radio guy.
And he's begun the roundup of French 75 members. He's like, he's in the wind, everybody's got to mobilize. So Regina Hall first goes to get Chase Infinity from the school dance.
Yes. And she's got the device. And Chase, Willa is at her school dance because Bob let her go. Bob is very overprotective. And he thinks that, Willa's not allowed to the phone. She got to carry her little device with her. The device starts going off, and then we see Regina Hall's character, Deandra, show up. And Willa's like, I was told if somebody else has one of these, I need to trust them with our life. And Deandra's like, yes, you need to go with me. Yeah. So they escape. But Deandra's like, do you have a phone? Because they're trying to take her to the rendezvous spot.
Right.
So Bob can come get his daughter, and they can all figure out like, okay, what are we about to do next? So Deandra's like, do you have a phone? Willa, do you have a phone? She's like, nope, I don't have a phone. She's like, cool, let's go. Because we can't nobody tracking us.
Right.
Well, Willa obviously ain't been part of no revolution. Poor child. She's smart, but she ain't been through this before.
She's a teenager.
She lies. And even though her dad don't think she got a phone. And even though DeAndre's asked her, she said no. She ends up having a phone, and the phone freaking goes off
because one of her friends from school rats her out to the
interrogator,
Homeland Security guy.
Yes,
the interrogator, because
they're trying to find, because Lockjaw and mobilized all these people. They interrogating the kids in the school, and one of the kids folds. I mean, they're kids, fine, and tells him what Willa's phone number is. And it was even funny because as Sergio and Bob are trying to get to wherever they going, Bob was like, she doesn't have a phone. And Sergio looks at him like, she has a phone.
Yeah, she's
like, he was like, what? She's not supposed to have a phone. He was like, dude.
He was like, you got her number? He was like, no, but I know she has a phone.
Right. It's like, Dad don't even know daughter got a phone. So they end up getting tracked because Willa ends up having a phone. Now, Deandra throws it out of the window, but at that point, it's kind of
they know where they're going.
Right. But Regina Hall's character was good. Like, she's not in this a lot, but she is very much like, once Tiana Taylor gets pregnant, she has this look of kind of like, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. There's another scene where she's with Willa when Willa's older, and Willa is doing some training. I won't say why yet, but she just kind of looks at her like, this her mama.
Yeah.
She is her mama, and I don't know if that's good either.
Yeah.
I don't know if I loved Regina Hall's character.
It was like seeing Luke Skywalker and wondering if she's gonna become Anakin.
Yeah, and Deandra's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right. She is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is worried. She's like, I don't know. And now I don't know if I love Obi-Wan Kenobi's ending in this. Was it my favorite? We'll get to that.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi's ending in the Star Wars.
Sure. Sure. But Deandra's definitely the Obi-Wan Kenobi of this. She's not in it as much as you would expect Obi-Wan Kenobi to be in a Star Wars movie, but she is, depending on which one.
Right.
Okay.
In the movie.
Depending on which one. But she is that kind of like level-headed, smart. Like she kept up with the revolution.
She has a moment with one of the nuns when they get to the rendezvous point. Her nun is like, "You have a lot. We're the same age, but you have a lot more fight in you than the rest of us because we are. She's been trying to keep it for it.
She's been trying to keep it going, and she's obviously at a point where it's kind of like, has it all been worth it? There's certain things about Perfidia she doesn't want to tell to Willa, so it's all kind of like been weighing on her, right? And she's done the good thing of go getting a daughter, and the daughter done messed it up. Yeah. So all this is very stressful.
Tiana Taylor plays Perfidia Beverly Hills, a French 75 member. It seems like she's kind of like the leader of the face.
She seems like, I don't know if I'll call her the leader. She's the most, I think, prominent.
Because all the way they were taking pictures of her when they finally captured her.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was the one they were looking for.
Might have been. She seemed like she was the most vocal because every time when we get kind of a montage of what the French 75 are doing, she's the one calling in and say, this is Perfidia Beverly Hills. Like, you will remember what we do. We the French 75. Like, she seems like the mouthpiece, I guess, of the crew. So she's basically the face it seems like she's the face, the vocal piece for the French 75. Now, what trips me out about Perfidia is she is very much like revolution. She has a baby with Bob. After she has the baby, she's like, maybe not a great idea. I think we see her drinking while she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's definitely drinking while she's pregnant.
Bob has a conversation with Deandra, like, she don't even act like she's pregnant. And Deandra's like, are you surprised by this? Yeah. So once she has the baby, she kind of feels isolated because Bob is all about the baby. Bob is like, we have a baby and we can't be out here doing all this. And she's like, I'm always gonna put me first. Like, this is what I live for. Like, you ain't about this life. And she goes off to continue to be in the first 75, and that's where she get caught up.
Yeah. So
after she gets caught up, Lockjaw gives her the offer of like, you want to be in jail or you not want to be in jail? What you gonna do? She takes the offer to be a rat. She goes into witness protection. Here's what is the kicker for me. After she rats out the French 75 and they have to scatter and are killed, she decides, actually, I'm just gonna go on a run. And she leaves witness protection. So Lockjaw shows up to her new house with roses. I'm like, God, he's such a fool.
He's such a weirdo.
He's such a weirdo. White supremacist, mind you.
Yes.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Shows up to the black woman's house with roses because he says he's in quote unquote love with her, and she gone. She done went to Mexico. She ain't about that life of living, of being in witness protection, and she's not about that life of being in jail. But she I'm going to assume the character had an issue with ratting the people out, but she still did it.
Yeah.
And that was not expected. Like, I did not expect her to be a rat.
I don't know if witness protection would have protected her from this French 75.
Probably not. I feel like they are a revolutionary group. They are taking down power grids.
They were getting places where, like, you would think, like, they were taking down the military camps. Like,
right. Like, they was organized. It was an organized effort here. So you're probably right. She probably, and maybe that's why she ended up running, because she knew, like, they are eventually going to catch up with me.
Yeah.
And find me. So years later, after Willa is on the run with Deandra, they get to a nunnery, and the nunnery, Deandra shows up, and to the nunnery is kind of like, hey, I have Perfidia Beverly Hills' daughter, we need some protection. And the head nun is kind of like, who? Oh, her daughter.
Yeah. And
they have an exchange, and this is where I think that point is where we first learned that Willa did not realize that her mama was a rat.
Right.
Bob had been raising her to think that her mom was a hero. And this is where Deandra was like, I didn't have a heart to tell her that her mom literally sold us out. And we had to scatter, and while some of us is dead. So Perfidia is not the head woman in charge like the trailer kind of portrays her.
Yeah.
I thought she might have just been in jail, and that's why she wasn't with Leo and Willa, but no, she's in Mexico or Cuba. We don't know where she is, but she ain't in the rest of this movie after that point.
Chase Infinity plays Willa, who is the son of Bob and Perfidia. So why is Willa interesting? The very next scene after Tiana Taylor sleeps with Sean Penn is Tiana Taylor 9 months pregnant.
And you put it together. Put it together.
Yeah, my very first note is, so the baby is Sean Penn's. It was a very interesting way to edit it immediately after sleeping with him.
I didn't put it together until you said something, and then, but through the rest of the movie, it's set up as Lockjaw ain't quite sure.
Yeah.
But he need to find out, because this group that he is trying to be a part of is gonna find out.
Yeah.
He's trying to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That is why Sean Penn began to mobilize everybody to frantically search for Bob and Willa, because after the Christmas Adventure said, we're going to do a double white background check and see if there's anything secret you can find about you. Sean Penn was like, I need to dispose of the mixed race child that I may potentially have. So, right. Yeah.
And the interesting part about that is we don't even know if Perfidia knows who the dad is.
No,
because like you said, it cuts to like she slept with
two white men,
probably around. I mean, she's with Bob, right? Bob's her dude, and then she had the one encounter with Lockjaw. It only take one time, so I'm led to believe that she didn't even know, or she probably didn't even have a thought of, oh, my child could be somebody else's,
right?
So that's the added complex layer of like, okay, we have this DNA situation, and the only person who's even thinking of it is the crazy white supremacist.
Right, because nobody knew that she was sleeping with Sean Penn.
Right.
So she was the only person who knew, her and Jungle Pussy.
He knew, Jungle Pussy knew, and then eventually the Christmas Angels, what do they call? Adventurers end up finding out.
So this is what ended up happening with the Christmas Adventures. And I was like, oh, this is really, really good.
Crazy.
So Sean Penn, the Christmas Adventures are like, we're going to do a background check on you. Is there anything you need to tell us? Sean Penn's like, no, ain't nothing I got to tell you.
I'm good.
He leaves the room, immediately mobilized. He tells his team, he says, where are Bob and Willa Ferguson?
Right.
They get the radio guy, they capture him, they figure out the location. Sean Penn's like, find me a reason to be there. So his team stages a bunch of raids at a bunch of places where they
in this sanctuary city.
So they intentionally they're looking for Bob and Willa.
Yep.
But they intentionally fake
a heist.
I mean, not a heist. They intentionally fake a siege of like these businesses, because they're like, we're going to use the excuse that we think these people are peddling heroin, but what we really think is we need to have a distraction outside of the fact that we're looking for these two people
in this town. Yep.
What ended up happening was one of the places Sean Penn hit for this staged assault was a chicken shop that was
farm.
Finger licking chicken that was owned by another member of the Christmas Adventurers. So. And it shut down his operation
because he wrangled up all the immigrants.
Yeah, who were working at his chicken shop,
and his chicken shop is in trouble.
The Christmas Adventurer guy was like,
"What's going on?
What are you doing? Like this, what is this? Why are you being this way?
Well, here's the thing. He's saying that, but he's not telling Lockjaw this. They are having this conversation amongst
internally.
themselves.
They're like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Why is this, you staged this? What are you doing?
Right. This new recruit doing all of this.
The results of the double white background check come back, and it comes to find out that the only other person who knew that Teyana Taylor was sleeping with Sean Penn was Jungle Pussy.
Yeah.
And she snitched.
She somehow mentioned it somewhere.
It got listed on some paperwork that nobody ever looked at because it was so deep that nobody was paying attention. It only came up in the double white background check. And they connected the dots. They said, oh, you were sleeping with Perfidia. You are the one who apprehended Perfidia. Yeah. Perfidia goes missing 16 years ago. Bob now has a 16-year-old daughter. You're looking for Bob, and you hit one of our spots accidentally in your attempt to do so. She's your daughter. Right. So they call in another guy who's like the hitman for the Christmas Adventurers. Basically. And they're asking him about it. And he's like, okay, I see where this is going. So so we need you to go clean this up. Yeah. And kill Sean Penn. Basically. Because he's making us look like an idiot.
Right. And he's got all these resources mobile. I mean, he's like he's trying to round up immigrants, people getting arrested. I mean, he's literally caused havoc in the sanctuary city. Yeah. That was chilling.
Yeah. Just a raid.
Minding their business.
Orchestrated a raid for nothing and ended up hitting a place that he didn't know was also owned by one of the Christmas adventurers. And so he doesn't know that they know that the jig is up.
Right. So he's after who he thinks his daughter, with Willa.
Still going according to plan.
Right. And then they are after him and he don't know. He has no idea. We also have washed up Bob trying to find his daughter and is doing a terrible job at it. Yeah. All happening at the same time.
Yeah. I thought that was great writing. That was one of those moments of exposition where they're literally just sitting in a room talking for 10 minutes. But the things they were saying, the way that they laid out the evidence.
You are piecing it together as the person they're telling it to is piecing it together.
Oh, so if somebody who didn't think, like me, if somebody who didn't think that the baby was Sean Penn's, right? This was the reveal
of that.
This is what is happening,
right? And it was all because Lockjaw's idiot but didn't do his own research, because if he did, he would have realized, oh, this is owned by Christmas Adventurers Senior Level number 2 or whatever. But he was too focused on, I need to clean this up before somebody finds out.
I think because all of their identities are so secret, he didn't know, because they said the initiation process is absolutely secrecy. Yeah. So he didn't know that one of them owned it.
Right. You're probably right. And that whole conversation was crazy as it's unraveling. But one of the craziest things that was said in that was the guy was like, the owner of the chicken shop wanted his wetbacks back. And I was just like,
that wasn't the craziest part for me. The craziest part for me was when the hitman said what race was the girl he slept with, and the guy was like, I hate to say it, but yeah.
Right.
He wasn't even
he was black. Like, it's the worst. And I was like, he was like,
it's pretty bad.
Right. And he was like, a black. And it was like, oh, okay.
I was cracking up.
Because I was like, the way he said it.
Appropriate, but the fact that they said a black girl was like the worst. Was DEFCON 1 is like, this is insane.
Because they was like, what kind of mix? And I'm like, what does it matter?
It doesn't.
Y'all white supremacists.
Y'all are a bunch of weirdos. This conversation is weird. Right. And it was so funny.
Shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
So yeah, those were the two things. But when he was like, you took all my workers, I want them back. Yeah. He was like, the workers that you would, because the whole
you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, the whole thing with the Christmas Adventurers is like, immigration is bad. We got to get these people out of here. They're destroying the United States or whatnot.
And they want to restore America to a pure white society again.
Right, but you have workers who are people of color.
Because the pure white society don't want to work at Finger Licking Chicken.
It's ridiculous.
For the wages.
One of them even said something like, oh, that's a shame. I really like those chicken nuggets. I was like, I am in an alternate reality.
Yeah, it's exactly how white supremacy works.
Yes. Stupid.
So stupid.
Stupid.
That's exactly how racism works.
Right. So Perfidia was great. I don't know if we mentioned this, but Teyana Taylor plays this role perfectly. She plays a good, like, I'm about the revolution. I'm about the revolution. But then we see her break and she's like, I'm about myself. Yeah. Like, I'm out of here. Like, I don't want no parts of this. Chase Infinity was great. I have not seen her in anything before. This is her
film debut.
Yeah. So she plays a good, like, she plays good at a character who's supposed to exhibit some of her mother's qualities. But she does have a moment when she gets to the nunnery where she's like, I'm legitimately scared. I don't know what to do. She's like holding on to her device, almost hoping like her dad is about to show up. Oh, and then we also get the issue of where she does have the scene with Sean Penn, where Lockjaw like takes her DNA swab, and she's like, "What the heck is?" Because she also is like,
"What's going on?"
Right? Why are you taking my DNA?
To her, she thinks that her mother died a hero.
Yes,
and that Lockjaw was the one who killed her.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So she's super confused when the fact, one, she finds out her mom is a rat, and two, she finds out some random military guy is swapping her DNA because her dad, that she thinks is her dad, is not biologically maybe her dad.
Right.
And it's kind of like, oh, there's a lot that's happening right now.
I like that they gave her some agency, and I liked she was really shined in the third act.
Yes. Agree. Yeah. She was not helpless.
No. Yeah, no.
She was like her mama.
Fought all the way down. Like she was not going quietly.
I would even say she was a better version of her mother.
She was, because she wasn't a rat.
She was not. And she was not. Although I'll get to this at the very end. I do like, they could have done something at the very end with that character, and they didn't, and I kind of like that, but I'll wait till we get.
I'm glad they left it open.
Yes. I was like, oh, I know what she about to do. And she didn't do that. And I was like, okay, that's great. Yeah. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in the end. All right. So that's it for our characters. Let's go through our likes and dislikes. Like Sean Penn's character, Lockjaw snitching on himself.
Oh, that was such a great scene. We just talked about that. That was such a great scene.
I was just like, oh, the chicken. That's the chicken.
It was literally they said the name so many times.
Right.
And it came back, and I was like, this is ridiculous. The chicken shop is what did you eat?
The chicken shop, because you're stupid. I didn't see Perfidia being a snitch, so shout out, like I said, shout out to them not giving that away. Because
she died.
And that happens like the first third of the movie. And I was like, oh. Yeah. Because a couple of things happen in the movie that I didn't expect. That part, that happens early in the movie. And I thought that Willa gets kidnapped early on. Mm-hmm. She don't get kidnapped till like halfway through. Because Deandra goes to get her. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I was like, oh, snap, they gonna kill Regina. Yeah. They gonna kill Regina because that's not actually what happens. But she actually be on the run for a little bit with Deandra. The mama called it. So there's a scene in the trailer. I guess this part's not in the trailer, but Tiana Taylor's character's mom is kind of telling Leo, like, she is a runner and you are a stump or something.
Like a stone or something.
Basically, he's still and stiff and he ain't moving. She's like, I don't know why. She's like, I think he tells him, like, you're the worst match for my daughter.
Yeah, he said you're unsuitable for her.
Yeah, unsuitable. And it's actually right. I mean, they could have been in a relationship. They didn't have no business having a kid.
Nope.
None at all. But she called it because her daughter does go on the run.
She knew her daughter wasn't made for that.
Yeah.
She said she's a runner.
Right. And when Willa and Bob have to run, the mother is kind of like, well, can I keep the baby? And they're like, no. Can't do that. So unfortunately, Willa gets stuck with a dad who is not ready, and a mama who ain't.
And they gotta like run off in the middle of the night.
The mama who ain't trying to be a mom, because they don't. When everybody starts dispersing, they just think she got caught. Right? They're not really sure what happened to her, and then I guess they eventually put two and two together. They're like, oh, she told. She had to tell on us. Cinematography was great in this. There's a car chase scene at the end that I felt like I was on an actual roller coaster, and I don't know how they did that.
Oh yeah, the winding road. The hilly.
I had to close my eyes because I was like, I feel like I'm in Universal Studios on a Transformer ride, and I'm not.
I kept waiting for something to appear over the hill.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, it was like I don't know how you describe it. You have to see it, but at the end, there's a chase scene. We on this long up and down highway, and I literally thought I was on a roller coaster, and I was like, please stop, because I'm getting dizzy. But it was very well filmed. And the last thing I'll say is the score and the music. I really like the score. The music kind of comes in and out. It's not like mic drops necessarily.
Yeah, it's like a piano score.
Yes, it kind of eases its way into the movie versus being like loud and blasting and then immediately cutting off, and you're like, oh, that was jarring. So yes, those are all my likes. I don't really have any dislikes.
Yeah, I liked all the acting. I don't really have a lot of dislikes. Like you said, the cinematography was really good. It was very realistic, like the sequences where the staged agitators during the protests.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they stayed. The military would drop off staged agitators to if the protest is not getting violent, like the protesters are just
right, and they want them to disperse or whatever,
and they want a reason to fire on them, they'll just send out a staged agitator to like throw a Molotov cocktail, and so that they have a reason to tear gas everybody. That's real.
That's accurate.
That actually happens.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I didn't have any dislikes about it. I'm gonna save the rest for my random notes and favorite lines.
All right, so let's talk about the ending.
So essentially, Sean Penn is after Chase.
Yep.
Because they have captured her. Regina Hall has successfully gotten Chase to the nunnery, where they're just waiting for Bob to show up.
Exactly.
But before Bob shows up, Sean Penn, Lockjaw, shows up.
Yes.
With his people, he kidnaps all of them. We don't see the nuns anymore. I guess they all got erased.
We do see them zip tied.
Yeah.
So we assuming they arrested
Seems
them.
like the ranch was empty by the time Bob got there. So I assume they all got carted off. Regina Hall gets arrested, but she tells the interrogator she has no information to give them. So she gets carted off. And Sean Penn does a DNA test with Willa and finds out that Willa is his daughter.
Yes.
Which is a problem because now he needs to make sure that she is dead and wiped off the face of the planet before the Christmas adventurers get to her.
He still does not know that they after him, though.
He does not know the Christmas adventurers are after him.
Nope.
So it's kind of like No Country for Old Men, when people didn't know that Javier Bardem was on the way. Movie. So he drops her off with a smuggler.
Yes.
That the Christmas adventurers use as like
it's
contractor.
Same guy they used to go get the radio guy from Fridge 75.
Yeah. The guy's like, I don't kill kids though. Because they wanted him to just kill her. He was like, I don't kill kids. So he's like, well, take her to these people who will kill her. So he takes her there, but he has a crisis of conscience, and he decides to shoot up the place so she can get free.
Yeah.
But he also dies.
As he should.
So now we have Willa. Now we have Sean Penn is on his way back home because he thinks Willa's about to die. Willa is on her way somewhere because
she's just trying to escape.
She took the smuggler's car, so she's just on her way somewhere because she's trying to escape.
Yep.
Bob has taken a different person's car, and he's on his way to try to get Willa.
But he's going in the wrong direction.
And the hitman is in a Mustang who's chasing after Sean Penn. Sean Penn has no idea. Nope. And this is a scene from The Departed when Leo got popped for walking out the elevator. We didn't see that coming.
Yep.
So the guy drives next to Sean Penn, tells him to flags him to roll his window down, which he does, which never do that. If somebody is driving
on a random
road, you have no idea who they are, and they tell you to roll your window down, but they're not stopping their car, they're going to shoot you. Do not.
And he does.
So he does. He shotguns
with a shotgun
in the face.
I mean, blast his whole right side of his face off.
Shoot Sean Penn in the face. Sean Penn runs off the road and crashes.
Tumbles.
Bob gets there too late and thinks Sean Penn is dead. And his daughter isn't in the car. So Bob's like, okay, crap.
What am I? He's just screaming into the Willa. We're like, no, that's not how you find people. That's not how you find people.
So Willa's in this white Charger. She's driving down the road. They're in the middle of the desert. The blue Mustang catches the car.
Yes.
So he's on her tail.
So after blue Mustang kills Sean Penn, now he's trying to go after the daughter.
Which I guess he doesn't know that that's her.
He doesn't. He recognizes the car. So maybe he was just trying to clean up. Yeah. He's like a hitman tracker of some guy. Yeah. I think he's maybe just trying to, I don't know if he is just trying to get rid of him, but he's definitely trying to catch up.
Yeah, I think he would kill the tracker because he told the Christmas adventurers he wouldn't trust the tracker because he's a Native American.
So you're right.
Yeah, that's fine. So he was probably trying to kill the tracker. He doesn't know that's Willa in the car. So this is where we get Cheryl's favorite scene with the hilly road where you can't see over the hill until you come to the crest.
We're almost at the point of view of, on the front of the car, there's like an emblem that sticks out. It's almost if they stuck a camera on that. And it's not the driver's seat. It is definitely front center of the car hood, and that is the up and down that we see on the road.
You literally have to crest the hill before you see it. So I'm waiting for a jump scare because I'm like, you can't
see
what's on the other, right? Or armadillo or something to throw her.
Right.
But she uses to her advantage.
Yeah.
She gets over one of the crest of the hills right before you can see if there's another car there.
Right.
She puts the brakes on, gets out the car. The Mustang guy is flying.
Right, because he's trying to catch it.
Going too fast, runs right into the back.
Terrible crash.
Rear
ends the parked car that she's put there real bad.
Willa takes the opportunity to shoot him dead. Great job with that. I was very glad that she just did that.
Pew, pew, pew.
She had no issue.
She had practice from the nunnery, I guess. She learned real quick.
And the gun had a scope, so cheat codes.
Yes. I loved it.
So she kills him, and Bob catches up and gets her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole exchange where she's freaked out because she has killed somebody, right? Yeah. And she's 16. Like 16-year-olds don't normally do such a thing. But she's been through a lot.
She had to save her life.
Right. And then Bob shows up and he's like, Willa, it's me. And she like, who are you? Who are you? Because she's now got that like, what are the passcodes and all this and that. So he finally calms her down. She finally gets to him and then they kind of ride off.
Yeah.
That ain't the end yet.
No, because Sean Penn somehow lived. So this fool is walking through the desert. I put in my notes, I said, this is a dream. Sean Penn didn't survive the gunshot wound because he didn't.
Not in real life. No. There's no way.
No.
Not only would he have died from the gunshot, he would have died from the car accident after the gunshot.
This turned into Vanilla Sky when Sean Penn came back.
A little bit.
But anyway, so Sean Penn somehow survives.
Yeah.
Gets time has passed. We don't know how much time, but his face wound is healed.
He's got some reconstruction surgery.
Yeah. But he's healed up.
It's not juicy anymore.
He's meeting with the Christmas adventurers and basically coming clean to the fact that he had relations, but he says that Teyana Taylor assaulted him. And
yes.
The guy goes, so she was a semen demon? I was like,
Fitz
oh my God.
says that, and I was like, did we really just say that out loud?
Why are y'all so weird? So...
Like,
the guy tells the Christmas adventurers that Teyana Taylor stole his sperm because they thought that he was like
a powerful person. They wanted his mind.
Powerful man.
Child, please.
So they're like, sure.
Yeah.
So,
welcome to the club.
They're like, welcome to the club. You won the vote, you know.
We thought about it.
They show him to his office. And I'm like, they're going to like kill this guy.
I did, yeah.
Because they know the truth already.
Right. And they need to clean up loose ends.
And if this was the case, you would have said that in the beginning. Right. They would have helped you. Kill this girl.
Yeah, probably.
If you had come clean in the beginning. Because they have a hitman on hire. So they could have just sent him out there, just sent Mustang out there to kill her.
Right.
So they're like, you lied. You made us look like idiots. They put him in it. They put him in his new office under the guise that he's been inducted. But really, they put poison gas in there so he dies.
Yeah.
He just dies.
Somebody was like, it's crazy that white supremacists would gas somebody like a Nazi. I was like, oh, parallel.
Yeah.
Parallel.
I mean, it's in their book, so
yeah,
they just whipped it out the deck.
They gas him, he dies, and they cart him off and put him in an incinerator.
And they cremate him.
Burnt him to ash like he deserved. Oh, they deserved it too, but he also deserved it.
And there's probably no record of his death.
No, and they technically still exist.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie.
They get to go on.
Right. So we get Bob and Willa get to go back home. The Christmas adventurers still exist, but Sean Penn is dead at this point. And then we get to the scene where Bob says, I've been, wanting to tell you this or wanting to show you this for a while. It's been a couple of years. And it's a letter from Pervidia for Willa. And she reads it. And this is the part I was saying. I thought that she was going to be like, I don't want it. Yeah. Like, I don't want to read it. I don't want to hear anything from her. I've learned about her truth. I want to it, but she actually does. She reads the letter, and in the letter, Perfidia is like, I've been, I think about you every day. I realized that I didn't make I was wrong. But she also says, I can't come see you. So,
you gotta come find me.
One day, I know that you'll come find me, kiss your dad for me. But she was like, I hope you can do what I didn't. Because I obviously did not do what I should have.
And it really didn't change anything.
No, it didn't.
Willa still appreciated her dad for at least sticking around and coming to get her.
Right. We never get the reveal that she doesn't tell Bob that that's not, he wasn't her biological dad. Because she says, like, it don't matter what the test say. Like, you're not my dad.
I love that when she was like, I don't care, I have a father. And then at the end, she never told him.
She did.
It didn't matter, and now he's dead.
Didn't matter. He's dead. Perfidia probably will never know.
Right.
And at this point, it's been a couple years. We're not really sure where Perfidia is, but I guess we know she's alive.
Yeah.
At least we know she's alive somewhere. And at some point, maybe they meet up, maybe they don't. But it has a quote unquote happy ending. What I mentioned earlier, I did not like the fact that Deandra got put in jail.
I didn't, but I like the fact that she didn't tell, so she didn't snitch because she knew. She did not know where Bob was, but
she knew where they were going to meet up.
She knew where they were going to meet up. She didn't know where Bob was at the time the interrogator was asking her, but she knew where they lived, and they went right back to the same house in the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
She knew what their new identities were.
She did know everything about them.
She knew where they lived, and she didn't snitch because at the end, he got to give a cell phone, and it seems like they're living a regular life. She has her own car now.
Yep, and she's going off to a protest in Oakland.
On her own.
She keeps
3 hours away.
Right, she keeps the revolutionary spirit basically going. Bob is officially checked out.
Yeah.
Because he's scrolling trying to figure out how to use a phone.
And like the mom said, he couldn't wait to get out.
No.
Like having a baby and settling down was the best thing that he could hope for.
Right.
He was ready to be done.
He wasn't very good dad in the beginning, but she was at least raised with some sense.
Yeah.
So our ending is basically our main characters do live. There's a lot of sacrifice. We don't find out what Perfidia's situation is, but she is technically still alive, we assume, and she does reach out to her daughter.
Yeah.
So she's still a rat though. Yeah. Which is crazy. Crazy. You did not see that coming.
Do you have a favorite line or scene?
Ooh, this one's hard. You go first.
My favorite scene was the reveal, the chicken chop reveal.
That was a good scene.
It was a good scene.
That was a good scene.
Because that was it. Everything had come to a head at that point.
Right. I think I might have to agree with you.
And my second favorite scene would be the entire Benicio del Toro sequence.
Which one? Of him getting the people out?
Of getting the people out, wrangling everybody up.
That was good. Because he did
it so well.
He did it so well, and you have to think, like, that's probably actually how it happens. I mean, maybe not to the letter, but, you have people living in these sanctuary cities and whatnot, and they have a person who gets them to the churches or whatnot where they can be protected, and it's just like, this is reality.
And the highlight of that scene was he took so long getting Bob to a charger by introducing him to every member in the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you you have no sense of urgency. Why is it important that Bob knows every single person in the house? And it was important because when Bob got arrested and got sent to the hospital, one of the women he introduced in the house worked at the hospital
and got him out.
Smuggled him out. And I was like, that is perfect.
It was perfect.
Perfect.
It was perfect.
Because I was like, you said it, and I didn't catch it until you said it. You was like, I recognize her. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen her anywhere before.
Yeah, I was like, she looks familiar.
She was feeding the baby in the kitchen.
Yeah.
He made the point to introduce her to him.
Everybody.
And I love the fact that when he got arrested, he told the guy his name was Jack. And everybody called him Jack until he got to her. Yeah. And she said, Bob, are you okay? And I was like, she's the only person who called this man Bob.
She knew who
She's
it was.
In on it.
Yeah.
She was like, do you have diabetes, Bob? She was not. And she was like, did you take your insulin, Bob? I was like, oh, this is great.
Follow her, Bob.
This is an excellent operation.
Follow her, Bob.
Yeah, it was so good.
I think the same.
She was like, here's your bathroom. You're going to go in, and then you're going to go down the hall and down the fire escape.
Right. Get out of here.
It was so good.
And then Benicio del Toro's character was waiting for him at the bottom.
Amazing.
Like, okay, we're going to get it right this time.
Amazing.
I think you're right.
That was such a good sequence.
Those two scenes was good.
Yeah.
Those might have been my favorite as well. My favorite line would have to be Latino Harriet Tubman situation.
Oh, that was funny.
He was like, he's on the phone talking to somebody like, I got a thing going on right now. I have to call you back.
Because I thought it was just funny. It was like, oh, Harriet Tubman funny because you're smuggling. It's like, oh, this tunnel.
There's literally,
you're literally
getting
the metaphor is literally like
the immigrants through a tunnel. He actually tells them like, I know you don't like the tunnel, but you're gonna have to go through it this time. It's kind of like I understand it.
Yeah,
the connection is now made.
Yeah,
that was great. All right, random notes.
My first note was So the Baby Shine Pins. Christmas Adventurers, I think I told you, reminds me of this weird ham cult that was in an episode of American Dad where they like got together to discuss like the sacredness of ham. Which was weird.
Yeah.
Put down the blunt. So when
he's too high.
Everything's hitting
too
the fan.
High.
Everything's hitting the fan. The radio signal goes out, and he ends up being high during the beginning of
them calling him, right?
And they're like asking him the questions. He's like, "Oh my God, this is the worst possible time. I literally like threw back beers and smoked this whole blunt." He's still smoking the blunt while he's trying to remember what the
Bob.
I put down I said, "Please put down the blunt." It's not making it.
And he's not lying. Like he's like, I can't remember the answer because I'm too high right now. And they just on the phone like, you have to say it because if you don't, like, I can't tell you the answer.
And eventually the girl was like, oh, fine. This is what it is.
Right. He eventually breaks through, but it's not because he remembered anything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you have any?
My random note is the black nuns that was growing the weed. I would have liked a backstory about them.
That was nice. They had a nice little operation.
They had a nice little operation, but I love the scene where she showed up and Deandra told her that she was Perfidia's daughter, and she was like, she was like, I don't know if it's good to have. She said all these years later, and Perfidia's mistake is still affecting us all. Yeah. And I was like, right,
because they weren't just wrangling them up; they were shooting them.
They were killing people on sight.
Yeah, without like any arrest, without any notice, nothing. Like people were just walking out of the stores and being shot in the head by the military.
Crazy. Yeah. And it just
disappeared. We don't know who killed Jungle Pussy, but one of them did.
Right. And people didn't like the depiction of that because they were like, they don't like the fact that a black woman character was a rat and told on people. I was like, you ever seen a mob movie? Yeah. Have you seen Casino? Have you seen Goodfellas? People, this is how stuff happens.
I put down in my notes, I said, I like the fact that they did this with Tiana Taylor's character because like some of these leaders of like these extremist groups, or you don't know what happens to them. Sometimes they just disappear and you just stop hearing about them and you think, okay, maybe they made it. Maybe they got their freedom. They made it out of the country. They made it to Cuba and they're safe. You don't know that. No. Some of them died. Yeah. And that's the story. And I love the fact that she was a rat and they had to perpetuate the story that she was a hero. Right. So that, because it would keep other people from joining the cause. Yeah. If the girl who was the face of this and riled everybody up,
told on everybody,
it was the inspiration for everybody. If everybody found out the fact that she was the rat and she sold everybody out, it would ruin the movement.
She was flawed.
That's real life. You don't know if any of these leaders who are running any of these
have
groups
thoughts about like, is this worth it?
Yeah.
Am I doing the right thing?
Or when we stop hearing about them, we don't know if they're dead or not.
Right.
We don't know if the military ghosted them.
Witness protection.
Yeah. Or witness protection.
Yeah. So she was a flawed character, and that was okay because she's allowed to be a flawed character. You had another character opposite of her, like Deandra, who was not I'm sure Deandra was flawed in general, but you had Deandra who was still on the call, still trying to save the daughter, still like on the French 75. And in the end, you know where she ended up? Jail.
Yeah.
She ended up in jail.
Yeah.
It was the one who should have ran. Like, she didn't have to rat nobody, but she the one should have ran because after all of that, she still ended up in jail, which is crazy.
They were cutting it very close with all the escapes. Mostly everybody got caught because somebody snitched. And it wasn't just her. Everybody was telling. The radio guy snitched because he
they
had
threatened
a
his daughter. Yeah, sister. Yep.
The girl's friend snitched because they was going to get arrested. Yeah. It's like, you're in these situations.
You don't know what you're going
to
do.
You don't know what you're going to tell when you're standing across from
75 years of life.
The non-actor Homeland Security interrogator.
He was good.
And he's telling you you're going to spend the next 40 years in a penitentiary.
Right. The crazy scene he had with Deandra, he was like, you can either go home or what did he say to her?
You go home or he said you can
go home or you could be the reason why the girl dies.
Yeah.
Or something like that. He was like, oh, by home, I mean federal prison.
Yeah, you're going to prison.
It's like she wasn't getting out of there. Yeah, and I was just like.
He said it's a lose-lose situation for you.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I thought this was a great study in what happens when you're too old to rebel.
Oh, like what happens when you get older?
What happens when you joined this movement where you were young and you were brash and you were doing all these crazy things and they wait to come get you when you're old and slow and not as spry as the rest of everybody else?
What happens when it falls apart?
What happens when it falls apart?
Yeah.
What happens when it's been 16 years, the movement fell apart, nobody does it anymore, people have different lives.
You get a crazy white supremacist.
And now they want to come get you.
Right.
Yeah, and you don't know the text anymore.
For crazy calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that the guy who was hounding him on the phone, I thought he was going to be a young guy.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he was older. Because the way Bob was talking to him, he was talking to him like he was this younger guy who hadn't been as part of the revolution as long as he was.
Yeah.
So he didn't get why he was hounding him for the text. And I like the reveal that the guy was just as old because it's like, you left.
Right.
You were.
I'm not supposed to tell you this.
You were the only one who had a baby. The rest of us did not.
Right.
We stayed in the fight.
I'm sure he knew who he was.
We stayed in the fight.
Right.
We got old, but we still studied the text because this was our life. You got complacent and you're giving us flack for not doing the same thing you did.
Right. I mean, he was hollering at that man.
I
loved it.
I love the reveal that the guy wasn't young and he was equally as old because he's like, he told him, he was like, why would you stop studying the text? And that was my note. I was like, you are the baby father of the extremist queen. Why would you stop reading the text?
Right.
They're never.
And you're supposed to be protecting her.
They're never going to stop coming for you.
Right.
And
crazy.
My last random note was defiance is never over, and that was when Fitz walked in, and that made sense because Bob literally thought they would stop looking for him. And I was like, it's like Defiance from Scandal, where Kerry Washington had to tell Fitz, like, there will never be it'll never be a day when somebody can't use Defiance against us.
Yes, because y'all done it.
There will never be a day when somebody can't bring up the French 75 to come get you.
It's always looking over your shoulder.
And there will never be a moment where you're free. And it was weird that he got so complacent, like,
because he thought he was done.
The stuff you did,
right?
Defiance is never over,
right? And it's also like, not only is you did all of that before you had the child, then you had a child.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And your child is the child of the extremist queen.
Right.
Anakin Skywalker. I mean, Luke Skywalker. You got Luke Skywalker.
Right.
The Empire is coming
You
for
are
her.
Walking around with Luke Skywalker.
The Empire is definitely going to come
and
back
you don't
for her.
even realize it. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is like, what are you doing?
Obi-Wan's like, you need to tighten up.
Hello.
Such a good movie.
I don't think I had any other random notes. I think I got everything out.
Oh, my last random note was I was almost afraid Bob was actually going to accidentally shoot Willa at the end because he was a mess.
He was.
And he came out good first.
And it takes a while for her to see that it's her dad because she's like around a rock and he's coming up and she ready to fire.
It would suck if one of them ends up shooting each other.
Yeah, that
at the end.
I would have
hated it.
Ooh, we would not be having the same conversation. Yeah. But no, they meet up and it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, so that is it for our random notes. You want to do our rating?
I am going to give this 5 Nicole Kidmans.
I'm going to echo 5. I don't have anything I would change. I didn't dislike it. I like the fact that I didn't feel like, ooh, this movie is long. Like it's long, but I wasn't like bored or tired or ready, wanted it to speed up. If anything, I have nitpicks about I would want to see some characters more, but the movie was not about those characters. So that was okay.
Seeing this movie, it makes total sense why Tiana Taylor, Chase Infinity, and Regina Hall have been the ones running the press tour. Yeah. Seeing this movie is like, yeah, that makes sense. Y'all the stars. They carried this movie.
They are the stars. Like, it's about Bob and Willa, but the supporting cast make Bob look more incompetent.
They carried him throughout the movie.
They did.
And it's funny because we saw The Long Walk and they carried the other guy throughout the entirety of that other movie, but I liked Bob in this one more than I did in The Long Walk.
Just Leo. I mean, it's just Leo playing Bob. You just like, you're doing this very well, sir. You're doing this very well.
It was very well written. I wasn't lost at any point.
No.
If anything, I didn't have answers, but I was waiting for it. But the way that they showed the networks that they had set up and the passcodes and the intricacies.
It all made sense.
The harmony. I love the fact that Leo said our harmony devices have never worked, and they worked at the very end.
Yes,
when
they
it
did.
Mattered. I was like, this is perfect.
And they also worked when Deandra showed up.
Yeah,
I forgot about them. I was like, wait, what is that tone? I was like, oh, it's the devices.
He had them both sitting on the shelf next to each other, and they were both turned on, and they weren't making any noise.
Right, they were always
took
red.
Them and left, but they finally started working at the very end. It's like, that's perfect.
Yes. I had, listen, no notes.
No notes.
I mean, we had a whole review, but no notes to fix it. No notes to fix it.
All right. So that is our review of One Battle After Another.
That is the end of our not quadruple. I'm losing my mind, y'all. It's been a long time. Triple threats.
Yes.
Episode. We have reviewed Marvel Zombies, Alien Earth, and now One Battle After Another. Hopefully you've stayed around for all of these, so we appreciate
or at least
it.
Come back and revisit if we went on too long for
Take it in chunks. Do 1 hour here, 1 hour there, 1 hour elsewhere.
Yeah.
But anything else? Oh, what are we watching next week?
So we will be watching Good Boy if it's in theaters here.
I needed to check, actually. That's what I was thinking about before we started recording.
But if not, what is our alternative?
I don't have one.
Okay.
We'll think about it.
We'll
figure it out. I don't know.
Hey, we just did 3 reviews. Don't hound us.
Woo! We could have split this up in 2 and saved one, but we gotta stay with what's relevant. You know what I mean? So Good Boy. I have decided that I will. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle it. We won't know till the movie over, so we'll see.
Were there reviews out? Read some non-spoiler reviews. See if you can.
Or maybe I'll read spoiler reviews so I know what's coming.
Factor.
Yeah.
You can read the spoiler review for a horror movie.
You know what? I almost did that for Long Legs, but I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't.
No, not for murder mystery.
This is a murder. Somebody's murdered, and there's a mystery.
I mean, there's a mystery, but we know who did.
Yeah, you're right. So
I'm just wondering if he gets his odor back by the end.
The dog better live. The dog better not end up in the alternate dimension where he's like tortured for life. I will not be happy with that. Does the dog die even updated?
Nope.
Great.
Does the dog die says Indy survives the movie. So,
but they don't say
it doesn't mean you won't. I mean, it doesn't mean you won't walk out scarred. So,
is that what it says? You added it.
No, I'm saying that because it still looks scary.
TBD.
TBD.
A Good Boy, maybe.
Yeah.
If Cheryl can stomach it.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. That'll be an interesting review regardless.
All right. So that is our show. Thanks for listening. If you like our show, please share it. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on our website at vaguelynerdypodcast.com. You can leave us a voice message and we'll play it on the show if it's nice.
Yeah.
You can follow us on Threads and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, Blue Sky and Twitter at Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us at vaguelynerdypodcast@gmail.com. If you are listening to us on a podcast app, you can watch our animated format on our YouTube channel at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast. And that is all.
And we is tired and hungry.
Yes.
Until next time. Bye.